In today's video, I'm going to be playing as Yuta in Elden Ring. But first, there are spoilers all the way up until the end of the manga, so you've been warned. So starting off, I needed Yuta's sword. So for this, I had chosen the Uchigatana, and that was very easily found in the Death Touch catacombs. Next up, it was time for me to get some cursed energy. So I headed over to the Swamp of Aeonia and got myself a meteorite staff in preparation for the Scholar's armament. And so now that I had that, I was headed over to the ruins in order to beat the Pumpkinhead and buy the Scholar's armament from Sorcerer Selim. And so I gave my kit a quick test out on the punching bag, and I was ready to move on to my clothes. But this is where the build starts to get a little bit more difficult, because for the top half of my outfit, I wanted the ivory draped tabard. And sadly, this meant I had to head all the way over to the Haligtree, which meant getting both sides of the Haligtree medallion. And yes, I did struggle with the Commander O'Neill fight for a little bit, but eventually I'd made my way over to the Haligtree and worked my way down to where the soldiers are that drop the clothes I want. And after killing a couple of the guys here, I had earned myself the ivory draped tabard. But things weren't getting any easier for me, because for the bottom half, I wanted the Oathseeker Nightgreaves, which meant I was headed over to the DLC. And taking on Moog with just a sword and some cursed energy wasn't all that easy. However, I eventually did it, and I had earned passage to the DLC. From here, I just had to head over to the Church of Benediction, where I could pick up the Oathseeker Night set and finish up my clothes. And so next up, it was time to start putting my moveset together for Yuta. So I needed a summon for Rika, and the best thing I could find was the Black Knife Teach Spirit summon, which was found over in the Ringleader Everjail. So after a long and tedious fight against Electo, I eventually defeated her, and I had my hands on the Spirit Summon, which meant I could now start collecting spells for all the copied moves that Yuta has. So first up on the list, I wanted to go for the Cursed Speech, which I had decided on the Beast's Roar Ash of War, and this meant I had to collect 4 Death Roots and then hand them into Garank, where I'd finally acquire the Ash of War. And so next up, I was moving on to Yuta's move True Love Beam, which I wanted Comet Azure for. And so I was headed over to Mount Gelmir, where I did a bit of traveling and then spoke to Primeval Sorcerer Azure, where I collected the spell. But in addition to this spell, I also wanted Lusat's Glintstone Staff. So I was headed over to Celia Town of Sorcery, where I took on the Nox Swordstress duo and defeated them to collect the staff, which I then very eagerly used for my move to test out on my favorite punching bag. So next up, it was time to get Yuta's Shikigami, which are like bats that attack the opponents. And for this, I decided on the Glintstone Stars sorcery, which was very easy. I just bought it from Selen back in the ruins and then tested that alongside my Cursed Speech out on the punching bag again. So after that, I was moving on to Sky Manipulation, which turns the sky into a tangible surface that can be used for defense. And the closest thing I could come up with for this was Eternal Darkness, because it's good for defense and blocks sorceries. But to test this one out, I couldn't go to the punching bag and instead had to go to Celia in order to test it out on the sorcerers there. And after that, I was on to Finn Icebreaker, which is an offensive version of Sky Manipulation. And I couldn't find anything great for this move, but going off of the word ice, I ended up choosing the Ash of War Hoarfrost Stomp, which is found after killing this invisible teardrop scarab southeast of Carrier Manor. However, in order to apply this Ash of War, I needed a new weapon, and so this was a good opportunity to get Yuta's Metal Gauntlets. And for this weapon, I wanted Iron Ball, and sadly this did mean I had to kill Blackguard in order to obtain them, which I am very sorry for and do regret till this day. But luckily, punishment was coming for me, because I had to head back in the DLC in order to get a Shrine Technique, because for this, I needed the Golden Arcs incantation, which meant I had to suffer against Rennala until I finally beat her, and then down into this mysterious hole where I killed a couple Inquisitors and then collected the incantation from the chest. And so now that I had that move, it was time to move on to Hollow Purple, from when Yuta used Kenjaku's ability in order to brain transplant himself into Gojo's body. And for this move, I needed Gravitational Missile, which is found after defeating the Falling Star Beast over in Skaduview, which did take a while, but when I eventually beat him, I knew it was worth it, because it would help me a great deal on what was coming next, because it was time for me to get Jacob's Ladder, and the only incantation I would accept for this was the Light of Mikola. But sadly, this did mean that I needed to beat Consort Radahn in order to claim the incantation, which meant I had to kill Mesmer, and then Romina, and then the 3 allies of Mikola, until I was finally moving on to Consort Radahn. Now, I will say every boss that I had to fight did take me a lot of tries in order to beat them, apart from Romina. I beat her first try. But eventually, after a lot of tries against Consort Radahn and some help from Rika, I had finally beat him, and I could hand in his remembrance to Enya, so I now had Jacob's Ladder. But sadly, I didn't have 72 faith available, which meant a couple of Albinorics had to suffer until I was finally at the correct level to use my newfound incantation. And I did try this out on my punching bag, which really felt like overkill, but it's safe to say that the journey I went on to get this move was definitely worth it. But now that I had all of these techniques out of the way, it was time to move on to a couple more basic things, like Yuta's high cursed energy output. And for this, I went for Flame Grant Me Strength, which is is found over next to Fort Gale. So after collecting this, I was onto Yuta's Cursed Energy Reinforcement, and I decided the best thing for this would be making use of my Wondrous physic. Now for the first half of this, I wanted the Opaline hard tier, which meant I was headed over to the minor Erdtree near Fort Faroth, and after a quick battle there, I had earned myself the Opaline hard tier. And next up for my second half of the Wondrous physic, I wanted the Opaline bubble tier, which meant I was headed over to the minor Erdtree and Weeping Peninsula for a very easy fight against the Erdtree avatar there. And so with that, I had earned the Opaline bubble tier, thus completing my physic, and finally being ready to wrap things up and move into New Game Plus. Okay, I'm excited for this one, but I'm not going to be summoning Rika here because she'll just kill this guy way too fast. And I want to have some fun with this fight. So we're going to get our Cursed Energy going. And then what do I feel like using on this guy? All right, Shikigami, go. How much damage are we getting? All right, 500. How about Cursed Speech? 36. Cursed Speech again. He's just blocking it all. That's no fun. I want to test the damage out on you, man. Let me try it. Cursed Speech again. He keeps blocking. How many? Oh, wait, I managed to get off 2 there that he didn't block. And that wasn't too bad damage. Now, I think for the rest of this, we're going to go melee on him because I don't want to use all of my abilities just yet. I want to save some for the upcoming fights. So it's time to wrap this up. And we dodge back in. Okay, I'm taking way too many hits for it. I've never been that good at this fight. I've just always taken him on with overpowered builds. All right, so he's doing some sort of stomping thing. I know I can definitely get a couple of hits in after this. And I lost my Cursed Energy. Now, I'm not letting that fly. Put that back on. And now we finish him off. Oh, he has actually just outskilled me with that dodge. Light attack into another one. He's not dead yet. All right, don't rush it. And now it's over. So it's time to go try out some of my other moves against Margit. Okay, for this fight, I'm planning on using a Rika and a True Love Beam, which I think will very easily defeat this guy. Okay, let's get her to take aggro first. Nice. She's already taken so much of his health from that first move. And then we pop him with one of these. True Love Beam. Don't dodge it. Oh, he's taken the whole thing. And yeah, he's in pain. That's what I can say for certain, is he is absolutely in pain. And I don't think he's going to last much longer. Me and Rika are just dusting this guy up. And it's an easy dodge, and it's over. That might be my fastest Margit fight ever. So Rika plus a True Love Beam might be one of the most overpowered things in this guy's kit. So we're already moving on to Godric. Okay, I'm ready and I'm geared up. I think I know what I'm going to be hitting this guy with. And I don't think he's going to like it. So let's do it. Jacob's Ladder. How much damage do we get? 676. Not as much as you'd expect, but there is the aftermath of Jacob's Ladder to deal with. And then once I dodge this... Oh, I failed that. I got to get on my A game with this. I'm out of practice at the moment. Okay, 1 and a 2. And then we summon Rika in. She's going to distract him, and I'm going for it again. Jacob's Ladder, part 2. He's not ready for it. And he just took the entire thing because he's just stood there using his move. All right, all right. What about we give it a little switch up and we try out our gauntlets next? So we'll pop this with our Cursed Energy and then Thin Icebreaker. And then I'm popping another one. Another Thin Icebreaker. I've taken damage for it, but it's probably worth it for the amount of damage I've just caused him. And we got a Frostbite build up. And he is already into second phase and not with much health. How have I gotten myself hit there? All right, go, go, go. Rika, move in. Oh, she's chunking him. And I got to make sure not to die here because that would be very embarrassing after having this easy of a fight. She might actually kill him. Oh, nope. He turned around and aggroed on her. How about to finish it off? Oh, hold up. I got to dodge this first. To finish him off. Oh, she's killed him. Never mind. I was going to try out my Shikigami again. But these bosses seem to be no match for Yuta at all, which means I'm already moving on to Raya Lucaria. Okay, Red Wolf of Radagon fight coming up. I'm not planning on using any extra moves here because he will just keep me on my toes. But this is where I can discuss something I've been thinking about for this build that sadly I couldn't do. See, after each boss fight, I did want to copy their moves, but sadly I don't have enough spells to be able to do that and keep all my other copied moves. So I kind of just had to decide not to do it. So if any of you think this is a missed opportunity for someone like that, you're right, but I kind of just couldn't go above the maximum spell slots. So we'll have to deal with this. However, I am kind of failing this fight right now. Maybe it's my punishment for not trying to make it work. Oh, but the hits are crazy. Yeah, this guy's done for already. I'm lacking so many spell slots for that fact that I can't actually use my Flame Grant Me Strength until I make it to the capital, because that's where I'm going to be switching plans. Okay, I can't use Rika for this fight because I want her in the next fight. I guess we'll just see how this goes. How about we throw him off guard with some shrine techniques? Oh, that actually did kind of get him. And then a couple more. He won't be able to dodge them all, right? Okay, I think because Rennala is very resistant to sorceries, I'm going to try out my Hollow Purple here because I won't be able to try it against her. Plus, it's going to be really helpful for fighting this guy. I'm not going to lie. There we go. He broke his guard. And that's some big damage. He's going to flask up for sure. But we get some hits because of that, and now the playing field isn't looking too bad for us. Oh, now we're doing dual exchanges. This is not going to pan out well for me if I continue with this. I suck at Moongrum. Is that over? No, it's not. This guy is just too good. I'm not good at PvP, bro. He's distracted. Hollow purple. Please take him out, please. Oh, he's gone. Thank the lords for that. And now I can go into this Rennala fight with most of my flasks still here and my Rika. And since I won't really be using sorceries against Rennala, I might as well just use my cursed speech in order to reach all of these little goons she's got in her boss fight, because I don't really need the FP for anything else. Let's hope we can get a blood loss build up here, though. That would be great on this first phase. Oh, there it is. And then we'll need a second run around of this from the looks of it. But that's easy. That's one down. And then there's another one far away, so we don't even go to her. We just send out a cursed speech, and Rennala's coming back down again. And this should be done, and we should be into the second phase. There we go. So the game plan for this is dodge the Comet Azure, then summon a Rika. There we go. We've done that. I'm going to pop up my Sky Manipulation, just so then I have some more time to put on my Scholar's Armament, my Cursed Energy. And now we're ready. Rika's been distracting her nice and well for us. Oh, she just piled that onto me. What the hell? Damn, Rika's kind of going crazy. And now, Sky Manipulation. How's she going to be able to target Rika now? Oh, Rika's actually kind of taking too much aggro. I'm starting to think I don't actually need to play this fight. You know what? Just for the fun of it, we will pop off a hollow purple to back up our Rika. Oh, Rennala is in the moon. She's actually managed to negate everything I've just done there. And now, Curse Speech. Good damage. But I'll take over from here, Rika. You deal with the summons. I'm just going to get in here and start ruining this woman. Is that kind of bad? Does that sound a bit creepy? Who knows? But that's exactly what's happening. She has to die. Get her, Rika. Get her. The combo attack. Hit her with the power of friendship. And another. Oh, I'm so close to death. Okay, I can dodge this. I can dodge this. I mean, I'm not Yuta for nothing. Okay, I got hit again. But it's fine. We have all the flasks for this. And I think Rika just killed Rennala. So it looks like I didn't really have to do much of the fighting after all. Plus, I think I've managed to show off all of my moves. So we're moving on to the Royal Capital. And this is where my strat's going to take a little bit of a change. Okay, so like I said, there has been a strategy change. And that's in the fact that I have changed my Katana and Iron Ball over to the Magic Affinity for built-in Cursed Energy. Which means I have freed up a slot in order to be able to use Flame Grant Me Strength for my high Cursed Energy output. Which means we no longer have the visual effects of Cursed Energy. But I'm sure we've enjoyed that enough for the last 4 fights. I'm also just realizing that I probably should have swapped over my flasks a little bit more, because I'm currently running 10 health flasks and 1 FP flask. But anyway, we're in here. I'm swapping to Rika. I want to get my metal arms out, or metal gauntlets out. Been icebreaker this guy. And another. Oh, how did I somehow get iframes on that other attack? Rika, you keep him distracted. I want to change, put my high Cursed Energy output on. And then I'll put on my Cursed Energy reinforcement. And this guy ain't ready. True Love Beam! Take him out! This is probably going to finish the fight. Oh, it didn't. But he is not happy about that. What if I do another? You know what? No, that's mean. Instead, we'll just hit him with a couple of Shikigamis for the fun of it. And now, we'll finish him off ourselves with a cheeky little heavy attack using our metal gauntlets. And that was quite easy, I'm not going to lie. Having Rika on my side is very overpowered. But we're on to the next fight. All right, Morgoth, I don't think you're ready for what's coming, my friend, because we have got the entire works ready for you. Normally, I struggle with this fight a decent bit, but I feel like today it's going to be completely different. So there's our summon, our nice Rika. Then we pop our Cursed Energy output, Cursed Energy reinforcement, and I know he's got good resistances to this, but why not? Jacob's Ladder, this guy. It's still good damage, even though he has resistances. And then he should get distracted by Rika again any moment now after I dodge a couple of moves. Rika, do something. And now he's distracted by her. Jacob's Ladder again. Oh, 2 can play at that game, Morgoth. And I think he might already get taken down into second phase any moment now. Oh, calm it. He has taken away part of my Cursed Energy reinforcement with that. But honestly, playing as a mage is pretty easy against this guy. I'm not going to lie. And now we go again. Jacob's Ladder one more time. Even while he's moving into second phase with all those resistances, it's not that bad. Rika's going to distract him one more time, and I think it's going to be the end of him. Or he's just going to sit there. Never mind, he's not sitting there. He is absolutely making haste. Rika, don't stand back. Help me. Hold him in place for me. True Love Beam. How much damage? Okay, not insane, but we can pile on another one of those. Oh, of course he got mad at me for that. And now he's landing. We go again. One more time. True Love Beam. He managed to dodge out of the way a little bit and then dodge back into it. That's kind of funny. And just for the fun of it, since I have the tiniest bit... Oh, since I have the tiniest bit of FP left, Thin Icebreaker. And he's dead. I didn't even have to use a flask there as well. Because, by the way, I did swap my flasks over. So now I've got 9 health flasks and 2 FP flasks. Maybe I should reconsider jogging that over just a little bit more. Yeah, that may not have been the fastest Morgott fight of my career, but that was probably the easiest Morgott fight. So with this incredible pace, I was moving on to the Fire Giant fight and Godskid Duo fight. And these went down pretty well. Having Rika coupled with this build, I actually managed to breeze by them pretty fast. And so I was already on to the Maliketh fight. Okay, we're turning up. I'm not sure how prepared I am for this. I can't pop my buffs before the fight because of this random Draconic Tree Sentinel here, but I'm sure we can do without. We'll just have Rika distract him long enough for me to do that, just like the Rennala fight. Anyway, we're heading in. We get our Rika out. We pop a Flame Grant Me Strength while he keeps talking. Then we pop our mixed Wondrous Physic. Oh, okay. I almost just got smacked there because Rika wasn't paying attention. So what is the game plan from here? It's kind of like a bit of a playground until Rika dies. Oh, but it's happening fast. Hold up. Okay, Shikigami. I will try and back you up as fast as I can, Rika. I'm very sorry about that. I forgot your strength is kind of falling off in these later fights. This guy ain't no Godric. You can't solo him. But any moment now, we'll actually be into the second phase, and there it is. Try not to die so fast, Rika, because... Oh, this is a very good way for him to start the fight. That's big damage for me, because I want to try out some of my incantations again. See, this is one I haven't really been able to give much love to. Shrine. How much damage are we getting there? Only 300. Not even 300, actually. Never mind. Then how about we just hit him with our biggest one yet? Jacob's Ladder. I love this spell so much. I mean, I kind of have to after all the work I had to put in to get Jacob's Ladder. And then we hit him with again. Another Jacob's Ladder. Now, I really can't get enough of this at all. And then we hit him with a heavy. Oh, I got to get out. Luckily, I somehow didn't get hit there. All right, what can we do next? Just for the fun of it. You know what? Hollow Purple. While he's sat back there. True Love Beam. This actually might kill him because he's just walking at me right now. Oh no, it hasn't. And he's managed to put me down to very low HP. However, I do have 9 flasks. So what can he do, really? Oh, and that's an easy set of moves to dodge. And that is wraps. Damn, I'm surprised Rika managed to survive for like most of that fight. And I managed to hit like a hefty True Love Beam on this guy. He's normally so mobile that I thought that it wouldn't hit. And we're on to the Gideon fight. Okay, so the strat for this next one. We pop our buffs before summoning Rika, so then he just doesn't get aggroed yet. And then once Rika is summoned, we just go all in without any sorceries. We stick to Iron Balls and Thin Icebreakers. That is the idea. Part of me is thinking maybe I should do a True Love Beam. I'm not sure how that's going to go down, so I'm going to leave it. And if things get really bad, I do have Sky Manipulation here, ready to block his sorceries. I don't think he has a shot, to be honest, but I guess we'll find out. Flame Grant Me Strength into our Wondrous Physic. Oh, I kind of want to do a Jacob's Ladder. Rika, and then Jacob's Ladder. Do it. Oh, this is going to be damage. And then we get ready with our Sky Manipulation and dodge the Comet Azure. Now we go in. We don't let him get a chance. Don't let him cast spells. Oh, I'm taking hits for it, though. Rika, stop him. Okay, so he has managed to get me into a certain range away from him, but I'm just going to keep spamming Sky Manipulation as I move in. And I've already gone through 3 flasks, but maybe it's not so bad. Rika's now kind of understanding that she has to stay on this guy or else we're going to lose. And then we do heavy attacks. Oh, he's simple domained us. That's how you get caught out. That's exactly how you get caught out. Okay, right. Touche. It's time to revise our situation. We pop Sky Manipulation again, and then we sit behind it, use a Hollow Purple, because this has definitely turned into a battle of mages right here. Oh, that was very close. I've almost been hit by his sorceries there. Maybe I'm not as fit of a mage as I once thought. Let's do a Hollow Purple, though. Does that hit him? Surely, right? 600 damage. That's great. And then we pop another one into Sky Manipulation. And we sit back and attack from safety. And he just got eviscerated by the Hollow Purple. Let's go. I didn't quite see what happened there, but it's all about the brain. You gotta have a high battle IQ for this kind of stuff. Elden Ring ain't no joke. So we're on to the Godfrey fight. Okay, so this fight is gonna be a bit difficult, I imagine. Well, the guy's just gonna be tanky. And that's going to be a Rika summon. I don't know if I moved back enough. Into a couple of buffs. Oh, she's dying very fast. I don't like that. Hold him off for a little bit longer, Rika. It's okay. I'll be there in a second. And now a True Love Beam. As long as he doesn't move too much. Oh, that is massive damage. And then she needs to distract him one more time. Rika, do it. There we go. And now we're going into another True Love Beam. And hopefully he won't move out of it that much. Oh, he's tanked pretty much 90% of it. Now, let's just play the game. Thin Icebreaker. Rika's probably going to die soon. Yep, and that's her dead. But I can carry the rest of this. I'll carry the boats, Rika. Don't you worry. Into another Thin Icebreaker, which he himself is going to walk into. And then we dodge this. And then we do another Thin Icebreaker. And somehow don't get hit by him. Into a heavy. I won't be able to use most of my sorceries here. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be very difficult to do that. Oh, and he has stomped straight on my face, but we're into the second phase. And now I just need to dodge into another Thin Icebreaker. I really want a Frostbite here, and this might be our opportunity. Go again, and then we dodge through there into another Thin Icebreaker. The idea here is just spam them out, and there's one. We took a nice chunk of his health, and now while he's busy with this, we swap over into our Shikigami. Hit him with a couple of them. Oh, I need to get out of this. And then while he's running over, Hollow Purple, fight him inside of the Hollow Purple. We should get a good bit of damage off of that. 1.8 thousand from the combined efforts of my heavy attack. So I think we're going to have to rinse and repeat that. Hollow Purple again. And then we fight him inside of it. Heavy attack. And this might kill him, actually. It didn't kill him, but we're definitely one attack away from taking him out. And there it is. Not gonna lie, these fights aren't going down too bad. We just have the strategies for it. This Yuta build really feels like it can just adapt to most boss fights. Okay, we're onto this final fight now. And I'm quite excited because it might not be as difficult as I thought it would. So let's do this. I need to swap to Rika, get her out, then the buffs. And hope that Rika doesn't get absolutely ruined while we're popping them. In fact, he's just going for me, so I guess we're all right on that department. Okay, don't get grabbed, Rika. Now, we need to do a better job at helping her this time, so I'm going to spam Shikigami, and then we go melee. We're going melee on him. And I think this guy can be affected by Frostbite, so I will attempt to do that. Like now, Rika, I'm going to need you back up here. Distract him for me, okay? That's a good job right there. Into a Thin Icebreaker, and then into another Thin Icebreaker. Ash of Wars are the way right now. That's exactly what we need. Melees into Thin Icebreakers. That's how we're going to win. And I just got to hope that Rika doesn't die here. I'd really like that if you don't kill her, please, Radagon. I want to take her into the next part of the boss fight. Heavy attack. And now hopefully he's after me. And that means Rika survives for a bit longer. Oh, it's not looking good for her. I think she's dead. Yep, that's it for her. But we have gotten him down to pretty much no HP. And he should be dying any moment now. I don't think we're getting the Frostbite off, sadly. But we are killing him. And it was with a dual exchange, so we're down to 2 flasks going into the Elden Beast fight, but I've done it with less flasks. The only thing I'm wondering is how should I fight this guy? Okay, we've got a Hollow Purple we can use, so I just got to walk up on this guy, and then we Hollow Purple into heavy attacks, into a Cursed Speech. I haven't used this one in a while, actually. We'll just spam a couple of them out, and then we dodge back and we prepare ourselves. I want to get a couple of True Love beams off on this guy. That is what I want. All right, 1, 2, and then another dodge, and a 4th. Big. I need him to be on a long cooldown after using some sort of massive move. This might be it. After he's done with a couple of these attacks. Oh, I kind of failed my opportunity there. All right, we'll keep it to heavy attacking because I have 2 visions for this fight. I want to use a True Love Beam and I want to kill him with Jacob's Ladder because I just think that's going to be quite funny. When do I just fire one at him, you know? Oh, I have to run away from this, actually. What if I just do it now? We're just going to have to rip the Band-Aid off and just go for it. And he just dodged all of it. Okay. Well, I guess we hit him with part of the True Love Beam. But now I'm going to have to save myself to kill him with a Jacob's Ladder. And in order to do that, we need a damage test on him. We need to know how much damage Jacob's Ladder will do to this guy. Okay, and then one last one. So this is the first test. How much are we getting here? 225 damage. That means he's going to have to be very low for us to kill him with it, which I guess is expected. He's got very high resistances to sacred incantations or fundamentalist incantations. I forgot what they're called, but I believe we can do that. Oh, and there is a stagger. What if I just hit him one more time and then we do the crit? I think the good thing about these metal arms or these metal gauntlets is that they have very high poise damage. And I think that's why I see so many fist builds using Iron Ball, because even though it doesn't have blood loss build up on it, it does have very high consistency with stance breaking bosses. And we've just seen that right there. Also very high damage at the same time. We don't want to forget that. But any moment now, this guy should spawn over here. And we've ended up near the edge of the map. Lots of heavy attacks here. Can we get another crit? That would be really good. Although maybe a crit's not ideal here because if I take it, it'll probably kill him. And now we have to get even more careful because heavy attacks might kill this guy. So we need to swap to light attacks. Now if I one-hand it and do another light attack, I should make him low enough. So just after this swing, one more. Did it kill? Did it kill? No, it didn't. And he stands broken, so he has to take the Jacob's Ladder in full force. 270 damage. And it's killed him. Now that is probably the coolest way that I have beat the game. Because, I mean, it's just got so much aura, man. Like, you cannot fault this move. Look at that. But anyway, I have to stop yapping now, and it's time to show the build. So these are my stats. It's very, very heavy in intelligence and faith. It was quite an expensive build to get this running. This could have been done a little bit differently, but I did want a lot of mind because Yuta has a very, very high cursed energy capacity. And moving on to the equipment, we've got a magic Uchi Katana with Beast's Roar for our Katana and Cursed Speech, magic Iron Ball with Hoarfrost Stomp for our metal gauntlets and Thin Icebreaker, Lusat's Glintstone Staff and Finger Seal Steel, Ivory Draped Tabard and Osika Nightgreaves for our clothes, Raven Mask Talisman, Phlox Canvas Talisman, Shard of Alexander, and Magic Scorpion Charm. Now I had a look and there is definitely some other talisman choices that could be taken here in different combinations, such as maybe a Radagon icon, a Winged Sword insignia, or maybe even a two-handed sword talisman. Then moving on to Wondrous Physic, we have Opaline Hard Tier and Opaline Bubble Tier for our Cursed Energy reinforcement, and then our Black Knife Tish summon for Rika. As for our spells, we have a Flame Grant Me Strength for our high Cursed Energy output, a Comet Azure for True Love Beam, Glintstone Stars for Shikigami, Eternal Darkness for Sky Manipulation, Golden Ox for Shrine, Gravitational Missile for Hollow Purple, and Light of Mikola for Jacob's Ladder. I also did have a Scholar's Armament for Cursed Energy before I swapped over my weapons to having the Magic Affinity, so you could do that if you want. But anyway, let's summon Rika out, because this is how I want to end the video, side by side. So yeah, that is it. I actually had a lot of fun with this build because of all the different moves that Yuta has copied from his enemies. However, that did mean that this build is very expensive to use and you will have to do a lot of grinding in order to get to the right level to use all of the spells. For example, I am level 190 right now, but it was worth it because at the end of the day, we had a fun time doing it, apart from going after Consort Radahn. Today, I'm becoming Kashimo in Elden Ring, and with each boss I defeat, I will be earning more and more of my build, and eventually making my way to being one of the most busted characters I have ever played in this game. But before we continue, there will be spoilers all the way up until the end of the manga, so watch at your own risk. Let's do this. We're in here. We've got Kashimo. I don't have any Cursed Energy yet, or a Cursed Technique. We just have bare fists for his fighting style. So I've got to make my way over to Margit so I can beat him and get the first part of my build. I'm turning up now. Let's hope that this goes well first try, because I really want some Cursed Energy. Or just the first part of my build, to be honest. Is Palm Blast going to do a bit of damage? We got 205 there. I think it also reduces damage incoming while you start up the move. Oh, I've missed. Okay, we dodged through there. Use our masterful hand-to-hand combat. Damn, my damage really isn't looking great, but I guess that makes sense because I'm not a max level build right now. Charged up Palm Blast though, and this might be what carries us through the fight until I run out of FP, because I currently only have one FP flask at the moment. But we're getting damage. Okay, we might be onto a second phase very soon, and possibly a poise break. Come on, give me my build. I need to see what it is. I need to know what's next. Okay, I am taking way too much damage trying to put him into a second phase. But we're there now. 200 damage on the Palm Blast, and I am really not doing good in this fight. I've taken way too many hits, and I've only got one flask left to get me to the end of this. So another Palm Blast, and then we take a moment to get back. How did that reach me? And we flashed up, and then we do another Palm Blast. This is definitely going to have to be the go-to for this fight. I really do wish I was better at this, because I'm not really showing much of a display of skill here. Make a move, Margit. I dare you. There we go, Palm Blast. And we dodge in time. Into another Palm Blast. Surely if we hit him with one more, I'll be able to poise break this guy. Nope. No, I haven't. But we're looking like there's a good chance. Ooh, a good chance of getting this done in one try. I don't want to reattempt this. The good thing is, because I don't have any of the build yet, I do have light. Oh, Jesus. I do have light rolls, but it does mean that I don't have any resistances since I don't have armor. Heavy attack. Stance break, please. I got a bit greedy there. Oh, and that is very painful. But I believe in myself here. We can win this. I need to know what's coming next. What will this boss give me when I kill him? And of course, he's spamming even more combos. That's just like him. But we don't have much of the fight left to go. I just need to make it through this without taking a single hit now. But I'm confident it's possible. Oh, and that's close. There we go. One more hit. Oh, I've greeded for it, but I managed to dodge in time. I just need one slip up from you, Margit. That's all I need. Don't be shy. Make your way over. And then after this massive telegraphed attack, boom, he's done. Oh, he's not done. Why is he at 1 HP? There we go. Now it's fixed. That was so weird. And I just realized I wasn't two-handing my weapon that whole fight. That's quite embarrassing. But with that, I should be gaining the first part of my build. Okay, so we have received our Cursed Energy. No techniques yet. We just have the traits. So we have Electrify Armament and Dragon Bolt Blessing. I would have also preferred Cloves, but hopefully that's coming next. And for now, it's time to test this out on some of the enemies nearby. Let's try this out. So we got Dragon Bolt Blessing. Nice, nice. And Electrify Armament. Oh, we can't put that on this weapon. But let's see how this proves. I'm not sure if Dragon Bolt Blessing, if it's just a toughness thing or if it can be used defensively. But what I'm seeing is that it seems to knock back enemies if they hit me. So for example, if this guy tries something, he's going to get a little electric shock. Yeah. What's up with it? Which is going to be really good for just interrupting enemies in general so I can't get comboed. As for Electrify Armament, I'm actually going to get myself a random weapon from nearby. So I'll be back with that. All right, here it is. I took took a very quick trip over to the Gatefront Ruins and got myself a Lord Sorn Greatsword. Now, I know Kashimo isn't really shown using swords. However, he probably would have used one of these in his lifetime. He lived to a very old age in an era that had weapons like this about. And what I'm seeing here is we are doing a lot of damage with the Electrify armament. 271 with a heavy attack. So I think I'm about ready to go and try this out on Godric. I don't think you're going to be ready for this one. Dragon Bolt Blessing into Electrify armament. All right, let's do this. Give me your best shot. Yeah, that was nothing, bro. And we got 256 damage straight away there, which is definitely an improvement from the Margit fight, because I was having to use an Ash of War in order to get 200 damage full stop. Whereas with this, I'm doing 256 per heavy attack. And then we go back in from the skies. Oh, easy dodging. I know what I'm doing here. I may have been hit once there, but I got this. Oh, and that's big damage right there. Smacked him straight in his face. And a crit, and that might have just put him into a second phase. There we go. I've knocked him back into it, and we just go crazy. Make sure I don't get hit here. Flask up. Yeah, this guy is struggling, and I'm going to swap back to my hand style, just for the fun of it, because I didn't get to use a two-handed style against Margit, and it's looking pretty powerful. I may not have an Electrify armament on it, but I'm sure that this Dragon Bolt Blessing is doing something pretty good for me. However, I did just see it disappear, so I'm going to need to do one last Palm Blast. Okay, well, I just found out I don't have enough FP to even do that, so we'll do one more Palm Blast, and now we'll back up. Oh, don't try it. Please don't. Oh, I've dodged too early. I panicked there. I got caught on something and just started panicking. All right, and now Dragon Bolt Blessing into a couple of flasks. Still have 2 left when he's on this low HP. I think this fight is definitely one of the easier ones at the start of the game. More so than Margit, I'd say. Although I did just take a massive hit, which was completely my fault. I was kind of just being really dumb there. But come on, Godric. I got this. Couple heavy attacks. Okay, I need to dodge this correctly. And then a third. I dodged too early. Okay, my timings are a little off right now. Normally, I kill these guys so fast that they don't even get to use that attack. Suddenly, now that I've gotten into the second phase of Godric, I'm doing really bad. What is happening here? However, I'm sure that's just me being arrogant. So any minute now, I should be able to wrap this fight up, but not before I do a Dragon Bolt Blessing again. There it is. Dodge in. And then we do some heavies. I can't wait to kill this guy and get the next part of my build. Take it. And one last hit. There we go. We put the combos on him with our hand-to-hand combat right there. Honestly, using the Lord Sword Greatsword seemed to have more results than using my fist weapon. But it's time to see what part of the build is coming up next. And for that, I have earned my Cloves and Noi Staff, if I've said that right, which also has the Blink Bolt Ash of War on it. So I think it's time to go test that out. And here we have a camp where I can do that. So let's start Dragon Bolt Blessing and Electrify Armament. Now let's try this. Blink Bolt, go! Into a heavy attack. That is some good damage right there. Now, I know this isn't a staff, and it doesn't fight like one either, but this is the closest we can find for anything that resembles his weapon. Blink Bolt again. Oh, stunned him. And then to a heavy. These guys actually can't do anything against me here. Every time I use Blink Bolt, it just stuns him. And then the Electrify armament stops them from being able to retaliate. So I think this next boss fight is going to go down very well. Excuse me, sir, coming through. I just need to get to the boss. So if you can just die for me, please. And I'll be moving on. Just from that one fight, it has become very apparent that I need my Electrify armament and Dragon Bolt Blessing on for my extra damage. So here we go. Cursed Energy. Put this on. And we're ready for business. Hello, Red Wolf of Radagon. I'm sure you're not going to enjoy this fight, and I'm sure I am. Go on, heavy attacks. How much damage are we going to get off? That is a good chunk of his health bar, although I have been greedy there. And the end lag on some of these moves are throwing me off here. Normally, I have faster builds in general. Okay, dodge into a dodge. And now we go heavies with it. Big chunk of damage right there. Oh, and he's doing it again. Don't go doing that. It's not going to end out well for you, because look at this. I'm chunking you now. And the Noi Staff is looking pretty damaging. No idea if I'm saying that name right still. Although actually, if I look closer, it is only 240 damage. But it does the job on the Red Wolf of Radagon. That was a very fast fight. And I didn't really get to use my Blink Bolt much. But let's see what I earned for that. So I've earned a Lightning Scorpion Charm Talisman and Lightning Spear, which is part of Kashimo's Cursed Energy manipulation, where he does something called Lightning Discharge. So let's try this out against Moongrum. Can he take the heat? No, he can't. He can't just let me do that. All right. Oh, I've accidentally used a flask. Okay, well, I have to just put up with it. I've already made this fight way harder for myself than it has to be. Lightning Spear again. Stay back, bro. Stay back. Let me get my armaments off. Yeah, of course you're not. This would be really useful if I had Dragon Bolt Blessing on right now as well. It would stop him from being able to combo me at all. All right, how about now? Dragon Bolt Blessing. Using the terrain to my advantage. And now Lightning Spear. Into a Blink Bolt. Keep him stunned. I think the more I do this, the less he can retaliate. And now we start two-handing. Don't let him flask. Don't let him flask. There's no way. He's going to do it any second now. He did it, but can I take him out? How is he managing to hit me through this? Lightning armament is supposed to stop him from being able to retaliate. But there we go. We've made it into the Rennala fight with 4 flasks left. So it's not looking too bad. Okay, we just got to do the usual thing here and just make our way into the second phase any moment now. Hopefully without taking too much damage. How have I missed the attack there? Okay, and now you. Let's hope I can get a lot of damage on Rennala here. I don't want to be stuck in this first phase for too long. And we've done more than half of her health. That's good. Can we get one more hit? That isn't bad at all. I was expecting this phase to take way longer than that, actually. So we'll take it. And you, I can hear you singing back here. Where are you? Yeah, stop that right now. There we go. We should be into the second phase any moment now. You're done. Okay, as for this, the game plan is dodge this Comet Azure or not. Then we start putting on all of my cursed energy. Now we get Electrify Armament on. There we go. Now I've timed the dodge better. Lightning Spear, go. 188 damage isn't too bad. Now we just dodge this. And now we're in here. Hopefully, she shouldn't be able to get away from me too much because of my lightning armament just staggering. And she gets staggered like anyway in these fights. However, I do need to flask now. And now we blink bolt in. Oh, I didn't manage to catch her with it. Okay, it seems like that move's not going to be all that useful here. But what will be useful is just running at her. Can he hit Rennala? No, he can't. She's just immune to it. Okay, I'm going to get my FP up here. We put our Dragon Ball Blessing back on. And we're ready for business again. Please don't be a Bloodhound Knight. Excuse me, fellas. I'm just coming through. I need to kill your summoner. She keeps running, though. And my electric armament has come off. So I'm going to have to put that back on. And now we get in there again. Bro, stop using your spinning weapons. That's not going to work. The only person who deserves a spinning weapon around here is me. I won't let you copy my Juju. Oh, she should be dead so soon. Any second now. Don't summon someone. And we've won. I just got to get back from the troll. And I'm ready to claim the next part of my build. Okay, nice. Now this is more like it. We've finished the rest of our lightning discharge moves with some blue lightning here, frozen lightning spears, and our honed bolt. Now I'm really excited for this frozen lightning spear because this is Kashimo's style. Let's try it out. Who's here? Frozen lightning spear. Oh, God. I was not expecting that. So we put down an area in front of us that then just strikes down with blue lightning. How about you guys? You're looking at me a little bit funny here. What's up with you two? How about some of this? Blue lightning. That is a lot of damage. And another. Oh my God, we are so powerful. Now this is where the build's really starting to ramp up and I'm getting excited. So with this, I think we're ready to go to the capital. They're not ready for what they're about to get hit with. Hello, unsuspecting bubble person. How about one of these? Does this one-shot him? Surely. Okay, it didn't, but the amount of damage on that is insane. What about some honed bolts? 1, 2, 3, and it kills. Now, I do wish I had a bit more mind on this build, but I would have to go above like level 70 in order to do that, which would make me a little bit too overpowered for this Godfrey fight coming up. So we'll just have to make do with this. You know, the great thing about this fight coming up is that Godfrey's shade is actually weakest to lightning, and this entire build is all about it. So something tells me that this fight is about to be very easy. Therefore, this next part of the build is going to be, it's going to be coming up fast. And then we apply our electrify armament. Frozen lightning spear. Let's just hope he doesn't jump up and out of the way. 497 damage. That's big. And he's already taken so much just from a couple of hits. You can really see how weak he is against the lightning. Oh, I've ran out of stamina though. But we're just about fine. I hope I can stance break this guy. It's looking like my endurance isn't the best for this. Oh, and I kind of greeded there in hopes that I would get a stance break. And again, I keep greeding. All right, let's just take a step back. Jump that somehow with iframes. That move is a little confusing sometimes, actually. Come on, poise break this guy. Am I really not poise breaking him? I thought lightning was great for this. All right, while he walks at me, more frozen lightning. 497 damage. That's so good. You're going to regret that. Easily telegraph move right there. And I've greeded. Yeah, I have greeded. But we'll greed again. And it worked out. Okay, I probably should, though, just in case. I should flask up, because even though I've got so many, it doesn't hurt to be safe. And he is dead. So yeah, it's like I said, that fight did turn out to be very easy. And so we got our rewards coming up. It is looking like our base form is complete, because now my weapons have the lightning affinity on them, and we got a talisman, plus our Wondrous physic is now mixed. So I'm pretty certain that on this next fight, I should start getting stuff towards my pink lightning, and hopefully my mythical beast amber form. Let's do this, Morgoth. I'm going to start off with some buffs, and I get to find out what this Wondrous physic's all about now that we finally got it. So one thing's for certain is this is definitely going to be a lot easier now. Oh, just make sure I dodge this first before I start yapping, because of my lightning being infused in my weapons as an affinity. Rather than having to take the time and lose out on scaling from using an incantation for the electrify armament. And I've already started with a decent bit of damage there. If I just dodge back from this, hit him with a lightning spear, 575 damage, that's quite good. How about a honed bolt? 486? Something tells me that this might not go too bad. I have quite a decent bit of damage ready for this fight. Although I do want to knock him into a second phase soon because he is starting to get a bit of a rhythm going. And if he starts to really get into his groove here, then I'm going to have problems. Okay, I can dodge that. Surely second phase now. Okay, and then we get back and we just start spamming honed bolts. Let's see how many we can get off. When do his resistances go? Okay, I've ran out of FP, but that's fine. We've got a lot of FP left for this guy. Lightning spear. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. What about another one? Lightning spear. I really want to land a frozen lightning spear on this guy. And this might be the opportunity. Never mind. I just need a moment where he lets up so then I can use my frozen lightning spear here. And that was a close call. I was very low there. How about now? Will he just walk into it? Please. 973 damage. That's great. And another. I'll take a bit of damage for that. I don't mind because we trade even more back to him. However, I do need to FP up. We're running low on flasks here. I might just hit him with another lightning spear just from afar. Okay, wait, never mind. I forgot he kind of just dodges those. How about Dragon Bolt Blessing? What if I just keep running back from this guy? Is there really much he can do? If I just stay back here and I spam out frozen lightning spears, what is he going to do in retaliation, you know? How about another one? I hope I can kill him with this incantation. That'd be amazing. Just don't run at me. You just keep walking on forward. Oh, that was a massive hit. I've been got by there. I am a little bit ashamed by the way I'm playing this fight out, but we might as well play it safe. And this incantation just has the most damage in my kit anyway. But there it is. We got a dual exchange and he's gone. I just wish I could have done that fight in a little bit more style because some of you may be yelling at your screens right now and already taken to the comments to be furious with me and how I wrapped up that last half of the fight. But it's time to get my rewards. Okay, so we've got the start of the mythical beast Amber form, which is the Dragon Bolt of Florisax and Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. So with that, it's time to go and head over to the Fire Giant. Okay, so I've cut to being straight here. I'll be honest, I didn't really fight anything on the way. I just speed ran my way over because I'm not a massive fan of the enemies in the mountaintops of the giants. But at last, we're here for the boss fight. And I think before he notices me, we're going to try this out. Mythical Beast Amber. Damn, I'm looking kind of crazy with it now. And then we move in. Okay, please dodge that. Good going, good going. I'm just going to start with a bit of a flurry here. I want to get him to stay still before I start using any of my incantations. But hopefully, once this brace goes down, I should be able to try something out. But I just need to make that happen. There we go. Now we go Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. How much damage is that? 4,000? I did not know we had it like that. I'm looking pretty hopeful for this Mythical Beast Amber stuff. Now we just make this detonate and we get out. And any moment now, I should be able to move back in. There we go. We're in. Let's just hope he doesn't move around too much. I'm really not sure how many times I'm going to be able to use that Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike because it takes a long time to wind up. And this guy is kind of active. He moves like the General G, this one. Bare active and stuff. Oh, okay. Right. We just got to stay back for a second. Actually, while he does that, I should be able to move back and get my form going again. And then hopefully when I get him into this second phase anytime now, he should be nice and still for us. I just got to make that happen. At any moment now, there we go. We've got him down to the right health. Please don't roll away. Just let me try this out on you, my friend. Nice. I'll just stand here. Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. Oh, I have been hit there, though. I'd say that was worth the trade because that was 3,400 damage. I also forgot to use my Wondrous physic earlier. And then we go back in with another Ancient Dragon Lightning Strike. And then a second on top. Boom. Another 4,000 damage. This guy is actually getting minced. What is going on? I didn't realize Kashimo was this strong. This incantation's insane. He has just been wiped out so fast. That is the quickest fire giant fight I've ever done. And it was insanely easy. I guess this mythical beast stuff ain't nothing to scoff at. So we've earned our rewards already. Okay, so we've earned one more incantation for our form and an insanely powerful talisman, which has me very hopeful for this next fight coming up. So without further ado, it's time to go to the Faramazula. I'm so excited to try this out. We just got to get to our test subjects. And just after a little bit of parkour, we'll be there. Okay, let's see. What do I want to start out with here? Maybe we start nice and slow with just a lightning spear. I have just made myself fall off the edge. That's not good. I'm gonna lie, the lightning spear did a lot of damage just then. How about a honed bolt? 1 and a 2. 800 damage for 2 of those isn't so bad. Even my base moves are quite powerful. How about next up, we go for the big dog. Frozen lightning spear. 1,500 damage for that. Maybe just lightning incantations in general, insanely overpowered. And then we'll try out the new one, Ancient Dragon's Lightning Spear. How much damage are we going to get for that? 1,000 damage, and then we pop another. The guy's dead. Oh, hold on. We got the gang up after me now. Let's not get hasty, fellas. Let's whoa, 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 whoa. Look, guys, just let me test out one move. I swear it's harmless. I will go up into the cheese spot. Look, Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. Yeah, and that's what you get. That's exactly what you get. How dare you chase after me? So, yeah, this build's looking pretty powerful. And I really don't think the Godskin duo are ready for this. All right, any second now. I'll be right around the corner. No way, he's just hit me. I get it. You want to be a boss too, but not everyone can be one. But anyway, Dragon Bolt of Florisax on. We walk up nice and close. Hello, fellas. How's it going? Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. How much can we do here? That's a big chunk. I just got to run away for a sec. Oh, that is painful. Yeah, I'm not good at these moves. And then to use the last bit of my FP, Lightning Spear, 900 damage. That's good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If I can get away with not fighting them and just attacking them from afar with incantations, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Hello guys, narrator Quince here. I pretty much spent this fight just running away from these guys and spamming incantations, so I'm not gonna bore you with the whole thing. But here's just a compilation of every incantation I used. And as you can see, very powerful, very damaging. And right about now, we should be coming up to the end of the fight. I just need one hit and they should be finished. There we go. Oh my god, that was stressful. We had no flasks left, and well, that was a rough one. But we did beat them, and I can get my new moves. So with that, I have completed the build with the addition of Lanso's Glaive and Fortisax's Lightning Spear. So let's give those a good try out on this guy down here. I'm sure he's unsuspecting. Let's go, Fortisax Lightning Spear. Oh, from the heavens, he has just not had a chance to react. And then how about Lanso's Glaive? Okay, let's do it as fast as I can. 782 damage, probably more to be gained there if I manage to hit the wave after it. And besides, coming up, I have a better place to do my damage testing. And here we are. Now, I'm not sure how many of these incantations I'm going to be able to try out on him, since he's so fast and sticks with you. Therefore, instead, I'll just try and get my buffs off. I cannot believe that guy's just hit me through the boss wall. And then attempt to do a Lanso's Glaive. Does this reach him? No, it doesn't. Okay, it's going to be way closer range, which means we just have to go for good old-fashioned normal boss fights. We just do a couple of light hits here and there, and hopefully survive through this phase until the point where I can try out my incantations. All right, get in there, get in there. It's not looking great on damage here. I'm not sure why I'm only doing 350 to this guy. So it's looking like it's going to be a little bit of a slower ride until I get to the second phase, because for some reason, I'm just not doing all that much damage to him. Oh, get out, get out, get out. Or if I just stand here, I should be safe. But of course, he used it as a smoke screen to attack me. I guess that's smart. I can't really get mad at him for that. Come on, come on. I can see it around the corner any moment now. I'm going to hit him back into a second phase. If I just run around this side. Okay, there we go. Finally, I can try out my incantations. All right, we're going to start off nice and easy with a normal lightning spear. 680 damage. That's not bad at all. And then we need some FP. All right, now, Fortisax lightning spear. It didn't do much damage at all. Only 350. I guess he probably has resistances against Ancient Dragon Lightning, because to be fair, he is in an area filled with Ancient Dragon Lightning. So I guess we'll go back to basics. How about we buff ourselves up with a Dragon Bolt's Blessing, and then we start dodging. Oh, I can easily deal with this. That's my favorite move. And so now we've done that. Frozen Lightning Spear. Please. Do like thousands of damage. Okay, only 500, but that wasn't too bad. How about a honed bolt? 340 damage. I'm guessing lightning spear is just the way to go then. 400 damage every single time, and I can just start running back and spamming them out on this guy. Because I guess if Ancient Dragon Lightning's not gonna work, we just make do with the next best thing. Oh, and that was a very close dodge. Heavy attack, please. That's not bad damage there. Come on, 400 damage. And then, now that I've avoided that, we do another one and he's dead. It is kind of a shame that he has a lot of resistance to Ancient Dragon Lightning. But in the next fight, we'll get to see the true damage. And there is no extra moves to gain now from this point onwards because I hit full build after the Godskin duo fight. Okay, I'm not so sure on how this fight against Gideon's gonna go. I don't have a plan for this one. So we'll just turn up and see what happens. Hello, Gideon, my friend. I'm just gonna very quickly pop some buffs over here before you start talking, so don't pay it any mind. There's going to be something that's about to happen to you in a second. Don't worry about that. So let me just use this move real quick. Fortisax's lightning spear, and now let me use a second one. Just don't interrupt me, please. There we go. And we have taken so much of his health already. Now I guess I just keep on him. If I just don't allow him to use any... No, he's going to use one. He's going to use one. Oh, I got him. Yeah, so I guess winging it wasn't so bad after all. That actually might be my fastest Gideon fight. That is crazy. I just didn't give him a second, and he only hit me with one move. So we're already on to Godfrey, and I feel like this fight is going to go pretty easily since he has a weakness for lightning, which probably also means that he has a weakness for ancient dragon lightning. So really, we've pretty much already won this fight. Like, I'm going to go ahead and get arrogant already because I don't think this guy has the chops to deal with us. I think Kashimo is just that powerful. But of course, before we actually walk in, we're going to need to use a Dragon Bolt of Florisax, one of these, and so we go in. All right, let's hope and pray. I'm pretty sure he won't be able to reach me, so if I start my incantation now, how much damage are we looking at? Okay, it skipped him. How about if I try it again now? How much damage are we looking at? 1,200 damage for just one part of that incantation. Oh, and I have greeted a bit there. It's fine, though. If I just run back a little bit, and then if I just try it now. Florisax Lightning Spear. Can we reach him with that? No, we haven't. He just jumped over it. Makes sense. He wasn't just going to let me land all of them. So maybe next up it's time to try some normal lightning stuff, like Lightning Spear into a Honed Bolt. See, I'm taking note of the damage right now that I'm doing. Oh, and I also need to take note of what he's doing right there. So Lightning Spear is currently taking the cake for just how fast it is to activate. What about Frozen Lightning Spear? How much can we get here? 1,200. That's not so bad, you know. I think we'll try one more Ancient Dragon incantation. And now I've made my decision. It's looking like Lightning Spear is absolutely the way for me here. All right, let's start doing it. Lightning Spear at 900 into dodging over that. And then we just need to get past that part of the move. And then another Lightning Spear into another. Okay, that is a bit greedy, though. I can understand where we've gone wrong there. How about some more, though? How about just a couple more? And then eventually, he's going to be into a second phase. Any second now. What about with the Honed Bolt? Will this get him into it? Oh, it did. I think if I hadn't gotten him into a second phase there, things might have been looking rough. Don't get hasty with it now. Okay, I need to somehow make enough distance where I can just start spamming out some incantations. And that really didn't seem like enough distance. However, this is going to be a good opportunity. Now spam him. Honed Bolt. Okay, so it's really looking like using incantations against this guy is just not worth it. I have already gone through all of my health flasks just because I've been trying to hit incantations. And so it just ain't worth it. Like, it's actually insane to me how much worse I've done at this fight than I usually do because I've been so obsessed with trying to hit incantations. Whereas right now, I'm doing a whole lot better in this fight because I'm just fighting him normally. So yeah, gone are the days of incantations apart from just a cheeky one right there. It ain't worth it. Especially when I can just run around him, dodging all happy and merry and doing some light attacks to shave his health off. Because every single time I use an incantation, I just get punished for it. Like, it's just not fun. So there we go. There's the rant over and we killed him. Hopefully against the next boss, this won't be so painful. Okay, let's give this a try. I'm starting to think that maybe I'll have to save my incantations for the second phase of this fight, but we'll see. I also realized I just forgot to buff myself up, so we'll just save all of that until we get to the second phase, because for now, I just got to survive and beat Radagon. You are already starting to get on my nerves here, man. You are really starting to annoy me with just these chain of attacks where you don't let up. And let me get to the Elden Beast. Any moment now, I'm going to get in my groove and I'll stop losing flasks because I should not already be down to 3 flasks while fighting you. That is for certain. Something about this build has made me play just worse in these boss fights because I've grown so accustomed to using incantations. It feels like my skill in this game has been dulled by playing with these incantations. I've gotten too used to how overpowered they were, but we're getting into the groove now. I'm just hoping that maybe I can... Oh, hold up. I'm hoping that maybe I can stance break this guy. Come on, let's get this done already. I want to move on to the fun part of the fight. There we go, big dodge. Couple of hits. We're only getting 700 damage per couple of attacks. But he's low. I just need to dodge one more. Any moment now, he'll let up. And there we go. There it is. Oh my god, we're finally into the Elden Beast fight. Let's actually have some fun now. We've done our chores, and now it's time to buff up and get ready. I don't think he can reach me with that fire if I'm all the way over here. Then we're going to get our flask up, and let's get moving in. We want to use one of every single move that we have here before we beat this guy. All right, Florisax Lightning Spear. 1,200 damage from it. Next up, we'll use Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike, but we just need a moment where he calms down. All right, this is not calm. This is very far from calm. Please just refrain from doing that and allow me to hit this incantation. Thank you very much. Only 400 damage. All right, we're not using that one again. But then we've got normal Ancient Dragon's Lightning Spear after we get out of this. All right, Ancient Dragon's Lightning Spear. We missed. I guess I have to try that again. And now we use another one, but we don't hold it down. 200 damage. Okay, that's not looking great for us. All right, what about Lanzo's Glaive? 800, that's big. All right, we found a good move. And we've used most of our spells. What about Lightning Spear? That's not bad. 500, or more like 600 actually. Frozen Lightning Spear, 1,400 if we hit it on him. And then I think our last incantation we have to use is Honed Bolt. And I think I should just be able to hit that from here. Okay, never mind, I can't. We'll wait for him to come back down from that attack, and then we'll get to try it out. All right, Honed Bolt, go. How much are we getting? 500, that's not bad. But it's looking like our best moves were Fortisax's Lightning Spear. So let's give that another test. Go on, do it. 1,000 damage, please. Okay, maybe it wasn't our best move. But Lanzo's Glaive was, come on, 800 damage. 300. Okay, I think I actually have to land the move on him and not the wave. And then Frozen Lightning Spear was good. So after he uses that, Frozen Lightning Spear, about 1,000 damage for this. Oh, that's big. I think that's what I'm going to finish him off with, actually. So that's what we're going to do. There we go. Frozen Lightning Spear. Give me the damage. 1,100. That's big. Into more Frozen Lightning Spears. This is actually a really cool move to kill him with, though, because it's in line with Kashimo's Blue Lightning. So we'll just keep spamming that out. Can I use another one? Can I just keep it up? Okay, I missed. Maybe I shouldn't be spamming them then. It's actually crazy how much damage this build has potential to do once you get into the right situations. It very much seems like this guy and the Fire Giant are the best people to fight with this build, because you need them to get hit by the entirety of your move rather than just an afterthought of the move. We use a couple Lightning Spears. Oh, we could only use one just to chunk him down a little bit while we're waiting for the next FP flask. And now Frozen Lightning Spear. And then we walk back a little bit. And then we use another one. This might kill him, actually. Yes, that's insane. 1,800. Okay, I've learned something new about that incantation right at the end of the video. But there we have it. We've defeated him. I'm not gonna lie, this was quite fun to film. Actually gaining my moves from fighting the bosses was way more fun than collecting them myself. And I mean, look at this. How can you not have fun using moves like that? Is that not insane? One final blue lightning for the boys, and let's get into the build. So these are my stats. You could definitely cut off a couple of points from strength and dexterity because I needed them towards the start of the video when I didn't have electrify armament yet. As for the equipment, we have a hand-to-hand combat there, lightning dryleaf arts, lightning twin blade with blink bolt on it, even though I didn't use it that many times, finger seal, ivory draped tabard, aristocrat boots, lightning scorpion charm, flux canvas talisman, two-handed sword talisman, and rotten winged sword insignia. You could swap this out for the normal winged sword insignia, which is significantly easier to get. In the Wondrous physic, we have the lightning shroud in cracked tier and the faith knot crystal tier. Then for our incantations, we have the dragon bolt blessing, lightning spear, frozen lightning spear, honed bolt, dragon bolt of Florisax, ancient dragon's lightning strike, ancient dragon's lightning spear, Lanzo's glaive, Fortisax's lightning spear, and I did have an electrify armament earlier before I put on my lightning affinities. But that is that. We have finished the build and we beat all of the bosses, the main ones at least. So we have found out that Kashimo is insanely overpowered, which I guess probably isn't a shock to many people at all. Today I'm going to be playing Higuruma in Elden Ring, and for each boss I defeat, I'll be unlocking more and more of my build. However, before we continue, there will be spoilers for the manga and anime. I mean, I got Higuruma here. He's looking a bit like an emo right now, and I couldn't figure out what kind of weapon Higuruma would have used before getting his lawyer stuff. So we got a wakizashi because it just sounds Japanese. Now what I need to do is get to Margit as fast as possible because he has the first part of my build. And so once I kill him, I should earn it back. But now it's time to get myself over there and take a crack at it. Okay, I'm hoping for good things here. No idea how this fight's gonna go because after doing a little damage test on the enemies in the woods, I'm really not all that certain about my damage. But maybe if I two-hand this thing and get ready, let's see. Can we do good damage? We got 71 per hit. We've managed to get a decent starting point here without getting hit. Oh, I just knew he was going to come down with one of those. And it's looking like we're going to be in this fight for a long run. Okay, dodge that. Oh, he's trying to pull fast ones on me. But luckily, because of the fact that I have no armor right now, I actually have light dodges, which gives me a very good chance at avoiding most of his attacks. Okay, this is an easy dodge. And then when he comes back around, hopefully we can get a couple of hits. And we got 216. I do know that this weapon has blood loss build up on it, so I can just hope that I get one of those off on him and that will be the main part of my damage. We got a nice bit there, 400 in total. The problem is, I'm not seeing any blood loss build-ups here. And because he keeps jumping away from me, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get a blood loss on him because it takes so long to actually land a hit on this guy with how much he's jumping about. What is he doing? Oh, that was a heavy hit. There we go. We got one. But as I said, he's starting to bug me here, which is kind of ruining my dodge timings. I'm getting a bit hasty with it. I got to stop myself from tilting or else I will lose this fight. And that part of my build will be gone. Oh, okay. Calm it down, please. Thank you. Okay, that's a good attack for me, though. That's an easy dodge with a couple of hits on it. We might be able to get another bloodlust build up to finish the fight with. Just got to play it well. I don't know why I dodged there. That was really silly of me. What happens if I try and quick step him? I know I shouldn't get experimental here, but just for the fun of it, I might try a couple quick steps. Like now. That wasn't bad. But I'm now down to 1 flask, and this guy will not let up. Please, blood loss. Yes! And we've managed to kill him. I am so glad that blood loss came in clutch right when we needed it, as we were about to start losing the fight. But it's time for the rewards. Okay, so we have our cloves now, and we have the closest thing to a gavel, the war pick. The only thing with this war pick, though, is I do attack the wrong way around. So I hit enemies with the sharp side of the war pick, and not the part that looks like a gavel. But from what I'm seeing here, it's quite powerful. And I'm not even two-handing it. But I've got a better place to go test this. Okay, before the Godric fight, let's see how we do against the troll. So first up, I want to get rid of these guys. Nice and fast on one. And then get the other guy out of the way before the troll attacks. That would be great. Lovely stuff. Now, I don't have cursed energy just yet. I've just got, like, my lawyer stuff at the moment. Until... Oh, I'm getting stomped on. And hopefully, I should get my cursed energy next because it's a pretty basic thing in Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, he is doing a big jump. Easy dodge. I'm doing way less damage than I was hoping for. Maybe this Godric fight isn't going to go amazing. Oh, we've knocked the troll, though. We'll give him a couple more hits. I can't run around and get the crit. He's fallen in a very, very silly place for me. But overall, the damage isn't looking too bad. I think we may have a chance against Godric. And to be honest, I kind of need to do well if I want to get the next part of my build. So let's do this. Sadly, I don't have any useful Ash of Wars, so it's just going to be base gameplay. He's not already starting out with this move. You've got to be joking. Maybe if I go for the strat of heavies, then... Oh, how has that hit me, though? Then hopefully... I'll be able to knock him into a crit because there's not really much else I can go for in the ways of strategy because all I've got is just a weapon. Things are very basic right now. Roll around, I dare you. I'm not going to get caught by that this time. We're playing it nice and safe. Although actually, the more I play this safe... Why did I jump so early? The more I play this safe, the faster he's going to get his poise back, which doesn't bode well for a stance break. All right, last hit from him. Heavies. Come on, Godric. I know you want to fall. I know you do. Any moment now, just let me get a crit. This is quite boring gameplay here, man. I want to get onto the rest of my build. And you're standing in the way. I guess less standing and more front-on assaulting me. Oh, nice. Into a second phase. Maybe I should have actually gone for a crit there, actually. That might have been a better idea. And then we'll try and get some attacks in. All right, we should be looking at big damage here. How many heavy attacks can we get off towards his stance break before... we get absolutely minced for it. Here we go. There's the crit. We're still looking at 6 flasks while he's down at not very much health. Oh, I need to run back from that, though, actually. He is not taking it laying down. Come on, do your rolling attack. I can easily dodge that. And we just keep on him with the gavel. There's no way he just did that on my face. And I jumped too early, but I managed to get down in time to dodge. Oh, 245 damage with a jumping attack, though. Maybe I need some more of those. Some jumping heavies could be the play. And we stance broken him into a crit hit. He's got no health left. Jumping heavies is absolutely the way here. But if I greed and die now, that would be very embarrassing. So I just got to calm it for a second. And then we got a light. And he's gone. We've pretty comfortably gotten to the next part of the build. Okay, and there it is. We got our cursed energy, and we also have a bigger version of the gavel. I was hoping for the gavel of Heimer here, but I'm sure we'll get that later. I've made it, and this guy's already attacking me before I even have a chance to retaliate. However, he seems to not be a match for this new gavel I have. So let's make it through to the boss, and then I'll be able to try out my cursed energy on this guy. I'm going to apply it now before I go in, just because I know this wolf moves fast. So let's do it. Let's see what you got. This should definitely be a setup for a heavy attack, which only did 200 damage. Not insane, but after he does his combo, there's no way he just sent me right there. I was trying to say that this will be enough damage for him. And then he's coming around. Does he do a jump? He's not doing his full combo, which is definitely throwing me off quite a bit. Let's try some jump heavies. Oh, I got a bit greedy there. And then when he jumps up and does his third attack, now I can come back in again. Not bad damage, I can say that. So let's swap over to our big gavel now and see just how much more damage we get from that. Only 30, which is actually way less than what I thought. But it does feel like it packs a bigger punch just from how heavy the weapon is. I'm not going to lie. Come on, bring it. Oh, and we can get a crit off of him. which I didn't land, but we killed him. I guess that's the difference between the two gavels, is that this bigger one carries much more poise damage. There it is. That's what I was hoping for. We now have the Gavel of Heimer, or Heimer. I actually might have been saying that wrong the whole time. It might be Heimer. And we also got the first talisman of our build. However, I'm not sure how useful this is going to be in the Rennala fight because she has very high magic negation, but we'll see what we can do with this. Hello, Moongrum. I won't apply anything, but we will try out this Gavel. Go! 266 damage. That is a lot. And he just tried to parry me right after that, but luckily didn't. He's somehow failing his parries. I'll take that. I need that shield to go. I just want to fight him without using much FP. That Gavel was just for the fun of it. The more that shield's here, the worse this is for me. Come on, swap to the offensive. Oh, I broke his shield. I should have taken the crit there. Now he swapped to his staff, and we keep on the pressure before he can attack back. Oh, a bit of hesitation had me caught out there. He's got no flasks left anymore, and he's trying to use them. Hopefully, I don't lose too many of my own from this fight. Oh, I've dodged way too early there. But he's on a sliver of health now. Do any sort of attack. I'll retaliate. And he's gone. We only lost one flask before the Rennala fight, so we'll take that. And hopefully this will go down pretty well for us. All right, I've got tactics for this fight. We swap to the faster attacking weapon for this phase. And then when we get into the second phase, that's when we swap over to our more damaging weapon with more poise on it. But for now, we just got to lay it into her. Let's hope we can get out of this phase as fast as possible. I think it's going to take longer than just 2 from the looks of my damage here. But if I can get one more and then dodge out, there's a very slim chance that I can get this done. Get out my way, bro. In 2 attempts, or in 2 falls, I guess. Come back down, Rennala. All right, let's put in the work. Let's hope and pray that I can kill her in this one without having to sit for another one of those phases. One more attack. One more. There it is. Okay, we got into the second phase with just 2 falls. See if I can get a flask up here after this Comet Azure. There we go. Nice, nice. Then we swap. She's doing another one. Excuse me. To our Scholar's Armament. Then we go running over. Just dodge a couple of attacks. Not sure how I got hit by both of those weapon spin things. All right, let's do the Gavel. 56 damage. It's not good, but it did knock her down, which definitely meant something there. However, this fight is probably not going to be all that great for a build like this, especially since we are magic heavy. And I am just currently running around a whole lot right now. Okay, there we go. There's our opportunity to get some hits. If I just dodge this rebound, then we get a couple more. Oh, she's letting me get away with this right now because she's trying to use the spinning weapon, but it's not working. Oh, this is going to be the point where she starts bringing in summons, but I managed to stance break her into a crit. Let's get a couple more before she summons. If I dodge, though, at the right time, I get even more attacks, and that is a very big chunk. Now, we're not going to play silly here. Now we swap to the big Gavel, and we start putting in the work. You know, I had no idea how vulnerable she is when she's using her summons if you just dodge at the right timing, because the amount of damage we got off there. Okay, 1 attack. How is she backstepping at the right time? 1 attack, 2. Oh, how did that not kill her? And a 3rd. There we go. She's dead. Not gonna lie, that fight actually didn't go so bad. The amount of damage we got while she was using a summon went a very long way for us. And so the next part of the build's coming up. So after that, I've earned the Nox Flowing Hammer because Higuruma's Gavel is part of his innate technique, allowing him to be able to change its form. On top of that, we got another talisman, and my war pick now has the magic affinity on it. So I think we're in for business here, and I'm ready to try this out on the next fight. We've arrived, and I'm ready to get this show on the road. I'm really not sure how I'll do against this guy, but even if my weapons aren't all that great, I'm actually not that bad at this boss fight in general, so we should be fine here. I can already taste the next part of the build on the way. Okay, let's get in here. It's time to try out this new weapon. What's up, Godfrey? Oh, bad idea. How much damage do we get for that? 405, and we just about dodge in time, and then we dodge through this, wait for the swing back, get a couple of these. 190. Not insane damage compared to what we've been looking at from the other weapons. Let's see, though. Just for a control, after he does a big attack here, we'll come through with a Gavel of Heimer. All right, go. Gavel of Heimer. Oh, and I missed. I don't think I'm going to be able to land this one on him, but we'll try one more time. So after the stomp, yeah, he moves too fast. Just let it happen. I want to damage test this sorcery. Okay, what about now? Gavel of Heimer. 380. That's pretty good. So I think this Nox hammer is just lacking right now. But to be fair to it, I don't think it works very well with my stats at the moment because I've got heavy intelligence and you can't actually change this weapon to having the magic affinity on it. But let's see. Can we get an Ash of War going? We got the first part of the Ash of War, but not much more than that. So let's swap back to our small Gavel. I believe in it. This is where the damage is going to come through. I just need to get a chance where I can attack. Only 197. Okay, maybe the damage isn't coming through, but we'll just play this nice and smooth. Don't take any risks, and we'll have the next part of the build on the way. Oh, 312 for a heavy attack. What about a jumping heavy? 318. Not all that much extra. We'll take it. Oh, I've gotten greedy there. That makes sense that I'd get punished for something like that. It would be cool to get a crit on this guy. I don't know if I've ever seen myself get a crit on Godfrey Shade before. I don't even know if you can stance break him. Like, surely you can, right? Come on. Just the more jumping attacks I do, the more chance I have of stance breaking him. However, I am very low on health right now. So let's flask up. Oh, and you can stance break him. All right, the crit hit coming up. Does it kill? Does it kill? Is he on 1 HP? I think he's dead. And there we have it. We are going to get the next part of the build already. Okay, so I feel like we're starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel here because all I got was part of my domain amplification and a Godfrey icon. Now, I'm not complaining for getting extra parts of the build, but I was hoping for a little bit more there. So I guess we'll test our damage out on this guy. All right, let's see. How much faster is my casting time because of Godfrey icon? Not insanely better. But I can just keep this guy pinned on the ground with a bunch of Gavel of Hammers. That's pretty cool. I also realized I haven't applied my levels yet. I'm just going to spam these out. Can I keep them going? I think next up on the list is definitely upping my mind. Okay, Gavel of Hammer, go. Spam them out. Don't let this guy move. Oh, that wasn't much that I could do there. Okay, I just need him to do a move that puts him on a long cooldown. Well, longest cooldown that these assassins can get after he stops doing some random ass combo. Gavel of Hammer, go. Spam them out. Don't let him get up. Or don't let her get up. I forgot. These assassins are all female. Now we do some more flasks. And we should be able to finish the job anytime now. Do a jumping attack. I dare you. You know what? I'm just going to start using them now. You're not going fast enough. So I'm just going to kill you. That is a very fun move. At least some of this build is pretty good. Let's do this, Margit. I don't have very high hopes for this. But we'll see how we go. So if I manage to get... Oh my god, he's come straight at me. And drop a domain amplification. Hopefully all magic-based attacks should do more damage in here. So if I just have him fight me inside this circle, I've dodged too early. Look at that, 350 damage. Now it's very hard to stay in this circle while fighting him, but it's something. And it stays here for a while. I've managed to keep him kind of close to it, to be fair. I'm quite proud of myself. Oh, and look at the value we're getting right now. Oh, I do need to get back though. Not bad value for that Terra Magica. I wonder if I can get off a Gavel of Hammer on this guy. I've decided it's definitely Hammer now. Go, Gavel! 677 damage, that's good. And then when he comes back, we use one more. Unless he pulls a pretty cheeky move on us. Oh, massive. 677 again. Okay, we need to get back and use some more flasks. I almost got hit by a eruption there. Come back in, Morgott. I've got the solution for you. Just after he does that. Gavel, go. Can I dodge? No, I didn't dodge in time, but the damage is pretty good. He's pushed me away from my domain amplification, like, area. But let's get another one without the Terra Magica. So it definitely does have a difference. But to be fair, we're not doing all that bad. I thought it was going to be a whole lot worse. Go, Gavel! Am I going to get hit here? No, I managed to dodge out. That's good. I'm just going to spam these Gavels. They're actually really fun. And then does he come around with a quick one? Oh, that actually caught me on the tail end of it. Into a he's going to kill me move. Into a Gavel. And can we do a second one? Let's get greedy with it. We actually got a second one off. And I somehow managed to dodge. Okay, this fight is going surprisingly well, unless I die. We've got 4 flasks left, and we have enough FP to kill this man. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Okay, war pick, light attack. I missed because I was too busy casting a spell I couldn't cast. And now he's too far away from me. We drop another one of these. And then we dodge in over the top of that. Gavel into a second Gavel. And we killed him through one of his moves. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of sleeping on Terra Magica there because I didn't think it would be all that useful since I thought I'd dodge outside of the circle so much. However, it seemed to fare pretty well for us. And with that, we now have the rest of my domain amplification plus our final talisman. And I'm pretty excited for this because the Gavel was already quite powerful. And now we've got even more magic damage on top of it. I'm here and I kind of ignored everything and just beelined it straight to the boss fight. But I think we're gonna do pretty well here. We've got a whole new strat to try out. So first we need to get this guy to stop moving. So I think I'm going to play this pretty normally up until I get to a second phase, because then that's when I'm going to have my chance to try out all of my tricks that I got coming up, especially after getting given this talisman plus the Wondrous physic rewards. And it's looking like very soon he's going to be into that second phase. I'm so surprised with the amount of damage I'm piling onto this guy right now. And he's only used 1 attack on me so far. However, this is where things are going to start to get a bit more tricky as I space out this fireball while also having to avoid his attack. There it is. Can we set off the fireball? There we go. It's set off. We walk back. And now we do a quick dodge on that. A bit too early. Oh, that's my fault. Come on. Get me in there. Light attacks. Light attacks. Light attacks. Let's get him into second phase already. It's going to happen any moment now. There we go. Okay, now the strat is we stop two-handing. We Wondrous physic up. We find ourselves a suitable place to kind of stand in. And now we go ham with the Gavel. We start spamming it because we've got unlimited FP. but not for very long. I think we've already ran out. That wasn't bad damage, and I've almost died there. More gavels, more gavels. Oh, I just started attacking him with my fist. That was a bit bad from me. I need another moment where he stays still, like that. Terra Magica. And now gavels. How many can we get? How much damage? 1,200, and now I need to get away from his belly. No idea how I haven't been hit there, but we take those. And that might be the biggest amount of damage I can get done over, because from now on, we won't be able to keep him all that stationary. But we managed to do a good amount, so I'm not too mad about that. More gavels. I know he's just set some of those fireballs on me, but we're doing great. We're doing great. Let's just detonate those. And now, I dodged too early on that attack. I need to get better at that fireball attack. He hardly ever uses it on me in my fights. But for some reason, now that I've hit the record button, he wants to spam it out. Let's start two-handing and just try and get the most damage out of that talisman I got given. The Gavel of Hamer days are over for at least this fight. Oh, we'll find a nice little place to stand out of the way. Luckily, I wasn't in range for most of that attack. From here, it is just like a slow ride until the end of the fight. So maybe instead, I need to change my strategy out to a better one. And that better one is popping Terra Magica. It helps me keep up with the Gavel damage and helps make this more viable. There we go. We've killed him. You know what? That fight wasn't too bad at all. I only used about half of my flasks. And it's time to claim the rewards. And there it is. This is what I've been waiting for. We have the Executioner's Sword, which also means we have our domain. And I know right now it may not look like much, but trust me, when I get the domain to work and I can actually use this thing, it's going to pack a punch. But first, I have to get over to the next boss fight. Okay, let's do this. I've been excited to test this out, so I kind of just avoided everything and headed straight here. So I'm not even going to give these guys a chance. The second they turn in. All right, domain expansion.
領域展開中腹死死全員戻れやり直しだ
Okay, there we go. We got a guilty verdict here, which means one hit with this sword and they're both gonna die. So who wants to be the guy? Who wants to be the one that gets killed for this? Okay, it's looking like you're gonna take the fall, my friend. Here we go. Kill him. You're gone. That is how overpowered the Executioner's Sword is. They had the death sentence coming to them. So that's why you don't judge a book by its cover. This little sword can kill. Anyway, time to get the rewards. So with that, we got Reverse Curse Technique. However, Higuruma's version of it isn't nearly as good as other characters we've seen in this series. So we kind of got the worst healing incantations. But they still count for something. So if I pop on a Blessings Boon now, you can see my health is ticking along, but it's not all that crazy. As for the Urgent Heal, if I let myself take a couple of hits here before he dies, you'll see that it's not giving me the best healing, but it also doesn't take too much FP either. However, I am quite ashamed of that Reverse Curse technique. But anyway, it's time for Maliketh. Okay, for this fight, I'm not too hopeful. I don't think we can get the Executioner's Sword on this guy, as he's not really all that evil. Maliketh's just doing a job, whereas that Godskin duo before, they are pure evil. Therefore, we have to do this fight the hard way. However, I do have a strategy for this. We'll do a Blessing into a Domain Amplification, and now we're in for business. However, I'm not confident with my abilities in this fight. As you can see, I've already taken a lot of damage. What if I try back up behind here? We pop a Terra Magica, two-hand our weapon, and now we go in for business. There's no way, bro. He's already burnt 2 of my flasks before I've really had a chance to damage him. So this is going to be a bit tricky. I've never been one for this start of the fight, so I'm really trying to figure out what on earth I'm doing here. But we're getting a bit of damage. It's just I am burning through flasks trying to do so. Can I get a heavy? Okay. Okay. There we go. That was our first couple of combos that I managed to avoid. Let's hope that he doesn't do a smokescreen attack on me. He tried it, but I was ready. Please, I need this phase to be over. I actually suck at this phase so bad. But he's managed to do a couple of easy attacks there. And then he's pulled a move on me. However, we got him into second phase. How many flasks did we lose doing that? Like half of them? You know what? It could have been worse. Okay, let's get a couple of hits here. Dodge, dodge. Into a couple of lights. That's not actually that bad. I thought I was going to be looking at a lot less damage there. How about, is he doing the whole attack? Oh, he's doing that whole, like, spin move on me. Let's turn the corner. We'll use a Blessings Boon and hope that he doesn't attack me yet. I can't see him. I can't see him. I'm not locked on. Is it possible to land a Gavel of Hamer on this guy? 588. It is possible. Maybe that's what I can attempt to do. Oh, I've somehow been hit there. Okay, we can deal with this. And then another one into a Gavel. Boom, that's a big chunk of his health bar. And then I need him to turn around and use a long-ish move. Preferably one of those. Yes, I can work with that. Gavel of Hamer. We managed to hit it, and we're managing to dodge his combos as well. I probably could have used a Gavel there, actually, when he came back down. But we're just playing it safe. How much damage? 490, and I've been hit for that. But I can hit him for this one. 490 again, and we've knocked him out of his attack. into a crit hit. I'm sorry, but there is just no way that I can get in some domain amplifications in between these attacks. I would have killed him there if I managed to drop a Terra Magica, but it just wasn't possible. However, we did beat him in the end with 3 flasks left. That was an intense fight. That was very tricky. I will say that. As for our rewards, there are none. I actually hit full build after I got my reversed curse technique. So all that's left now is to just beat the bosses. As for this one, I do have ideas. So first up, we're going to walk up and use a Terra Magica. Then we're going to use some more domain amplification. And now we're going to start spamming gavels, because these should keep him from being able to move as long as he doesn't roll away. But the more I pile on, the less he'll be able to retaliate against me. And if I just keep smacking him a little bit. The problem here is stamina, because as you can see, he is now just spamming out incantations on me because I ran out of stamina from that. But if I do a couple more, that's big. Can I get a couple more as well? We managed to get rid of his flask early doors, which means now that we've been forced back here, we've got a lot to work with. Because even though I have to close this distance and catch up to him while he spams out all these incantations and spells, I do have... Oh, that's a lot of damage that I'm taking there for that. I do have a lot of flasks to work with. And I'm so glad I managed to kill him there, because I think I was dead. I couldn't have dodged around because I was inside of his domain. And he also had glint blades right next to him while I was doing that. But the nightmare's over now. And now it's time for Horaloo, which I hope doesn't go too bad. So I'll see you there. Okay, penultimate fight. We're almost at the end of the game. And I can feel it tearing away at me right now. Just the pain of playing this game and doing all these boss fights back to back. Gavel, go! Can I use another one? Oh, okay. So I don't get super armor for those kinds of attacks. I'm really not sure if I'm going to be able to use any spells here, because I don't really think he leaves many openings for me to be able to use something with such a long cast time. And then we dodge that, and we jump over this little attack that he does. I think from this point onwards, it's going to have to be basic gameplay until I get to the Elden Beast fight. So that means even for Radagon, I got to play like this, because I've never really been all that great at using spells and incantations in these fights, especially these final ones. Why did I dodge there? We jump the shockwave, and then we're just out of his attack. Walk in. He used it as a smoke screen to ready up another attack, but somehow I've just attained Ultra Instinct or something. I don't know how I've managed to find all these windows to attack him in between his combos. Now I'm starting to get confident in this fight. Okay, maybe a bit too confident though. I thought that just then I could push him into a second phase if I got greedy. But now he is. And this is where things get more difficult for me, because I'm not so good at this second phase of the fight. This is where he gets a bit wild. Oh, and out of control. Okay, okay. Can I get a chance to attack, please? We're down to 5 flasks, and he's using a very, very wide area move. I'm going to use another flask. That may not have been a great idea to use just then, but this is my opportunity to get a couple of hits. And then hopefully a couple more because of that attack. And then we jump back, and I jumped too early then. But do I have a chance to get at least one hit off before he retaliates? One attack after the grab, or failed grab, and then I can get 2 attacks here. But I'm just going to play it safe with 1, because I really need to watch out here. And now he's coming down straight on my head. All right, run, 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 run. We're down to our final flask. Yeah, this is what I was saying about this second phase being so difficult for me, is I just don't know how to gel with it. Although I will say I've lost a couple too many flasks, being overconfident and just downright greedy, to be fair. However, he's gone. The nightmare's over. I'm on no HP and no flasks left. But luckily, we just about hung in there, and we can move on to the next fight. I have no idea how this fight's going to go, especially after how that previous one just went. It's going to be rough until we get to the Elden Beast. All right, here we are. Let's hope and pray I can get a reverse curse technique off before he starts attacking me. And of course, he used that as his opportunity to use a range move. All right, let's go very basic with this. We'll save all of my buffs for the Elden Beast, as I kind of just need to survive this first phase and make it to the second one. However, that's not bad for me there. That's not bad at all. Okay, I was meant to dodge that. I guess I had my timing off by like 0.001 seconds. Forgive me, game. All right, let's get him. Let's get him. Let's get him. Dog pile it into him. And then a couple more. However, I'm getting greedy now. We're down 2 flasks now. 2 flasks and him on half HP. However, I know for a fact I'm going to lose way more by the time I get to the second phase. And I'm not speaking just 2 more flasks. I'm speaking like 4. And he's going for another grab. Okay. Very long grab that I've somehow managed to not dodge. Oh, I am losing the will here. I am losing the will. This build sucks so much. Just get me to the part where at least half of it's kind of useful. Any moment now. Any moment now. Now we get a couple sucker punches on him. Oh, that was a cheeky hit that I just tried to get there. And it's just about working out. God damn, you do just love the 50 million hit combos that he does. Oh, finally. There we go, he's gone. All right, second phase. This is where it gets good. First up, we run back, because I'm pretty sure he starts with fire. So we got to run behind him, get a blessings boon on it. We got to find a moment where he's still, so then we can fire off a Terra Magica. All right, dodge those nice and easy. Now, we run back because he just doesn't want me to attack him there. Lovely. That's great. That's amazing. Then we put in our domain amplification, and of course, he uses a move that allows me to just not go near him. Force some gavels out. Quick! I don't know how we managed to live on 1 HP, but we'll take it. That's that reverse curse technique coming in clutch. And we kind of did no damage with the Gavel of Hamer. So I guess there's no point in trying that out. Therefore, we're back to basic gameplay. So you love to see it. You really do. I love it when my build is useful for 2 fights in a row, and then I finally get to a fight where I'm kind of hopeful that maybe something will actually have an effect on him. And then it does no damage. Anyway, crit hit. Let's hope to get this guy down to half health. Lovely stuff. We could probably only use my FP for just healing at this point. So I guess that's what we'll do. He's ran off over there, so we'll use a blessings boon. Quick little reverse curse technique. Swipe it down, I dare you. And then he's going to come around with a second. And then a third. There we go. I had my wires crossed there because he does 3 attacks in that combo. Yep, dodge the grab into a heavy. Honestly, the more I use light hits, the more chance I have of hitting a crit on this guy, because that's just kind of how it's been seeming. And actually, I think I feel a stance break coming up real soon with the amount that we're hitting him with. And there it is. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Into a crit. And we send him flying. Well, not really flying, actually. I guess he is a massive entity. It's not going to send him nearly as far back as the other bosses. And now we circle around and hope to minimize the damage that we get hit for this. Go on, Elden Beast. Don't run from me. Yeah, come back over here. Maybe it might be possible to finish this fight off with a Gavel of Hamer. It's not going to be all that great damage-wise, but we can definitely pull it off. You do love it. These enemies like Fire Giant in the Elden Beast that can just go 50 miles away from you on the map and then spam projectiles at you while you try and run at them. Gavel of Hamer, let's go. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of mage players in this game. And shame on those mage players just sitting back there and spamming their spells, while us actual competent players have to deal with all the attacks and tank for them. Oh, he's down, he's down. And then one final gavel, and he's dead with probably about 1 flask left to go. But it's over. We can finally stop playing this character. Oh, I can understand why he's grade 1 and not special grade, because that was painful. But I'll show you the build. Here's the stats. I'm sure you can completely cut out the faith because the reverse curse technique was horrible, and move a couple stat points around here and there to refine it. As for equipment, we've got a war pick, Scepter of the All-Knowing, Nox Flowing Hammer for all of my gavel variants, Carrion Glintstone Staff, Noble Sacred Slender Sword with the Sacred Order on it for my Executioner's Sword, Finger Seal, Alberich's Robes, Ansbach's Boots, Raven Mass Talisman, Magic Scorpion Charm, Radagon Icon, Two-Handed Sword Talisman, and in the Wondrous Physic we have the Magic Shrouding Cracked Tier and Cerulean Hidden Tier. As for my spells, we've got the Gavel of Hamer for our final gavel variant, Terra Magica for domain amplification, Urgent Heal and Blessings Boon for reverse curse technique. But again, you probably don't need those ones. They're just a waste of stat points. Today, I'm taking on Elden Ring's randomizer as Sukuna. And after each boss I defeat, I'll be earning back more and more of my build. But there will be spoilers for the anime and manga. So let's get into it. All right, we're here. I'm in. And as you can see, we are Sukuna. But instead of my normal weapons, I have a short sword and a Fire Knight quelling spirit summon that I can't actually use yet. And as you can see, everything here is randomized because normally there are Godric soldiers here, but instead there is literally DLC enemies out for my blood right now. Now what I need to do is I need to make my way over to the first boss fight. Oh my god. I am so close to being dead already. But I need to get over there because that's where I can find the first part of my build. So it's time for me to make my way on over. I've made it to the first boss fight that is meant to be Margit. For anyone who's wondering, this is what I had to deal with in order to get here. So it actually ended up not being too bad. And I managed to level up enough that I can use my summon now, even though it's not actually part of Sukuna's build. Right, so I'm never making it out of this fight. I'm never making it out of this fight. I'm against Rennala in the first boss fight. Are you joking? Run! Run! Stop getting caught in trees. Let's try and get some distance. We'll bring out our spirit someone who's probably going to do nothing. And let's give this a go. Go, Quilling. Oh, you just did 30 damage with an attack. Is he at least tanky? I know I'm not doing much damage. Oh my, I'm so out of my depth. I don't normally do this boss fight. Can I do any, do kicks do poise damage? Do they do a decent bit of poise damage? And how long am I going to have my Fire Knight here for? Okay. Do that to her. How much damage you getting there? 46. And he's already at half health. She's not at half health yet. When she gets to half health, she will suddenly start using way more difficult attacks to deal with. So I really need this guy to start carrying me a little bit more. Oh, poise break, poise break. That's big. We going for the crit. Knock her down. All right, now we have a better chance. As long as I manage to keep this 2 heavy attacks in order to... Oh my Jesus. She has literally summoned a volcano on this man. And then she... Oh, bro, are you serious? Is that really what you're doing to me? Now? I'm within an inch of my life right now. Okay, at least I can dodge those. He's still in there putting in the work. I need him for a little bit more. Oh my God, I don't know her attacks. I don't know her attacks at all, and he's dead. Okay, so we've lost our summon. I am down to 0 flasks left, and she's in second phase. However, this might not be lost, because if I manage to sneak in some decent heavy attacks, then maybe I'll be able to stance break her. There is a chance that I can beat her. The Fire Knight actually has done very well to defend me there. However, we've managed to get her to 1 hit now. I just need to find an opportunity, and here it is, light attack, to kill her, and she's gone. I'm not gonna lie, I feel very blessed that I have that I had the Fire Knight for that fight. However, now that I'm about to get part of my build, I have to say goodbye to him. So with that, I've gained a hefty amount of my build already, from my clothes to some of my shrine techniques and getting a new weapon. So I think it's about time to test this out. Hello, randomized enemies. Who are you? Oh, you're just a land octopus. What about this guy? Let's see, how much damage can we get? 242 for a heavy attack, jumping heavy, mind you. Oh, I have completely missed, and this guy has smacked me in the face with a crossbow. All right, so our weapon's looking good. How about my incantations? So maybe before this guy notices I'm here, we'll just walk in and we'll drop spiderweb. That's not bad. That's not too bad. What about a normal beast claw? Also pretty good. However, it's not killing these enemies. These guys must be hefty fellas. So yeah, our damage isn't looking too bad. So I'll see you at the next boss fight. Okay, let's hope and pray there's nothing insanely difficult past this door. Who have we got? We have Rennala. Oh, this is first form Rennala. This will be easy. Unless both forms come in the same boss fight, I'm not sure. But let's see then. So we get rid of these guys. Going over here. The good thing about being in this battlefield doing the fight is that it's kind of easier to see which women are singing. Anyway, let's hope for a blood loss build up here. I might be able to get her down past half health. There we go. And then a perfectly timed dodge, which I did not perfectly time, but it's fine. We should be able to kill her on the next go around. After I get hit by random bits of fire and books flying all over the place. All right, she's coming back down. Let's see, let's take her out. We'll just spam out these. I really hope this is the only phase of the boss fight I have to do, because that would be a very easy segue into the next part of my build. So is it over? Have I completed it? There's no way that was it. That's all I had to do. All right, well, we've already got the next part of the build. This is a great head start for us. My rewards for that fight are just a Blood Flame Talons and a Talisman, which honestly I'm not too mad about, because I was given one of the easiest boss fights in the entire game. So it's time to go and test this out in Raya Lucaria. We're now in the place of the sorcerers. Except it's not sorcerers anymore. It's misbegottens from the look of it. I did just try out one of my new incantations and then realized that I should probably be saving this for the boss fight coming up, because it's not going to be the Red Wolf of Radion, is it? Probably a 90% chance of it being something far worse. Anyway, nothing. No one's here. Oh, what is that? What does that mean? Fia's champion. Oh, don't tell me it's the whole fight. Isn't this like before that one dragon? The Lich Dragon? All right, well, Blood Flame Talons. Let's hope. Oh, that's big. That's big. And some more. That's some more. Okay, we have massive damage on this incantation. That's amazing. And she can be blood lost as well. Or build up. Blood loss build up done. I don't know, but we killed one. I think that means I have like 3 more to go. All right, next one. We got Sorcerer something. I didn't quite catch his name. He's throwing glintstone pebbles. We're just going to spam out cleaves and hope this guy doesn't reach me, and has somehow knocked me over. I think I will actually have a problem with this fight. I'm very bad at PvP, and these fights play a lot more like PvP than boss fights. Oh, I did not react to that in time. All right, spam out some light attacks. Is this Rogier? I think this is Rogier is who this is, because he has that glint blade using sword. It's right now where I could really go for some help from that Patches guy on TikTok. That'd be amazing. Okay, wait, he's applying something. Can I kill him real fast? I genuinely cannot give like good commentary in this fight, because I have no idea what I'm doing against enemies like this. All right, who's next? Free? Excuse me? What do you mean there's 3 of them? Okay, let's try our best here and just not deep it too much. Why is Rogier back, by the way? And why is the first one back as well? I killed you guys. All right, Gareng's Beast Claw. Spam it out, see how much damage we can get, and hope that at least one of them dies just from the incantations. That would be amazing. And another one. They're not really dying all that fast. And Rogier has pulled out some Ghost Flame on me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay, I'm safe. I'm safe. This is extremely difficult. I pretty much never do the Lich Dragon fight or that ending of the game ever. So I'm completely out of my depth here. And they're just really gunning for me right now. No, stand back, Rogier. Stand back. Please don't do that. How about we sit back and then Beast Claw, Beast Claw. Don't let her hit me. Okay, that one takes a lot of damage. If I manage to just single her out, or maybe not single her out, but kill her using my incantations, then I can deal with Rogier after. Okay, death stuff is gone. We've got a Beast Claw out. Just a couple light attacks. She quick stepped into it. All right, Beast Claw, go. And now what's the plan? I actually realized I haven't used any Bloodhound steps during this video yet. So if I just start abusing those, yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't catch me with anything. And I managed to use my talisman there. Try spamming your Ash of Wars on me. I'll spam mine. 2 can play that game. And then we kill him. He let up for a second. And we earned the talisman I already have. But the main thing is that horrible fight is over with. So I can get my rewards. So with that, I now have more shrine techniques. And I'm ready to take on whoever is in Rennala's area. I'm from the state of Raya Lucaria at the moment. I really don't know who to guess. Oh, the flower is going crazy on me right now. I don't know why I didn't think about that before turning around. But what has replaced... Okay, the ball's still here. I thought that maybe that would change, but I guess not. There is, however, a golem guarding it. And who's here? Sword Hand of Knight Jolan. It's kind of hard to see what's going on. My screen is shaking so much. Is this an easy guy to fight? Sure hope so. He's running at me with a buckler, so maybe he's really good at parrying. And he does a lot of damage. Maybe I might just bow out on that fight, since he's not an actual boss. See you later. Just don't jump on the lift with me, please. You are really something. Can I knock him down? There we go. He dodged off. Oh, and he died. And I have Light of Miquella. All right. Well, I can't use it, but that's pretty cool. Anyway, into the boss fight. I'm down 2 flasks and I'm down on willpower after seeing who's here. How am I meant to avoid this guy? What is... Okay, right, let's do this. So we have Radahn here, and all I have to do is hope and pray that he doesn't actually do his second phase moveset, because then that would not be great for me at all. However, because I am such a compact space facing this, a compact space facing this guy, he can't actually run away from me all that easily, which makes it way easier to avoid his attacks and also to hit him. Let's hope he now doesn't go crazy off of this second phase. I see he's brought up some boulders. I don't think I can avoid those. So if you just don't throw out the boulders, that would be amazing, Radahn. And he somehow hit me there. This is the one downside about having this fight in such a compact space, is that I can't see half of his hits. Oh, can I dodge those? I managed to dodge his small rocks. As for his boulders, he seems to have given up on firing those at me, and instead has opted for that crazy Beyblade move. I am also down to 0 flasks now, which is very worrying because I could get sucker punched at any time by this guy. Dodge the little meteorite things, and then we pull it in on him before he comes back down with a crash. We got him. Honestly, I'm not too mad about that. Hold up. Of course there's a second phase, and it's against Commander Nile, who is... Oh, of course it's this version of him. How am I going to survive? How about this? The strategy is bring his 2 summons away from him and then fight them over at the very far end of this arena. Come on, guys. You can fight me over here, far away from that master over there that you have. And while you're on the way, Beast Claw. And there's only one that's followed me. The other one is also staying back. So if I just spam out a couple Beast Claws and get one out of the way, we can turn this into 3 1v1s in a row. Or 4 if you include Radahn from the phase before. And it's working out so far. He's kind of just allowing me to spam Beast Claw at him. And then another one while he's nice and close. And that's 1 down. Oh, that other guy is not making it here in time. Let's do this, Nile. I want to get you easy, bro. Your summons aren't here to back you up anymore. What's it to you? Try and get into that second phase. You're going to need it. But I've actually grown pretty good at this fight just after I get rid of your summons. And now that one is gone and one is at the other side of the map, I think I've got your number, pal. He's popped himself into second phase now. But that just makes him all the more predictable because I'm actually used to the second phase moves more than the first phase moves. And I've already done decent against the first phase. There we go. Some light hits. That's what I'm going to go for now. Instead of going for heavies and stance breaks, I think the best thing I can attempt here... Ooh, that was very close. Is to go for the bloodlust build-ups. There it is. And he's actually fallen down as well. So we got a crit out of that. Now he's throwing lots and lots of tantrums. Like that one right there. Yeah, you're done for. You're done, pal. Where's your summon? Is he gone to hide? I don't even need to kill the summon anyway. We beat him somehow with a no-hit run. So now I can get the next part of my build. Okay, now I'm very excited for this because I have my Fuga and my Kamutoke. So just before I move into the capital, I'm absolutely trying this out. Let's see what enemies are nearby. Right, how about for the little one, we'll do a Kamutoke. Get rid of him. And then for this annoying rat, we'll hit him with a Fuga. There we go, 465 damage. Now I want to get rid of him because he's very annoying to deal with. Well, I've got some Kamutokes for you. Yeah, you're gone. See me, I may not be Maharaga, but I can adapt to anything. This guy's getting hit with a Fuga. And then he's getting hit with another one before he hits me. Okay, we stunned him. Oh, I really do not want to be fighting this guy any longer because this is actually quite a creepy fight. But there we go. We've slain him. And I think it's time to head on over to the capital. Let's get ourselves in gear because there is another boss fight coming up. And I can only hope it's not DLC because I think that would truly put a dent in my spirit right now. So let me just run past the Banished Knight. Don't actually know if that's a Banished Knight or not. And the Finger Creeper. Oh, I need to get past that one real fast. And the rat. Okay, now this is a horrible run to the boss fight. But in other news, there's no way there's an ulcerated tree spirit up here. Ain't no way, bro. Okay, go. Before this guy attacks, I have to run in. I don't care what boss is in here. Oh, it's DLC. Okay, now that's great. That's great. I'm ready for this. Okay. Give me a time to think, please. Attack. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not very good at this fight. Therefore, I'm really gonna have to lock in here if I want a chance. However, the good thing is, this guy is kind of squishy. The way he works is he's a glass cannon that kind of just spams out moves at you. So, the more damage I can get off on this guy, the better. And I know maybe you're just thinking, and I know you're probably thinking, isn't that just how it works for all boss fights? You know, get off as much damage as you can and win the fight. And the answer to that is yes. However, with this one especially, it counts for even more with the damage you get. Because this guy is just crazy with it. I mean, he really doesn't give it a rest. He just keeps the onslaught going. And I'm only just about getting him to half health now. And I'm pretty sure... Oh, no, wait, can I dodge this? Is this dodgeable in this arena? Or behind the pillar? If I go behind the pillar, I'm safe. Okay, that's good. This arena is not that bad. But what was I saying before? We just gotta believe. We gotta go gold. Always believe in your soul. That's the type of vibe we gotta go on. Okay, and then he's gonna slam a couple more times. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm pretty sure this guy cannot bleed. We cannot count on bleeds for this. The horse has just caught me off guard, and there should be another horse any second now. And we're down to one flask. Any moment though, this guy's gonna chill out, and I'm gonna have a chance. Come on, please DPS this guy. I know he literally doesn't do this, but I really hope he can sit still soon. Oh wait, I'm not safe here. I'm not safe. Get out around the corner. Okay, now I'm here. I can't get hit by that attack. See, that's the one good thing about being in an arena like this. Is there are places where I can hide from that frostbite attack he does. That is normally pretty damn hard to avoid in general. Heavy attack, there we go. And another heavy attack. We're sneaking him on him. Okay, now he's going to spin a couple of times, and then a horse is going to come out. And then he's going to spin a couple of times more, and then another horse is going to come out. And then he's going to keep spinning, and he's going to get back on the horse. And we're going to heavy attack him. And then one more dodge into a light. And he's gone. That was a difficult learning curve, but we managed to get there right at the end. And what is that reward, by the way? You're telling me for a fight like that, I get the War Surgeon gown. Gee, thanks, game. I love it. Anyway, time to get the next part of the build. And with that, I now have my world-cutting slash, which I am very eager to test out on this guy coming up. I don't know who it is, but whatever it's been randomized to, they have it coming. No, there's no way. This is what I get to use my world-cutting slash on? Well, I guess, you know, it's your funeral, man. World-cutting slash! Yeah. He does not have a chance. Will he die to the destined death? Now that's just sad. Oh, this poor fella. But they deserve it because they're very annoying in catacombs. So really, I feel no remorse. Let's do this. It's not going to be Morgott. Let's just hope it's not some sort of duo boss or trio boss. Who have we got? We got Moog. Now that is a very unpleasant surprise because I'm pretty sure this is the powerful Moog. This is not the Moog that you find underneath the capital. Oh, and he does not take damage to flame. Okay, how about electric? And he has just ruined me. All right, let's step back a bit. All right, Honed Bolt. How much damage are we going to get for this? 111, 222. Not great. I will say this is not the boss that I wanted to get here. Like, I get why he would sub in for Morgott since Morgott isn't home, but this is really not the boss I want to be fighting right now. All right, there we go. What's he done? He's put one little chain on me. How about Beast Claw? Nice, 200 damage. I'm feeling like a fish out of water right now. I'm completely out of my depth. Beast Claw again. Don't throw that at me. Okay, nice little dodge through it. The good thing is, in such a big arena... Okay, I've been smacked in the face. I was going to say, in such a big arena, I should be able to avoid him for a while. You know, why am I avoiding him? What am I scared of here? I should keep fighting. He does way less damage than the normal version of himself, so I should feel blessed here. And we might make him bleed with how much I'm managing to hit him right now. Oh, and he has almost swung on me. There we go. We made him bleed. He is in his half health phase, so I'm going to need to start flasking up before he completely ruins me, because he's going to summon... Yep, this is what he's going to do. This is how the cookie crumbles. And then I need to flask up before he kills me. There we go. So we're down to 3 flasks left. He's in his second phase. Oh, I did not know he would do something like that. The stakes have never been higher before. They have never been higher. However, I'm very blessed that he doesn't do nearly as much damage as his normal boss fight. Couple of light attacks. Dodge. Into another dodge. Oh, I've just popped off there. We do need to play this with a little bit of cheese, is what I would say. However, I'm not hitting him with my Beast Claw right now. The range is a little bit worrisome. There we go, 189. He is putting fire all over the arena. However, I will say, it is a very cool place for the fire to be. With him having Blood Flame on top of the water, something about that's kind of cold. Not gonna lie. Oh, big dodge. Couple more light attacks. Oh my god, you have no idea how much I'm having to try hard. I completely underestimated how difficult the randomizer would be, since it is not the normal batch of bosses that I fight. And the music I am listening to right now while doing this fight is very, very weird. Put a little sample on screen. Put a little sample on the sound effect right now. This is what I'm doing the boss fight to. But he's almost dead. And I managed to catch him before he slammed his pitchfork into the ground. And we beat him. So I can get the next part of my build in peace. And there it is. I got my Wondrous physic. I'm also realizing I didn't use my world-cutting slash in that last boss fight. So I'll make sure to use it in the one coming up. Okay, I'd like to apologize to everyone, because not only did I not use my world-cutting slash, I also haven't used my shattering crystal and crystal torrent. But don't worry, because you're going to see a big display of that in this next fight. I can promise you that. Yeah. So this might be a bit more difficult than I first thought, because I'm up against Fortisax. All right, let's see how we do here. So let's run on over and find out what does a good deal of damage to this guy. So if we use a shattering crystal, how much are we getting? 708, that's not bad. However, I've never really done this fight before, so I have no idea why I just had lightning on me. But if I stand underneath him, get 1,100 damage off, and then run away from whatever that lightning was, I seem to be doing a bit better than the start of this fight. Let me get out the way. Let me get out the way. And hopefully, this shattering crystal should carry me through the fight, because it is quite powerful. I mean, look at that. 800 damage right there. So hopefully we should shred this guy's HP real fast. And possibly, if we manage to get him down to half HP, we might have a different boss to fight. Just got to get away from there. Pop a flask of health. World cutting slash, let's go. And because of destined death, the burn is actually really good, so we might be able to get out of this fight fast. Okay, dodge the wave. That was big. And then another world cutting slash. I took some damage there, but it's all worth it if I manage to get out of this boss fight and into one that maybe I'm a bit more familiar with. I just need to make sure this lightning strikes, and then I go for the Ash of War. Is he not changing form? Maybe this is all I have to deal with for the whole fight. There might not be a second boss. And in that case, I should probably pop my flask and start spamming out my most damaging move, which is definitely Shattering Crystal. And now I need to avoid the lightning. I am really having to learn this fight in one go. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay. So he's gonna put that down, and then I have to dodge the wave. That's good. Luckily, I know how that move works, because I have used it on builds before, so I know what to look out for there. And then this one's fine as long as I just dodge the initial hit. Let's see, how much damage can I get from a normal heavy attack on my world cutting slash? Yeah, not great. Therefore, I'm going to stick with the Ash of War. There we go. Look at that. That is beautiful, beautiful damage right there. But now we've ran out of FP. Oh, I need to make sure I don't run into his Death Blight, actually. I forgot that's a whole thing. Now we need some light attacks as well. I should also just stop locking onto this guy. That's just going to do really bad for me. The light attacks are so much damage, though. Okay, a couple more of those, and he should be down real fast. This fight is nowhere near as bad as I thought it was. It just looks scary, but it's actually not all that dangerous at all. Okay, what is he doing now, though? I need to figure out what on earth is going on here. There's fire! There's fire! I've managed to dodge it somehow. He is out of the map. I think he flew over the barrier. Excuse me, sir. Please, can you come back in? Oh, he is. He actually is. All right, dodge this. I didn't even need to dodge it. He just missed. He's out of the barrier again. I guess we're going to need a brief intermission until this guy decides to fly back in. Or, hold up, he's going to put his fist through. Yes, here we go. We kill him. We kill him. And there we have it. We beat... Oh, no, we didn't win. So there is 2 phases to this. And Gideon is next. All right, you have got no chance, fella. But why does Gideon look like that, though, is my question. And he's probably going to flask soon. Does he even have a flask? Is that a thing he can use? Also, I need to watch out for his law of causality. I'm also finding out that even though his gear may look different, he still has the same spells as usual. However, he might be a little nerfed because some of the bosses haven't been able to show off their incantations yet. So he may not have that buff of having extra spells. But it doesn't matter anymore because he's dead. And not gonna lie, I'm still getting over the shell shock of the Lich Dragon not being all that difficult to fight. But we have the next part of our build. Okay, nice. We have some extra help now. We've got the 10 Shadows techniques, which means I now don't have to do these fights alone. But it's time to advance into the crumbling Farum Azula. What is the state of this place? Because there are no longer ancient beastmen here anymore. I think straight away I'm going with the big guns and I'm getting Maharaga out just in case. So we have... Oh, this is a sorry state for this place to be in. All right, Kindred of Rot first. Let's get rid of them. Or a bad Kindred of Rot, it looks like. Maharaga's already going ham. It looks like their strongest force here is an Albinauric. And, well, he's... doesn't really seem all interested in fighting. I'll put you out of your misery, pal. I'm really sorry. I didn't want to have to do this to you. Maharaga, mate, we do need to kill the skeletons whenever they get knocked down. Well, it looks like we're going to have an easy cruise through this area. If it stays anything like this, just spawning random Miranda flowers here, then I think we can just get past pretty easily. Okay, I've arrived now. Let's hop in and see what we got. So we have the Ancestral Spirit. Let's summon in our Stormhawk first, though, I reckon, or a Nue. And now let's give him a crack. This shouldn't be too difficult. I've never really had much of a problem in these fights. I think we'll use some shattering crystals and let's see how much damage can we get. 1,300. That's pretty good. Oh, where's he disappeared to? Excuse me? I don't know why he just like faked his death just then. I mean, he did throw me for a loop. I can say that. How about I should have done this at the very start, but here's a world cutting slash. Nue, you keep him distracted. And honestly, I might spam out world cutting slashes because of the amount of damage that Destined Death carries with it. Easy dodge there. Give him a couple slashes. Nue, keep him distracted. Even more. I feel like this fight's going to go very easy with you here, but you are going to die soon. So please don't. If you can dodge, that'd be great. He's just regened. What do you mean? Why are you regenerating? Okay, I guess this fight is going to be a little bit more difficult than I once thought. However, the great thing is that he is very squishy. Oh, and I'm taking damage, though. He does do a decent bit of damage, I can say that. Keep it up, Nue. Keep it up. I'll just keep spamming these out, and we'll probably win pretty easily. Especially if I manage to get off another one of these before he does a regeneration move. And the Ancestor Spirit died while teleporting somewhere. Let's go. That was very easy. Thank you for your service, Nue. So it's time for even more of my build. All right, and we got my domain from that, which, if memory serves me right, it's not all that great. But we can hope in the next fight coming up that it does end up being useful. There's no way this guy just snuck an attack on me. A lowly Albinauric doing damage to me. Anyway, I'll make my way over to the next boss fight. Oh, what am I doing? And I'll see you guys then. It's getting hectic over here. We're about to roll up. And I'm going to try and make a prediction of what boss is here. Oh, this is what the Draconic Tree Sentinel was replaced by. Well, my prediction for this boss coming up is Godric. We're going to go Godric. Okay. And it's the Black Blade Kindred or Gargoyle, whatever, which I'm pretty sure, oh, calm down, fella, is a duo boss. I think once I get him low enough, it's going to be a duo boss fight. Oh, he poisons. I forgot about that. There's a reason why I never do this fight, and I'm about to find out why. Once again, because this guy is not fun to fight. However, if I manage to just sit back and spam out some world cutting slashes, I might be safe. Oh, he has not just done that. I just need that to carry me for sure right now. So then I can get out of this phase. Oh no, the other one has arrived. Oh, he actually landed. Why couldn't he have landed out the map? Why? Okay, so I have to do a duo boss fight in here. And now I did want to save this for the second phase, but it looks like I'm going to need it now. Divine Dogs, go. We need to turn the tides numbers wise. They can distract one of them. That's great. Now I can world cutting slash the other one and just abuse Destined Death in order to get rid of him real fast. Oh, I don't have any FP. That's bad for me. That's bad. Okay. Destined Death. Go! And world cutting slash. So dogs, just keep one of them distracted for me, please. That's what I need right now. Okay, one of them's down, but there's two left. It's a race against my summons dying, which it looks like I'm actually starting to lose. Where's the last dog? Where is he? Where is he? Okay, he's in there. He's kicking. Oh, he's good. He's dead. He's dead. I just need to beat the timer. And I got rid of him. It's one left for the first phase of this boss fight. This feels so unfair. Okay, calm down, please. A couple of attacks. A couple of attacks. And now while he's doing poison, we do world cutting slash. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use my domain or my other abilities because I really need to abuse the mechanics of my world cutting slash right now. If I want to live this, it's what I need to do. And we've gotten him down to half health. Please calm down, sir. Just if you just keep staying back while I spam these out, that would be amazing. God damn, these guys have crazy movement, you know. I don't think I've ever completed their boss fight in the normal arena before, but that's because I didn't have a Sukuna build. I think just a couple more Ash of Wars and then I win. Okay, if I land the Ash of Wars. He's walking into it. That's great. We're down to 3 flasks and I just need one final Ash of War to take this guy out. Please don't get hit on the last bit of his phase. But we're into the second boss fight. No way it's a golden hippo. No way it's a golden hippo, bro. And he's definitely... Oh, get me away. He's definitely got a second phase in him as well. However, hopefully his scaling isn't all that great because we aren't in the DLC. And he has missed that attack, so we can take another opportunity to spam this out. I really don't see where I'm going to have an opportunity to use my domain or any other skills for that fact. Big dodge. Into an Ash of War while he's running off. I missed. And he's gone second phase, which is going to be tough for us. Okay, I can dodge this. If we just roll in circles, we're fine. Oh, I am just terrified of this man right now. Run to the side. Run to the side. We don't want to get hit. Keep that gaping mouth away from me, fella. That's all I'm saying. Please. Oh my God. He absolutely charged it straight at me right when I told him not to. Just keep it up. Keep it up. Luckily, there's a long cooldown after most of his moves, which means there's an opportunity for us to kill him and hopefully comfortably as well. Oh, don't do that. Actually, no, please do that. That's a lot of an easier attack to deal with. And he is leaping all over the place. However, he did miss. I think he's getting thrown off by the pillars. And they've worked in our advantage. We've killed him. And with that boss fight, I've ran out of moves to collect. Therefore, we're going straight into the next one with nothing new. And we won't be getting anything new from this point onwards. It's also dawning on me that I didn't use my Wondrous physic in the last fight. I was so caught up in the chaos of going from a duo fight to a golden hippo fight that I just didn't think to use it. But let's see who's coming up next. I'm really hoping that whoever this is, I might have a chance at using my domain. Well, I guess I can't use my domain because it's Mesmer, who is going to be extremely resistant to the domain. But I can start out with one of these, get a shattering crystal ready, and use it on him because he can't react yet since he's doing his monologue. And hopefully he doesn't have too much damage because this is a Gideon fight that he is covering for. And it's looking like the damage is scaled down a decent amount. However, I do need to still survive this. But luckily, I'm actually not too bad at this fight myself. Problem is though, I don't think I'm going to be able to... Oh, okay, I'm very low. I don't think I'm going to be able to use any of my spells or Ash of Wars because I need to focus up for this one. Yeah, or else things like that happen. And it is getting very hot and heavy in here. But I'm glad his health and damage are decently low because of the boss that he's covering for. So we have a chance here. There's no way that hits me somehow. All right, there we go. Some heavies maybe. If I manage to land enough, we can probably get a stance break. Bring it, Mesmer. Bring it. The challenge is on. Oh, you're just going to die before I even get a stance break, huh? However, this has been a very difficult fight. And I'm very glad that this is who he's filled in for. And it's not a normal boss scaling, because if he had filled in for like the Elden Beast, that would have gone so much worse for us. But even when he's not here, Gideon is still ruining the boss fights, whether it's for me or the substitute boss. So it's time to find out who we've got for Godfrey and who we've got for Horolu as well. I'm just hoping Gods Can Do It don't turn up. Hello, whoever's in there. Don't mind me, I'm just rocking up. Please be second phase Rennala. Please don't be like Consort Radahn or anything. And who have we got? Moog, but the easier Moog. That's not too bad. I'm not mad about that one. We've got the summon going, and then while he's getting distracted by the summon, we drop him with some shattering crystals and we shred his health. There it is. Oh, and I've already lost part of my flask. Nue, please do something and distract him. That'd be amazing. Thank you. 800 damage into another 1,000. And while he's being distracted again, we hit him with a world-cutting slash. However, I should probably save most of my spells and FP for the harder fight that will be coming up. Although I'm just assuming it's a harder fight. Who knows if it actually is? Because right now we are very blessed that this is the underground Moog, since we were given the harder version of Moog earlier. And it's actually kind of crazy that we were given Moog in the same arena, but just after Crumbling Farum Azula. And he should be gone. There it is. We're on to the next phase. And Nue's still alive, which is great. Let's find out who have we got for this. Dancing Lion. Right, this is why I'm glad that I kept most of my FP and incantations. Because for this... Okay, Nue, please hit him. Nue, please. Please do something. Okay, great. He's distracted. Because for this, I very much need a world-cutting slash into another world-cutting slash. And Nue's dead. All right. Into one more while he's distracted. And I know how that move works, but for some reason didn't get the timing right. Into another world-cutting slash. We've got to spam these out. Whenever times get tough, just chill out and world-cutting slash. Or Bloodhound Step. Oh, never mind. That did not work out very well for me, huh? Bloodhound Step. Into another. Okay, now I've got the timing down. He's gone into a form change, which is not great for me, but it's given us time to get a world-cutting slash without being penalized for it. However, it's really looking like we got to lock in and stop using those. There's no time for Ash of Wars anymore. Instead, we got to fight the good old-fashioned way. There's no way. I just took so much damage there. Oh, and again, I believe in us. We managed to get him low enough while we had Nue around. So there's not much more to go on this final stretch. Okay, a dodge into another dodge. Easy. Into a bunch of hits. The great thing about getting these DLC bosses in the base game is that they have a lot less health than the DLC versions of themselves. There we go. That's another fight down. Oh, I had to lock in so hard there. But we're on to the final fight, which also has 2 phases. So let's just hope that we don't get a Godskin duo here. That's the main thing I'm hoping for, is just like any other boss I'm happy for. So who have we got up here? You know what? Not mad about that at all. I feel like the Mother of Fingers is way easier to deal with than most bosses out there. So let's save our summons, and I will use a flask. In this fight, I could try to use my domain and see how much damage we get off A. Okay, Malevolent Shrine, go! How much damage are we getting there? Only 190. That really does not seem worth it at all. So now you guys are seeing why I don't like the domain at all, because, I mean, where's the damage? I think I'm just gonna have to just put in damage. That's all we can do, is just put in as much damage as possible and save everything for the next boss fight. Oh, there's a blood proc. Let's go. If I keep hitting this front bit, the fight will be over in no time. And it's probably way easier to deal with her if you're attacking her from the front, because you do not have to deal with the sides of her. Oh, and I somehow missed that crit, but it should be over any moment now. One more. There we go. She's gone. And we got 2 flasks going into the next fight. Please be an easy one. We've got Horalu. I'm not mad about that. From this guy, I could just kind of run back a little bit, wait for him to use a move like that, use the final bit of my FP while he's running at me. I actually have enough FP to use 1 more World Cutting Slash, but now we can flask up and then dodge this and send in the wolves on him. But now I'm thinking about it, there was probably a better summon I could have used there. Fuga. Oh, I hit him mid-air. That's cool. And then Honed Bolt. He took them all out. They're already gone. He slaughtered them like animals. All right, fine, Horalu. If you want a real fight, then you'll get a real fight. How about some of these? I am very low HP. Do your worst. I'm used to you. I've fought you many times before. You're not like these other randomizer bosses. You're easy pickings, fella. Okay, but don't do that, because it's easy for me to dodge it. You're going to get smacked with so many heavy attacks, and you're absolutely taking a crit, my friend. You know what? This is going to go so easy for me. I'm going to have to hit you over. You are strong. Dodge that. And then we jump over it a second time. We come back in with a heavy. He's losing so much HP from this. I have no idea how I'm chunking his health bar that much just with some heavy attacks. Can I end this a cooler way than just heavies? If I get down here and I use a Blood Flame Talons and then I use another one, that would be a very cool way to kill him with our shrine techniques. 1 more. And then the dodge into another, and then he actually might have a blood loss build-up about to crack him any moment now, because that blood loss bar is definitely very high. Okay, just run away from that. Now we FP up. I forgot to use my flask earlier as well. Dodge this one easily. Another one of these, and he should die to blood loss any moment now. What about now that I've done another one? No, he's not dying to it. Blood Flame had its time to shine, so how about we find a better way to kill him? Like, oh, get out. Like a Fuga. Would that not be the coolest way to kill him? Is if I Bloodhound step around him, and then, after his final attack, Fuga, take him out before he stomps on my face. Let's go. We beat them. And honestly, I was kind of hoping for a better final boss. However, it is a nice sentiment that they put Horalu as the final boss. That's a wholesome thing to do for a nice guy like Godfrey. But there we have it. We beat the randomizer with, a lot of stress. You can see Sukuna here has been through a lot. Some could rumor it was worse than the Heian era. That's up to you guys. If you guys want to see the build and the stats and everything, go and check out my Sukuna video. It's on screen now, so just type that in. Go check that out if you want to see the full thing. But as for this video, we are finished. We beat the entire randomizer, proving that Sukuna's build is pretty overpowered, apart from the domain. That still sucks and will always suck. In today's video, I'm becoming Megumi in Elden Ring. And after each boss I defeat, I'll be unlocking a part of my build. But before we continue, there will be spoilers for the anime and manga. I'm in here as Megumi. We have our high school uniform on, and that's about it. We still have to earn our cursed energy, and for now I'm also fighting with my fists. So I need to get over to Margit as fast as possible and attempt to unlock the first part of my build. Okay, I've made it, and we need to get this guy done as fast as possible because I want to start getting my cursed technique. So let's hit him with a couple of these. We don't have blood loss build up on this weapon, sadly, so we just have to give him the good old punch in and a heavy attack. That will actually have to be... Oh, I just jumped straight into that. That will have to be the tactic, because even though I don't have blood loss build up, I can go for some of these, a stance break. into a crit. And then we knock him back. Only 400 damage. This is not looking too good for us. As long as I just play this fight well, we'll be on our way to the first part of my build. Dodge that. You thought you were... okay, he pulled a quick one on me. He did. But I know how to deal with this. I got the timings down. We're just going crazy with it. Oh, I need to watch out for when he comes slamming down with his hammer. And then we'll slam him down with our fist-shaped hammer. Isn't that cool? No, it's not. It's kind of cringe. But we did get him into another crit. And we're knocking him back. We haven't even had a flask yet. So we're doing well for this fight. Even though we may be rocking kind of like 0 damage right now. And I did get a little bit greedy there. So we're down to 3 flasks. However, what if I pop an endure? I think this will help my case here. I now don't think I have to worry too much about taking as much damage. I think that's what it does. Damage reduction. But I'm not entirely sure. It might just be like a poise thing. So I can't get knocked back. But anyway. Oh, I know how to dodge that. No, okay, well, I guess I did it wrong. Don't die to this. Don't die to that. We're good. We're good. We're good. 134 damage. And then we get back. We get another flask off. And we play it like nice and calm. That's what we're going to do. Nice and calm. He did not just... Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are all these combos coming from? Where are all they coming from? Why was I doing so well at the start of this fight and now all of a sudden I'm getting wrecked? Okay, any moment though, I'm going to be able to kill this guy. We're down to 1 flask. I don't know why I've suddenly thrown it all of a sudden, but there we go. Into a heavy. It didn't take him out, but that's fine. We go into another heavy and then we dodge that attack and he should be dead. He should be toast. He's gone. That was actually way too close. I don't know why I suddenly started throwing near the end of that fight, but it's time to get the first part of the build. So with that, I've got the start of my 10 shadows. But to make things even better, I can now do the subjugation ritual for my divine dogs. So here we go. How about let's use this signature blade that Megumi likes. I'm currently in the shadows right now, so this guy has no idea I'm going to do this. 1 shot, but the others are alert now. So we just have to go for it. Wait, they're not alert. They're not. They've got no idea. Okay, Assassin's Gambit again. And then unseen form and hit them from the shadows. Take it. Does this one even know? This one doesn't even know either. They're all just getting taken out. It's so easy. Damn, 10 shadows plus that one jet black blade thing ended up being great. Welcome back. You've joined me at Stormvale Castle, where it is now time to try out the dogs that I just subjugated. So hopefully this guy won't realize I'm here and I'll just summon the dogs right in front of me. Go, divine dogs. Okay, well, they're not white and black, but we have 2 divine dogs. And they seem to do a decent bit of damage, but are also squishy because one just died. But look at this guy. He has no idea I'm coming. All because I was hiding in the shadows. And we've got one of the dogs trying to help out. Oh, he's dead, though. For the other part of our 10 shadows repertoire, we've got a little bit of movement on us. You know, say we duck into the shadows and we jump back out again. So we duck in, jump out, and then put the moves on him. Ducking in, jumping out again, and we're looking like we're ready for Godric. I've got a really good feeling about this one, because if we start out with an unseen form into an assassin's gambit, we can just walk on in, and Godric shouldn't aggro on me. Oh, I think he knows. No, I think he does know. Hold up, let's just panic and use some more assassin's gambit in unseen forms. He hasn't started an attack yet, so maybe he doesn't know. Okay, no, he definitely knows. He knows I'm here. Okay, run back. That's fine. I'm sure it could be used against a different boss. Divine dogs, go! And then we dodge that into a heavy attack. We have 300 damage because the dogs are kind of going crazy right now. However, I don't think they're going to last for very long. Yep, we've lost one there, and I think we're about to lose another. However, he's knocked him down. Let's go. Okay, crit hit, crit hit. Can we knock him into second phase and just about save the dog from dying? Oh my god, yes. Okay, do as much damage as you can before he goes into second phase. Oh, but my divine dog did get hit. However, they have done a great job there. We're on to the second phase, and I think we can handle this one alone. And in fact... Oh, I've dodged too early. But what I was saying is we can knock him back into another stance break because I got off a lot of heavy attacks in that second phase. And we're on a roll. And then this guy's going to do that move. And we're going to just go straight in to the safe zone. Oh, not so safe anymore, though, is it? And swap weapon. And this is where things get real interesting. He's kind of just attacking behind me. That's a bit silly of him, that. Jump that. Okay, he just slammed it straight on my head. And I've jumped too early, but it's fine. I dodged. Heavies. And now we use some 10 shadows on him. The actual 10 shadows that we can use against this guy. Oh, we also need to get back from that. Can I Bloodhound step through this? I can. Go. More attacks. He's not ready. He does not know what's going to hit him. 10 shadows, into an attack, into a missed attack, and then some more 10 shadows. Oh, I love this. It feels so nice to have Bloodhound step as part of my 10 shadows. And he's dead. We only lost 2 flasks there, so it's time to cash in the next part of the build. Okay, this is great. We now have our cursed energy and Megumi's other signature weapon that looks a little bit bulkier than what he uses, but it's fine because we have something else coming up. The next subjugation ritual. Now this is for Nue, and Nue is looking a bit more powerful than usual. So how about we summon in in our dogs. And now we try out the new weapon we have. The dogs haven't done a lot of damage, but let's try it out. Oh, I've missed. I have missed and I've taken a lot of damage. Let's hope he still can't see me. 260 damage on a heavy attack. Another one. This doesn't seem like too bad of a weapon, I'll say that. However, I need to flask up now. We're about to be in for a difficult fight. As you can see right there with the frostbite. Oh, I have almost died there. It's actually crazy how much damage this guy's doing. This is like harder than a boss, I swear. This is actually going to be way harder than the Red Wolf of Radagon boss fight that's coming up. All right, calm down. We don't need to go that crazy with it. Honestly, you really don't. It's okay. What is happening? Okay, I'm ready for that. I feel like this is like a harder Maliketh fight. What's going on here? What does this mean? What does this mean? This is getting real difficult real fast. And I'm starting to feel like this guy regenerated at some point. Am I going crazy? Is that just me? Okay, let's swap out weapons. Let's make this a little bit easier on ourselves. With a Bloodhound step, let's start using the 10 shadows to our advantage here because we started the fight. Now, 10 shadows. There we go. That was a big one. That was a big one for sure. Oh, we've knocked him down into a crit. Please. This should be the end of the fight and we should have Nue. You know what? That was a way harder subjugation ritual than the dogs were. But we now have Nue and we can get moving to the next boss. I am very excited about this one. Now, oh, I probably should have actually put on. Hold on. Wait, let's kill this guy. I've got a strategy for this bit. Okay, he's attacking me through my hits. I'm starting to think that this fist style is not very useful. Anyway, if I just put on an unseen form and an assassin's gambit, I can run through this whole place without having to worry about taking a fight. So that's great. And then once we get up here, I can try out my new summon. Let's go cursed energy. And then we walk on through. And then Nue, help us out, Nue. Oh my God. His wings seem a little bit clipped, but Nue is absolutely putting in the work. I'm starting to think I won't need to fight on this boss. I think we have just one, but I can contribute with a heavy attack. Yeah, I don't do nearly as much as Nue. Oh, I have been smokescreened though. I guess the thing about the summons is they are good, but they're also bad in the way that they kind of get up in your face if they're too big, and you get hit by a couple of sucker punches. However, sadly, Nue did not win, but I can clean it up. I can definitely do the last little bits. There we go, carried by the summon. Now everything is starting to feel familiar, but it's time for the next part of the build. So we now have our Wondrous physic, just to up our endurance and damage a little bit. And we were also given our Playful Cloud, which may not be a triple staff, but it's something. But most importantly, we have our next subjugation ritual. And luckily, the man serpents are going to be pretty easy to deal with. I say serpents as if I'm going to get more than one. I'm absolutely not. Oh, has he realized I'm here? Why is he jiggying for? Let's get our cursed energy on. And now we just move into position and we heavy attack him. Goodbye, man serpent. Oh, he's actually a bit tankier than I thought. Let's just hope and pray. Oh, nice. We put him into a stance break. I think it's over. A pretty one-sided beating. And we have our great serpent summon, which was way faster than I expected. Okay, I had the perfect place to test out this great serpent. Now, it's not going to be as cool as the Nue, but will he be tankier? Let's see what you got, great serpent. He's not quite attacking with his mouth, but he's trying, and that's what matters. And sadly, I couldn't really get my hands on Rykard for the Great Serpent, but he's trying. He's really trying his best right now, and he hasn't been hit, to be fair. Oh, okay, no, he has been hit, and he is like 2-shot health, but only 2-shot to this guy. Maybe Rennala won't do nearly as much damage to him. Go on, finish him off. He didn't quite finish him off, but he did all right, and he's losing his mind right now. The enemy's gone. Don't worry about it, bro. All right, I'm gonna leave now. You want to come up with me? No? No? Alright, I'll see you later. It's now time to head in for the Rennala boss fight, which I think will probably go quite easily for me. And I'm not quite sure what weapon I want to start using all of the time. This one doesn't seem too bad with the Bloodlust build-up on it. Here's the last person. Get out of here. Can I get her into a second phase straight away? I don't think I will, but we can at least hope for a Bloodlust build-up. Lock on. Oh, we actually might be able to take her out. Just a couple more of these. Bloodlust build-up anywhere. Anytime now. Come on, one more. There's the Bloodlust. All right, and now we get out. Oh, I've been absolutely slapped in the face. I think this is the worst I've ever done at the first phase. And I think it's also the worst RNG I've had at this first phase because I kind of just got like hit by 4 different fireball beam things from all 4 different angles. But we should be into the second phase any moment now. We just have to do a couple more hits. And there it is. But in here, it's time to run an experiment. Oh, I can't pull out any summons. Never mind. I was going to attempt to summon, but it looks like I can't. So let's flask up. Then let's just dodge a couple of times. Oh, that was close. We pop our cursed energy into my Wondrous physic. And now we go. Let's not get... There's no way I've been smacked there. All right, one of my talismans is useless now. But light attacks, just keep on her. If we interrupt her, we're not going to get hit by as many projectiles that she sent off. There's no way I just missed that. There we go, a heavy. Then we running forward, do another heavy, which I miss. And then some more. Okay, we've smacked her out of a spinning weapon. Wow, you are a coward, Rennala. You really are. But she should be into that second phase any second now. Oh, and I've failed to do the dodge. Where's she at? We just have to blitz her up, DPS her as fast as possible, and then we won't have to worry about the summons. That troll is just staying back there, and we're going crazy. We got a blood loss build up, and we've killed her. Who did she summon? Nobody from the looks of it. I guess we just killed her that fast. But, you know, flask up, make ourselves feel a bit better. Let's claim the next part. Okay, so with that, we've unlocked Divine Dog's totality, and it's time for the subjugation ritual. And here they are. They're beautiful, aren't they? This will be the subjugation for the toad. So let's sneak up on them. Let's do it. Let's hunt them like it's a documentary. And then we do an assassin's gambit, and they'll have no idea that I'm here. I'm really not sure what else I could have used for the toad. I just feel like these guys are kind of toad looking. And Megumi has summoned about 5 toads at the same time in his fight against Todo, which I think is the maximum amount of toads that he has summoned at any one time. And we've taken out 2, so let's take out 3 more, and then we'll have them. Oh, don't roll at me. Oh no, they're actually a bit dangerous. They're a bit more dangerous than I thought. Go, go, go. Get rid of this guy. Okay, that's free. That's free. And then the 4th one. Damn, he's actually got some tech on him. He knows how to fight. But that's the 4th one dead. And the 5th. Oh, he's gone for it. They're actually kind of like sending me packing a little bit. Let me get my flasks done. And then dual exchange, kill this guy. And that's the 5th. So we've now unlocked the toads. Also, I forgot to show it, but all of my weapons have been changed to the magic affinity. So let's go over and test this all out on the royal capital. Okay, we just got a bit of a run now before we can try out our newfound summons. There's no way I've just used that again. All right, Assassin's Gambit. Now let's just run on by. I'm sure some people do get alerted because of their aggro range, but that guy seems to be chill. So we just got to keep this up, keep running over. So let's get myself to max health. Let's use the Wondrous physic. Toad summon, go. Let's see, how do they do? There's 5 of them right now. 2 have already been knocked out. Another one has almost been killed. So the larger ones are tanky, just about tanky enough that they can survive a single hit, but they're all dead now. However, we got a decent amount of damage off before we lost them. I really do feel like I'm getting like half carried now. Oh, and we put him into a stance break. Crit hit the guy. I'm quite liking this signature weapon, even though it doesn't actually have the magic affinity I put on it. So how about we swap to Playful Cloud now, and let's try that out. Heavy, 400 damage with that. Okay, maybe I should stick to using that instead of that signature weapon. I can see why Playful Cloud is a named curse tool, because oh my god, are we getting some damage off right now? Oh, I've just been crunched in the face though. Anyway, let's kill him. Get out of here. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get multiple 10 shadows each fight. But in the meantime, we've got our next subjugation ritual. It's time to subjugate ourselves a max elephant. And this is the closest thing I could find in the game. As always, run a 10 shadows on this guy. This is a perfect opportunity to try out our divine dog totality. Look at that. That's so much cooler than the 2 divine dogs. Give him a smack. Let's see how much damage are we getting there. 500. This guy's pretty powerful. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like we may already have ourselves a max elephant, and I didn't really need to do much. So we are really starting to scale up with our 10 shadow summons here, and I don't think Morgott's gonna be ready for this. It's time to take on Morgott, and I have my max elephant here, ready to test out and hopefully destroy this guy. And then, oh, I gotta get back a quick second before he completely destroys me. Okay, nice. We've made the distance up. Max elephant's coming in. Let's see how he does. How's it gonna go? 800 damage. That's big. That's big. All right, and now Playful Cloud this guy. Oh, I need to watch out, though. I am going to get caught in the crossfire if I don't have a look at what's going on with Morgott. Crit hit, please. Never mind. The Max Elephant's knocked him out of it. And we got a blood loss proc. That's so good. Okay, Max Elephant is probably going to die soon, though. And I don't have any ranged spells to kind of help him out. Never mind. We've just destroyed him. I was going to take the crit on that stance break, but we're kind of getting carried. I'm not going to lie. I was not expecting Max Elephant to be that strong. After how easy it was to subjugate him, I thought things would go a little bit harder than that. Oh, Jesus. He's just giving me a chump scare. What are you playing at? Now I can see why having Max Elephant out uses a lot of Megumi's cursed energy. And so with that, we've unlocked our next subjugation ritual. And here they are. These are going to be my rabbits. However, first we do have to kill them. So what's the strat here? I'm thinking we get the divine dog totality out and then we go for it. So just to clarify, the kindred of rots are going to be the rabbits, not the dogs. And we need to get 10 of these because that is the max amount of summons I can have. We've got one down right there. Is my dog coming in? Where you at? Totality, divine dog. We took out one of the randoms, but that's not going to count for our subjugation. There we go. We got 2 out of 10 dead. So now we got to move on. I see a third one over here. Let's just run straight past. I don't even think I need the dog for this. Playful Cloud. We've now got a third one. So we've got 7 more to go. And I'm seeing 3 more up ahead on this path here. It might be a little bit more difficult than the ones I just killed. I've taken out one of the runts. There we go. That's a 4th is dead. Divine dog. Help me out. Help me out. I'm getting kind of ruined over here. Okay, 6 dead. Where's the rest of them? There should be more on this path. I'm seeing another 3 over here. So we just got to move in and take them out. Come with me, Divine Dog Totality. Help me out here. We got that. That's a 7th. And then an 8th. Go on, take out the knife. Take out the knife. There it is. We've got one more to go until we fully subjugated the rabbits. And then we will have earned the summon. So here's this guy. Heavy attack. Oh, I missed. There's no way. Ain't no way. Divine dog. Yeah, get this pest out of my face first. Get rid of him. Absolute mutt. All right, now finish off the last rabbit for me. Yes, please. Thank you. And there it is. We've now earned our rabbit escape from the 10 shadows. So it's time to head over to the mountaintops of the giants and fight our next boss. I'm turning up to the fight now. And thinking about this from a tactical standpoint, this guy will probably squash my rabbits. Therefore, I'm going to do this first phase alone. And then when he can't move around as much, that's when I'll get the rabbits in and we'll see what they can really do. So please just don't hurt me. Nice. Flask of Wondrous physic. And now we go crazy with it. We go crazy. Look at the damage. 1,000 damage on each hit though. That's really good. I'm not even using heavies either. What about a heavy? Come on. 1,200. We broke the brace. Damn, even without the summons, we're doing a lot of damage. I just need to make this guy fall down. I'm pretty sure that's possible. I can stance break this guy. Ow, man. I was not expecting him to do that. I've been relying on my summons too much because I'm kind of throwing a little bit in this fight. Oh, I am definitely throwing. What was that? Okay, flask up. At least I've got a lot of leeway here. Come on, get me to that ankle. Get me to it. There we go. 1,300. 4,000. We are doing insane amounts of damage and I am panic rolling as well. I've really lost my edge because I've had these summons just completely carrying me. We can dodge that though. We can dodge that. And then any second now, we just got to put in the work. Oh, okay. I can deal with this. I can deal with this. We got to put in the work and then we can get him to a second phase and try out those rabbits. One more hit. Okay, not one more hit. 2 more hits, maybe. 2 more. There we go. And now we bide our time. We don't summon them too fast because he's about to start with a bit of a tantrum. Yep, there it is. There's the tantrum. And now, when that's over, go rabbits. We have 10 rabbits all going crazy on this guy. The damage is up to 10,000 straight away. Yeah, this is why I waited to use them for the second phase. Because the amount of potential that they have, that's insane. This move isn't even meant to be for damage. It's meant to be a distraction. I think each and every one of these rabbits is John Rabbit. Because that, I don't even know what I've just seen there. But anyway, we're very swiftly moving on to the next part of the build. So with that, we've unlocked our domain, which is a combination of darkness and tibia summons. And I'm pretty hyped for this because it means I don't need to rely on my summons as much and I can actually be useful myself. But I can only imagine what's coming up after I beat the next boss. However, there is something I want to try out first before we get there. And that's going to be my stealth stuff plus the domain. So if I pop an unseen form, Assassin's Gambit, and then I jump down here, hope I'm not detected. Darkness. All right, we're concealed. Now, tibia summons, go. Spam them out. Attack this guy. Are we just going to destroy him? The darkness has already gone quite fast, which kind of sucks. Tibia summons, kill him. Take him out for me. All right, there we go. He's gone. I need to FP up again. That's quite fast. However, the problem here is that my darkness seems to go quite fast. So before I can even use the actual offensive part of my domain, it kind of just, yeah, the domain just disappears. However, I can get off one part of my domain before it all vanishes, which isn't too bad. I mean, I'm happy with that being the domain. Probably isn't anything better we can get. But now that we're here, there is something I want to damage test. Now, who would I say is my best summon? There's going to be a dragon that comes down here, and I'm going to have my Nue ready and waiting to destroy this guy. So let's see. How do you do it? I'll help you out with the domain while you're doing your thing. Frostbite him. Frostbite him. I'm sending in the domain. Chimera Shadow Garden. Oh, I'm going to get smacked by that. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. But Nue's holding on. So am I. Nue's kind of a little bit, you know, knocked out though. But we don't have to kill this dragon. I just want to try it out. See how we do. However, Nue is going for the kill. What is going on here? Where did all that damage come from? I was not expecting this. Keep it up. Keep it up, domain. I'm not really sure how much my domain's helping here. But I know Nue's definitely doing a lot of damage. Nue, I'm going to need you to help me out though, because I'm kind of getting ruined here alone. Yeah, there you go. You do your thing. I'm helping out with more of the domain. Chimera Shadow Garden. Can we finish him off from here? Can we do it? 400 damage per attack. For Nue, I'll do it. For Nue, we'll finish off this fight. I was not expecting it to come so far. Therefore, we'll do it proud. We'll get in here. We'll give him some smacks. I have no idea how much health this guy is on. So I just gotta trust and just swing. Swing for dear life. I don't really know the attack patterns of this guy though. So this is going to be a little bit difficult. Just a couple more hits. And then I'm pretty sure this ancient dragon's dead. Oh, it's dodging me though. So this is why I don't like fighting this dragon. Its feet are just dancing around too much. I can't get to it. Come here, bro. Come here. You're a coward. Just take the hits and die. Sit down because Nue kind of outclassed you. And there it is. I did Nue proud. And with that, I'm comfortable on going to the next boss. Okay, so here's the tactics for this next fight. I'm going to... Ow, man. Calm it, bro. I was trying to talk. All right, so I'm going to put on my unseen form, then an assassin's gambit. We're going to get the rabbits ready, and then we're going to walk forward, and we're going to start this thing. Everybody... Do your best. Darkness into domain expansion. Chimera Shadow Garden. Take them out. Take them out. We've already got one down. It's chaotic in here. The rabbits are doing their best and we probably lost half of them already. However, we are winning. We are definitely winning. So let's get ready to repeat that. This time I'm not going to waste time using the darkness. We're just going to go ham on them. Get ready. Rabbits, deploy. Take them out. Domain. Go, go, go. Everyone. All hands on deck. Yeah, we have destroyed them. And I don't feel a single bit of remorse about it because I hate the Godskin duo. They had that coming. However, there is no rewards for this boss fight. And some of you may be saying, but what about Maharaga? Where is he? And trust me, Maharaga is coming. It's just that his subjugation ritual is a bit further along the line from now. We have to be patient. But he's on the way, I promise. So let's go to Maliketh. Okay, I'm prepared for the Maliketh fight. I know what I want to do. And I believe in the fight here. I believe in my summons. So how about this? We try and run an unseen form, and then we use an assassin's gambit. We'll take the hits, though. We'll take the hits. I don't mind. I don't mind. And then we traverse. Does this guy know we're here? He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Oh, never mind. He knows. Okay, let's just summon him in. Max Elephant, go. Carry this fight for me. Don't let me get hit. Do your thing. 700 damage. That's not bad. That's not bad. And now, domain expansion. Keep spamming it. Keep spamming it. Chimera Shadow Garden. Oh, we've knocked him. We've knocked him into a stance break. Crit hit this guy. And that's him into a second phase already. Nice. Good luck, Max Elephant. This is going to be a little bit more tricky for you now. Just go in. Distract him a little bit. Oh, he's taking too much damage. No, that's bad. That's bad. He's one-shot him. Okay, domain. Let's just spam this out until he diverts his attention to me. You know what? You did your best, Max Elephant. Honestly, I thought that you'd be able to hang on for a little bit longer. But it's okay. I'll pick up the rest of the pieces for you. I'm taking a little bit of damage there, but it's what we have to deal with. Look, easy dodges, easy dodges. To Max Elephant, you saved me the stress of having to do the Beast Clergyman fight, so I'm in debt to you. And I'll pick up the pieces, and I'll do you proud with one final hit. I missed, but one final hit. And there we go. Maliketh fight is already down, which is extremely fast. I was not expecting that. But the elephant pulled through. He clutched up. And we take that. However, I think that's the last time we're using the elephant because I've got plans for what's coming up. I foresee the future. Oh, wait. I should probably hit the grace, actually. For this fight, you may question my decision making. But I just want to do this because it's going to be quite funny. So first up, we use a flask. Then we'll walk up nice and close. And let's get the toads on this guy. Do me proud, fellas. Ruin him. Take out Gideon. Don't give him a chance to breathe. I'll spam my domain for you as well. Chimera Shadow Garden. Go, 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 go. Don't let him use a potion or cast anything. Destroy this guy. You know how embarrassing that would be for this guy's pride if you people managed to kill him. If the toads, the Albinorics, the things that were once oppressed in these lands, kill Sir Gideon. And you did. They actually killed him without taking a single bit of damage. And two of them weren't really participating either. But you guys, you know, you did great. You did great. You observed. You learned for future experiences. And those future experiences you will never come to see. So, you know, well done, though. Well done. Anyway, it's time for the big fight. And I call this the big fight for a reason. I'm sure you guys are starting to piece together what's happening or what's about to happen, but trust me, you guys are gonna love this. This is where we earn Maharaga. It all comes down to this moment. Let's head in. Hello, Godfrey. I know you're keeping him from me. I know what you're doing. Give him. Hand him over. I'm gonna do this first phase alone because I have confidence in this. I don't want to lose any summons here. Therefore, after I get him into a second phase, that's when I'll get out one of my 10 shadows. You thought I was gonna get caught by that one. You're trying to pull a fast one on me, aren't you? It's not going to work. We got 1,500 damage on you right there. Yep. Still not working. And any moment now, you're going to be into that second phase. And I know you're not ready. You're not ready for when I pull out the summon on you because it's going to happen. Any moment now, one more hit and you're gone. Oh, he keeps dodging away. You're too scared, man. You're too scared. Get him into the second phase. Oh, I forgot that this is a second phase where you have to actually kill him. My bad. Not half health. Never mind. I was wrong again. But here we go. We've got... There he is. Maharaga, the subjugation ritual. I think I'm going to need some help against this one because he's going to be tricky. So, Divine Dog Totality. Get in there. Help me out, fella. Help me out. Do something. He's coming after me. The 8-sword whatever Divine General. Anyway, I'm putting a domain on him now that he's distracted. Chimera Shadow Garden. Oh, that is a big attack. I think the Totality might already be dead. Yeah, he is. All right, I guess I'm back to my own devices again. Yo, calm down, calm down. Let me flask up, let me flask up. Let me... Whoa, 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 whoa. No, I don't feel like I'm ready for this. I'm not playing Sukuna, I'm playing Megumi. Give me a chance. Couple of hits, couple of hits. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, he really does need to give me a chance if I want to subjugate him. But there we go, that's some damage. And then we dodge into a jump. Oh, we're looking good. We're looking very, very good. Any moment now, he's going to be subjugated, and then we'll have him. Jump at me, I dare you. Oh, that's not the kind of jump I was expecting. That's not what I was asking for. Go on then. Go on. What have you got? What have you got? It's not working. Just a couple more hits and you're gone, fella. One more and then you're mine. And that's it. You're cooked right there. It's over. We have Maharaga, the 8-handled divine general, or however it goes. We've got him. We've subjugated him, which means we're probably in for a nice time against the final boss. And there he is. I've got him down there in my equipment. You ain't ready for this. You ain't ready for this, Radagon. Okay, let's just start straight with it. We're not even going to waste time messing around. Go, Maharaga. Maharaga, help. Oh, he's helping a whole lot, but he's taking a lot of damage. Hold up. This might be a little bit more tricky than I thought it was. I thought we'd just win from having Maharaga, but he needs to adapt. Adapt, Maharaga, adapt. Please take him out. I need you for the final fight. No, Maharaga, please, please, attack. Attack. Don't die on me now. Don't die on me now. Take him out. Okay. We're looking fine. It's okay. We got this under control. We have Maharaga ready for the Elden Beast. And he's probably going to die here, but it's okay. I'm gonna Wondrous physic up. Let's just try this together, Maharaga. Let's do our best. Oh, we've knocked him. We've knocked him. We've knocked him. Go ham on him. Go ham. I'll do heavy attacks so you can do damage as well. I won't take the crit until the last second. Then I'll take the crit. Oh, we're looking so good. We're looking so good. I need to start two-handed. Keep up the hits. Don't let him get away, Maharaga. You better be a fast runner because you're going to have to do a 100-meter dash for this. Maharaga, you okay? I think he's fine. He's okay. He's fine. As long as he runs at the boss. Oh, never mind. He did take a hit. Maybe things might not be so simple. I was hoping that he could hold on for the entire fight. Starting to think Maharaga might die. However, is he regenning? Am I seeing that correctly? I feel like he's regenning. But I'll keep up the hits. Regardless of if Maharaga dies, I'm actually doing a lot of damage myself. Last hit. There we go. With my heavies. 600 damage per. Where is he? Maharaga? Hello? Oh, there he is. Okay, he's going in. And he can't go in anymore because... Oh, the Elden Beast is running. He's running. But don't worry. I've got the read, Maharaga. I'll carry you this time. You did great on the other fight, but I'll handle this part. Let me just get a couple of hits. Oh, never mind. Not a couple of hits. Let's just run behind him for safety. And now I can get a couple of hits from behind. Maharaga's really trying to go after him. It feels like there's always a bigger fish is what's going on here. Oh, big damage. 2,000. From the top ropes, that was. You know what? Maharaga, you can handle the rest of this. I believe in you. Go! Big. Oh my god, he is regenning. He has reverse curse technique. Look, he can't die. He's adapting. Is that actually a thing? Did they build in adaptation into this summon? That's so cool. He's actually like, after he takes a hit, he regens it back. Where is he now? Go in, go in, go in. Ah, he missed. This is so cool. I was not expecting Maharaga to be this broken. I mean, I know he is, but like, god damn, he's regenning. He's doing a bunch of damage. And the Elden Beast is going to be dead any second now. There it is. Big Raga, the op stopper, has taken out the Elden Beast. Look at how big this guy is. He's so tall. I can see why Megumi got one-tapped by this fella. Look at him. He was just standing there menacingly. Anyway, onto the build. Here's my stats. I think in general, even if you don't have the summons, these aren't too bad for a vanilla build. As for my equipment, we have a magic chain link flail with Bloodhound Step on it for part of my 10 Shadows plus Playful Cloud. Then we have a Lord Sworn straight sword with Assassin's Gambit on it, mainly for the 10 Shadows, and one of Megumi's signature weapons, Jet Black, I think. Then we have a stone-sheathed sword for Megumi's other signature weapon that I don't think has a name. Astrologer's Staff and Finger Seal for our spells and incantations. Knight's Cavalry Armor Altered and Preceptor's Trousers for the Jujutsu High uniform. Two-handed Sword Talisman, Magic Scorpion Charm, Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, and Ritual Sword Talisman. Then in our Wondrous physic, we have the Magic Shroud in Cracked Tier and Opaline Hard Tier. Then when it comes to the spells, we have Unseen Form for our 10 Shadows, Scholar's Armament for Cursed Energy, Darkness and Tibia Summons for the Domain. As for the summons like our Maharaga and all of the 10 Shadow summons, I used a mod called Elden Ring Spirit Battler in order to decide all of my summons and assign them to Spirit Ashes. But as for the video, that is it. We are done. We have our Maharaga here looking all buffed up, and he absolutely did carry us in that final fight. I can say that for sure. So here we are. I'm Ryu Ishigori, and sadly we couldn't get the hair that he has, but we did start with some cursed energy, as you can see down there. And after each boss I defeat, I'll gain more of my build. However, there will be spoilers for the anime and manga. Let's see how much damage are we going to get on this. 250 from a heavy attack. That's what we like to see from the highest cursed energy output in the entire JJK verse. So we're already well prepared for the first boss fight. Okay, we've arrived, and I feel like this fight is going to go pretty easily. So straight up before he runs at me, I'm putting on the cursed energy. Let's do this, Margit. We go straight in with a heavy. We got tactics for this. Only 200 damage. I was expecting a little bit more, but I'm sure we'll have some good results once we beat this fight and have our first set of of techniques come through. There we go. A stance break into a crit hit. Damn, that's a lot of damage right there. 500. I think very soon he might already get into his first phase. Oh, pulling some fast ones on me, are you? And honestly, in the second phase, I think I'll find things a lot easier because he'll start using jumping attacks like that, which are very easy to dodge and very telegraphed, I would say. And then for the moment we'll get back from him, flask up. Is going swimmingly right now. Our cursed energy is definitely carrying us through. Easy dodge on that. Maybe I dodged a bit too far though. But we are popping off on this guy. The expertise right here is coming through. Almost had a no-hit run, to be honest. And we've gotten back into a stance break. Crits again. Oh, he's done. You're so done, Margit. See you later. And we have already got the martial art expertise of Ryu Ishigori. So with that, we have also earned the next part of our build. Okay, this is great. We've got the start of our cursed energy discharge. And at the moment, it may be weak with just a couple of sorceries, but I'm sure eventually it will evolve to the level of highest cursed energy output in the verse. Let's see, damage test right here. We've got a random Stormhawk or a Warhawk or something. Take this. Cursed energy discharge. Okay, we missed one of them. So they're quite fast, which is great. How about the Great Glintstone Shard, which is probably an upgrade? Okay, more damage, but slower. So we have a bit of variation here between our moves. Oh, some of them don't reach, actually, if you don't get close enough. And he has already summoned in some friends to help out. But I don't think they're really going to be able to stand a chance here against my cursed technique. But I'm loving the switch-ups that I can do in this build. Like that slow attack to a swift attack. All right, last damage test right here. If we hold it, how much more do we get? Nothing extra. However, we've taken out most of his HP bar and we pull out a fast one on him and he's dead. And then if we can't use beams anymore, we just walk up and run some hands with them. Oh, he has been knocked off but not killed yet. Heavy attack. Gone. Godric is about to experience a one-sided beating. And we've arrived. Something tells me this is going to go down pretty easily. And Godric, you're about to find out that you're just a stepping stone for me to become even stronger. Take all of this. Cursed energy discharge. And we got about 1,000 damage without him even being able to respond yet. And then swift glintstone and another swift glintstone. Then we're just going to play the long game. We're going to hit him from range. Yeah, you're not going to be able to reach me from all the way over there. He does have quite far reach, but I managed to back up enough. And we start spamming more out. More glintstone shards. Damn, he is already almost at half health. And we dodge a couple of these bad boys. You think I'm going to fight you, Godric? You think? I'm running back. There's nothing you're going to be able to do to me. You're a piece of cake. You're chump change. He's into a second phase now. We'll throw one final Swift Glintstone Shard, and then we'll flask up and get ready. And we've got to strike while the iron's hot here. We have some of our cursed energy on. We're just going to do jumping heavy attacks until eventually we should get a crit on this guy. There it is. We've stance broken him into the crit. We might not have to use any health flash, you know. We might not have to. A couple more jumping attacks. We managed to get a blood loss build up on him. Oh, I dodged a bit too early, but I'm out of range now. And then from all the way out here, we're going to kill him. Unless he dodges me a bunch. He actually kind of did. But one more attack and you're sold. Now that was too easy. We took a single hit throughout that entire fight. This Ishigori build might turn out to be too overpowered. Now we've gained a couple more variants of our technique. Ones where Ishigori fires multiple beams at a time, scattering them. And yes, I will make sure to use Bloodhound Step in the next boss fight. It's just the Godric one was so one-sided and fast, I didn't even pay it any mind. And now I'm getting excited for this next fight coming up, because not only do I have a couple of new sorceries, but I also now have a total of 4 offensive spells that I can use against the bosses. And as you can see, they're looking quite powerful. It's so sad that you guys only have Pebble. It's kind of unlucky, eh? Look at me, I got Swift Glintstone Shards. Take that. And not only do I have the Swift Glintstone Shards, but I also have Star Shower. So I definitely studied up way better than any of you academics. But anyway, it's time to go piece up the Red Wolf of Radagon and advance my build even further. I'm not sure if he's going to give me a chance to use my sorceries, but we're going to try it. Let's spam them out. Star Shower, go. Just keep piling it on. And none of them landed. However, Bloodhound Step that. Couple of light hits. We'll use a couple of the very beginning sorceries that I gained in this build, and then we're going to try and flask up. Okay, let's use the scatter shot, although he's probably going to jump me. Never mind, he kind of just sat back and let me do it. And then the advanced scatter shot. Now he's dodging a lot of them, but still taking a bit of damage. It's kind of seeming schizophrenic. I don't know why he's jumping around that much. Are you good, bro? Do you want to, like, who are you attacking? Who are you aggroed on? All right, well, I think I've had enough of the technique. And instead, we're going to put on some moves on him. Because not only does Ryu Ishigori have his technique, but he's also very adept at hand-to-hand combat. Bloodhound Step, heavies, couple more. Bloodhound Step again. Jumping heavy. Look at that. We're reacting. You're nowhere near special grade, Red Wolf of Radagon. And it shows. It's all over your face and your movements. And you've been exercised just like that. Okay, time for the next part of the build. So now my Glintstone Stars have been swapped out for Pest Threads, which I think is an upgrade. And my Swift Glintstone Shard has been swapped out for Frenzied Burst. And on top of that, we have a Finger Seal. And so now we're well prepared for Rennala. And on top of that, I can test out my new move, Scatter Shot. Go. They didn't quite reach. Let's go again. Hit Moongrum. Damn, he's just dodging away. Can you, like, stop hiding, please? Okay, not a lot of damage there. I guess he kind of did just block the whole thing. Let's try it again. Take this guy out. Take him out. 84 damage. That's not amazing. Okay, well, this guy doesn't really seem like a great target to test out my new moves on. So instead, I'm just going to wait for him to put away that shield and then ruin him. Okay, and he's put away the shield. We can go on the offensive now. He won't try and defend himself. Apparently, he's just going to spam out his attacks instead. Come on, die. I don't want to fight this guy anymore. Yeah, you've ran out of flasks, bro. And it's over for you any minute now. Okay, there we go. We lost a lot of flasks in that fight. However, I don't really think I'm going to need many for Rennala. So let's head in and get the job done. And then we'll be looking at some upgrades. This part of the fight isn't really all that exciting. But what is exciting is seeing this health bar drop down. Go! We'll probably get a blood loss build up here. Hopefully, we will only need to take 2 phases to get rid of her. If we just get a couple more hits, there we go. We're looking good. We're looking very good. And so on the next drop, she'll die and we'll be into second phase. Where's the last one singing? There she is. Oh, it's so easy. All right, second phase, here we come. Just drop down and meet your demise. All right, any minute now, it'll be over. And then we'll be into the real fight. And she's gone. All right, let's see what you got, Rennala. Prime Rennala right here. Someone who probably won't dodge my incantations like the guy before. Go, Pest Threads. 138 damage. Not amazing, but I'm not too mad at it. At least it means I have some variation on damage types here. So then all of my moves aren't just sorceries anymore. Go, Frenzied Burst. 163, and it's knocked her out of her sorcery that she was casting there. This could prove to be pretty useful. Maybe Pest Threads won't stun her much. However, Frenzied Burst will. You know what? Instead, I've come to the decision that fighting Rennala from far range is just a bad idea. Being dragged into her territory and her kind of fights is not going to do anyone any favors. So we're just going to have to run straight hands and not take any risks. Especially now that I've ran out of flasks. I cannot afford to make any mistakes here. So let's just run the hands. Eventually she'll be into the phase where she tries to summon. There we go. We got a crit hit. We take her out. We take her out. And now she'll attempt to summon. We just need to get ready to roll it. Some of this. There we go. We've dodged it. Heavy attack. Oh, she TP'd away because it was the giant. Sadly, we couldn't farm extra damage there from her summoning animation. But we still got this under control. Bloodhound Step. Easy. Go, 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 go. Heavy. Okay, Bloodhound Step out of there. Hit and run tactics. That's what we're going to have to do. And then try and close in whenever we can. Oh, it's a Bloodhound Knight now. We do want to watch out for this because he has the same dodge as me. He's already disappeared, though. That's great. Now we make a move. We go back in. Easy dodge. Heavy, and she's gone. You know what? That was way closer than I was ever expecting. I think losing most of my flasks to Moongrum actually did take a bit of a toll. But we're gonna have the next part of the build. So my Glintstone Great Shard has now been replaced with Glintstone Comet Shard, and my Pest Threads have now been replaced with Pest Thread Spears, which is further upgrading my build. How much damage am I looking at on Glintstone Comet Shard? Glintstone Comet Shard, 426. Not bad. Not bad at all. But I need someone who's gonna kind of just sit still so I can use the attack on them. And you could try out my new upgraded spell, 852. Probably because he has less resistances than the guy I just attacked. And now Pest Thread Spears. How good is this compared to Pest Threads? Go on, go on. 426, and it's more of a condensed beam, which is way better than the Pest Threads we had before. And so I'm ready to take this on over to the Royal Capital. Okay, on my way here, I also changed my weapon over to the Magic Affinity. So now my fighting style is imbued with cursed energy, and I don't have to activate it anymore. As for Godfrey coming up, I'm sure he is in for a rough time. Okay, let's head in. Let's start off with the new and improved Scatter Shot. Go, Pest Thread Spears. Hit in midair. Oh, that's 592 damage. Kind of insane. And then a Glintstone Comet Shard, our improved version of the beam attack. Okay, we are honing my technique here. Look at all this damage. And he's kind of just not able to walk up on me and attack me at all. However, now it looks like we got to gear up for a fight. I've ran out of FP. Not completely because I have my flasks, but I want to make the most of this other FP by using Bloodhound Step. So we'll go in. Heavy attack. Oh, I have missed. The thing is about this guy as well, he won't have blood loss build up on him. However, we can still stance break him. So if we just walk in and do this, and then dodge, and then a heavy attack, and then dodge again, and then Bloodhound Step, and then jumping heavy. He's not being stance broken yet, which is kind of weird. Jump that. Easy. Come on. Crit, please. There we go. Stance break into the crit hit, and now we back off. See you in a second, Godfrey. I'm just going to very quickly flask up and then kill you from afar, if that's going to fly. All right, go. Fast beam attack. Concentrated. See, that's the frenzy burst right there. Carrying. Well, not really. It did like less damage than all the other stuff. But let's go with our scatter shot. Pest Freds. And he's not quite dead. He's almost dead, though. So I guess we'll finish him with our most recent upgrade. There it is. And we managed to get a no-hit run on the guy. So I'm ready for more of my build. Okay, and we've upgraded once more. So our great stars have now changed to Stars of Ruin. And we've unlocked some more damage boosts via the Wondrous physic. So let's try out our damage on this guy. I think our highest output that we can currently achieve in one attack is the Glintstone Comet Shard. So let's spam that out. 600. That's good. That's good. Okay, well, she's kind of just dodging them over and over. Maybe this isn't the kind of enemy for me. She's a bit too agile. However, the newfound damage that we just had is seeming pretty good. And I'm sure we can boost it further when we hit max build and try and achieve the most cursed energy output in the entire verse. Okay, we're getting ready for Morgott now. And we're about to try and pack as much of a punch early on as possible. And straight away, the strat's starting. So we start out with our Wondrous physic. Oh, why is he closing the gap right now? Give me a second, bro. I think I've already lost my infinite cursed energy. But we got Stars of Ruin that we're just spamming out. How much damage do we get there? 900. Not bad, not bad. What can we do next? And then Scatter Shot. Pest Fred Spears. Okay, nice. 600. Okay, I want to abuse this Stars of Ruin as much as I can because this is probably my most damaging move at the moment. And it's currently the newest move too. Get out of the way of that. Couple of normal attacks and then a heavy. We might have to bring this into a melee fight just for Morgott because he is quite difficult to attack and I'm currently not two-handing my weapon, but you know, it's fine. And from back here, we used another one of our blasts. Okay, great, great, great. Now we flask up. We have time to kind of figure this out a little bit. And then we send off some scatter shots and then we'll run back a little bit. All right, bring it on. We're bringing this into hand-to-hand combat. I feel like from this point onwards, we're not going to really have much opportunities to use our blasts. And that's fine because we pack a lot of damage with the magic affinity on. Ooh, that was a very well-timed dodge. And then Bloodhound Step. Okay, maybe I need to Bloodhound Step a couple more times than just once there. And then if I'm lucky... Oh, I'm on 1 HP. If I'm lucky, I get him into a stance break, which did not happen, but he is very low. Come on, try it. You want to feel the wrath? I know you do. I know you do, Morgott. You want to find out just how much damage I can pack with my cursed enhancement, with my cursed energy output. And so on an attack that's not a blast, we get a whopping 720 damage. And we also killed the boss. I will say it was definitely correct to put the blast behind us just for that fight because things suddenly became a whole lot easier when I just started throwing hands with the guy. So let's get our next upgrade. And there it is. Finally, we've got the famed Granite Blast. And we also got some stuff to increase our cursed energy output. So I'm very excited to take on the Fire Giant. We've arrived. We're ready for the fight. And this is a very interesting boss to have Terra Magica and Comet Azure for. And the tactics we're going for here is to just whittle him down into a second phase, probably with melee attacks, and then try out our Granite Blast, coupled with infinite cursed energy and all the buffs we can give it. So I've taken a lot of damage there, but it's fine. I just two-hand, and we'll get to work. We've broken the brace, so we just pile into it with a bunch of light attacks. Maybe we'll get a blood loss build-up, and the faster we can get this guy into a second phase, the better. Oh, he is already coming out with the flame attacks, huh? That's fine. We can deal with this. How have I been smacked in the back of the head there? Okay, that time we're ready to dodge for it. Heavies, 1.6 thousand damage just from the melee attacks. It's kind of crazy, is it not? This guy has so much HP though, but I'm glad to see that we're putting out a lot of damage here because we're getting close to that high cursed energy output that Ishigori is famed for. All right, stop running away though, Fire Giant, please. Let me get you into your second phase already. Come on. I normally do this faster. And where's that blood loss build-up at? There it is. Okay, that was a massive chunk there. As you can see, we've done 7,300 damage just then, and we've made it into the second phase. So we want to get ready here. We've got to get flashed up and prepared. So we use this. We use a Terra Magica, and then Comet Azure. Go! As much damage as we can get. How long can we do this for? I have no idea, but let's just hit him with everything. Granite Blast! 9.8 thousand damage. And honestly, I could have maximized that so much better if I had used the flask after putting my Terra Magica down. So we have even greater heights to reach with this build. I just need to be more skillful. I just need to be more skillful with the timing of my attacks. What is he doing? Oh, he's about to open that mouth and spew fire everywhere. He didn't for some reason. Let's go. Stars of Ruin. Scatter shot. This is probably the best way that we're going to be able to get the most beams, well, the most blasts to hit the fire giant's hands. God damn, his hands are going kind of crazy though. But those are his weak points, so that's what we're aiming for. And then dodge into another. Okay. We're looking really good here. I just need to sit back and spam these out, and we should kill him in no time. There we go. That's the damage hitting right there. 1.2 thousand. However, I did miss one of my attacks there. Then we need to set off these orbs so that I can safely... Oh, okay. Nah, he has kind of hit me with a bit of an undodgeable strat there. Okay, now we dodge this, and he's knocked me down. That's great. However, any moment, come on, man. Just let me get a good position on you. Can we land this now? No. If we can land this, he dies. That's all I need. Oh, and that is a dangerous attack for him to be doing. But that should be it. The fight should be over. Is he gone? No, he's not. One more attack to put him over the edge. Okay, and now we've killed him. Wow, I really just made a mountain out of a molehill in that fight because we did most of the heavy lifting and then failed to finish him off for so long. But how are we looking on the next part of our build? And we've now upgraded our Comet Shard to Comet, and we have Zamor Ice Storm, which is a blast that Ishigori sends out and then manipulates its trajectory to circle him, which kind of works like a mini barrier between him and the enemy. And I'm very excited to try this out. Let's try out these new blasts I got. And first off, we are going for Comet. So let's aim for the guy patrolling the room. And that's an insane amount of damage. That's like triple what I've seen on most of my other blasts. Let's do it again. I'm getting addicted to this feeling. Look at it. 1.7k is insane. Okay. Now for the revolving blast. Go, Zamor Ice Storm. How does it look? Oh, that's pretty good. That actually really does have the same effect that it had in the episode. Let's do it again. Another time. Oh, this is going to work out very well for me. I mean, just look at how fast this guy gets minced up from being in the middle of what kind of feels like a makeshift simple domain. Even though I will say it is definitely not his domain. We don't want to mistake it. We don't want to be called a LARPer now, because that is absolutely not what it is. It just kind of looks like one. Anyway, take him out with a one shot, and I'm very ready for the bosses coming up. Oh, I'm getting hyped now. Normally, things don't really go well against these bosses unless I have a summon. However, this time's going to be different. I swear it. So we're going to drop a Terra Magica, and I'm not going to use my infinite cursed energy. However, we are going to use our Granite Blast to try and shave off as much health as possible. And really, we didn't manage to shave off that much. But if we can keep these guys away from each other and then use Comets, which is definitely my most powerful spell here, then we have a chance. Oh, that is looking very tricky. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. We're running in circles. I just hope the skinny guy does not interfere. Please stop spinning. Okay. There it is. There it is. There it is. Ow, man. That hurt. Just got smacked on the head. Okay. If I can get rid of the Godskin Noble, then I can definitely use... Oh, okay. Right. So here's the strat now. We drop a Terra Magica in the middle of the room. We use the flask. We dodge that attack. And we now go for Granite Blast on the single Godskin Apostle that has been left on his own. However, he managed to cancel me, which really sucks. So I didn't get to exact my full plan. And our hope at getting the most powerful cursed energy output has been extinguished. I'll have to try on some other bosses. However, I'm definitely going to attempt a frostbite on this guy. There we go. The Zamor Ice Storm is looking great. Okay, and now he's going to do his usual. We just have to dodge this right. The first attack is what matters. Oh, he got caught on a random piece of environment. However, we're managing this. We're managing this. And then from behind here, we use another Zamor Ice Storm with the revolving blast. That's great. Okay, now it's just this guy alone again, and we're going to try and employ some comets against him. So first one, if we charge these up, we definitely get the most damage that we can out of them, and this is looking really good. However, I am taking projectiles to the face right now, and our last comet, this should kill him and give me a little bit of time to breathe before the next guy comes in. And since it's just one, we can kind of try out our scatter shots a couple of times rather than just using the meta that was working out for us. And we've managed to beat him. We took out the Goldskin duo, and it was probably one of the easier times I've had against this boss without using any summons. And so it's time to get more of our build. And there it is, the final piece of the puzzle, the Domain Clash. And I am very excited to try this out. Go! Domain Clash! How much damage did we get? 700? 1,700. Okay, I did not realize there was two parts to that attack. And this is looking quite accurate because not only do we get the black barrier of the domain, but we also get the breaking effect from when the Domain Clash failed. And the damage on this is looking very good right now. Let's see, do we one-shot this guy? Pretty much that counts as a one-shot. Even though it's a two-stage spell, it took one spell to take out a dog. I am very excited to take this into the Maliketh fight. I'm so ready to test out this Domain Clash on Maliketh. However, it may be difficult difficult to use on his first phase because of the cast time. Therefore, we're going to play it safe. And the only spell I'm planning on using here is going to be our Zamor Ice Storm, because then I can have kind of free reign while fighting him inside of it. Oh, I did kind of fail there, though. I'm really going to have to try and sweat out here in order to get him into his second phase. If I just stand here, though, I think I'm safe. And then we dodge through. Bloodhound Step. And then one more slash. Damn, this guy just doesn't let up on the combo extenders. We're getting the hang of it now. We're getting the hang. And I'm with him. We're hitting a little bit of an Ultra Instinct moment here. It's so hard for me to talk over this fight because I'm just not good at it at all. But any moment now, I'll be out of the phase I'm not good at and into the actual Maliketh phase where I'll do my thing. Okay, we're going to have to utilize these Bloodhound Steps as much as I can in order, to get extra iframes, because I'm pretty sure Bloodhound Steps have more iframes than dodges. But we got him into a second phase now. We can chill out for a sec. Okay, I think I have to dodge with him or else he's going to try and use some cheeky moves on me. And then he comes back over the overhand. We need a brief second here. We're safe. We're safe. Now we flask up. Then we get, to dodge in his tricky move and using a domain clash on him. Domain clash, go. How much damage can we get? We've missed. Let's use another domain clash. And he's too busy roaring at me, so he's kind of not trying to avoid it. However, what if I try to use a granite blast on this guy? I feel like it's very risky, but I want to try it. Okay, I can't get any further than this. Therefore, we just have to try it. And then we go. There's no time to do any incantation, to do any spell buffs. Granite blast. I've been smacked straight in the face. Okay, granite blast is not the right idea. We're just going to have to throw hands and possibly abuse Zamor Ice Storms. So we'll do that. And then he comes in with the overhand, which he missed, and I also missed my Zamor Ice Storm. If we just run it old-fashioned style with this guy, I've got it. And I've taken a massive hit there. I believe in us. I can clutch up on this kind of HP. I know what I'm doing with the Maliketh fight. Oh, what you trying here? Okay, and then we go back in. Smack him on the butt a little bit, and I missed. I guess that's what I get for trying to hit him on the butt. But we got this. We got this. We lock in, and he's coming back over with the overhand. And we just start spamming out light attacks there. It really sucks that I've had to resort to just attacking this guy without spells. But we got him. And maybe on the next fight, I can show off my cursed technique more. And we're in the Ashen Capital now. We didn't get any extra rewards from the Maliketh fight because we've hit full build. That domain clash was the last one. But I have a sneaking suspicion here that I might be able to get my most powerful granite blast in this next fight. Okay, we have to do this right. He's not going to speak for too long and the stairs get in the way of the Comet Azure. Therefore, I've got to walk up, now pop a Terra Magica, then the flask, and let's do this. Granite blast for everything we've got. Full power granite blast. How much are we looking at? 4k? He managed to dodge out of it. Can we rare up another granite blast while he's using his flask? There we go. Another 900. Sadly, we couldn't get our most powerful granite blast with that, which really sucks because I imagined that he wouldn't dodge straight out. However, I've been disproved. Anyway, we're going to have to fight him from range. This is the best I got. Oh, he has thrown a comet straight into my face. Keep trying it. Keep trying it, Gideon. Domain clash. Does it hit? Does it hit? 600. Another domain clash. He doesn't see this coming. I'm just sneaking them on him. More domain clashes. Is he just taking them? He's just letting them hit him. Oh, we don't want him to walk up on me. Scatter shot. Go. The closer he gets, the more in danger I am due to his phalanx that he's got there. Oh, no. Domain clash, please. Please, 1k. That is so lucky I managed to sneak one on him from around the corner while he walked up, because that could have turned out to be very difficult. However, the cool thing is we beat him at his own game. And I'm hoping that in this next boss fight, we might be able to beat our Granite Blast record. It's going to be difficult for us, but 10k is our target. So we're going to try and rinse repeat the exact same strat from earlier. And I might just get stomped in the face from doing so. But it's worth the risk. Okay, so we're in. We want to drop a Terra Magica and then pop our Wondrous Physic. Dodge, and we need a moment where he's going to chill out after an attack. Oh, I'm wasting so much time here. And I didn't manage to go for the Granite Blast record on this guy because he kind of just smacked me in the face and made me lose 3 flasks on the beginning of the fight. So instead, back to the old strats. This is the best I've got. The Zamor Ice Storm, coupled with just fighting him inside of my pseudo domain, pretty much. Okay, he's going to keep stomping, and I really don't think I'm going to have a chance to use Zamor Ice Storm anymore. It's like my abilities have been sealed here. This guy must be Higuruma or something, because most of my techniques are completely sealed against me. I don't have time to activate them, but maybe if I dodge this one, I can use a Zamor Ice Storm, and we just run the hands. Bring it, Godfrey, bring it. Any moment now, I'm going to put you in that second phase, hopefully with, I guess, 2 flasks left. I wanted more. And we got him into a second phase, finally, with 1 flask left. But I do know if you run back, you're fine and safe from this first attack. Now we go an Ice Storm, and we hope for the best. We might be able to get a Frostbite on this guy if we activate it at the right times. Oh, we do want to get back from this, though. And now we can do a charged Ice Storm. We've activated it on him. We got the Frostbite, and we just need to give it everything we've got. Come on, let's do this again, Horalu. Let's do it again. I've got your number, fella. Oh, we've almost one-shot him there, and he's gone. Wow, Frostbite is really overpowered. The amount of extra damage we got from him being vulnerable there to get a 2,000 damage heavy hit was kind of crazy. But now we're on to our final fight, and this is the last chance we have to improve on the Granite Blast from before. Now, I'm not going to use it against Radagon. The plan is to use it against the Elden Beast because he's large and clunky, meaning he shouldn't be so prone to escaping. But we got a Samurai Storm here. Okay, it kind of failed. I imagined that Radagon was going to rush at me like straight away, but we can work with this. We can work with this. I just need a moment. Here's our moment. Samurai Storm, and then we get ready to fight. We didn't manage to hit the Samurai Storm, but that's fine. We'll just have to go old-fashioned. Sadly, I'm not really all that great at using spells in these faster boss fights, as you guys have pretty much seen, and Radagon is no exception to that. However, we'll just keep it up, keep trying our best. You know, that's all we can ask for, you know, like participation trophies and all that. Crit hit the guy, send him flying back. Oh, he was not happy about that. He was not happy about that at all. How have I been hit there? I jumped it. I thought I had the timing correct. Walk into it, please. Oh, that's bad. That's looking real bad. Don't grab me. Okay, nice dodge. Heavy attacks. We're just gonna have to go for jumping heavies for the best results here. I'm not gonna try and sprinkle in any fancy light hits. We're just gonna go for the guaranteed heavy attacks. And now we jump forward. Okay, I've learned from my mistakes that time, but for some reason I did try to sprinkle in a light hit. I'm really not sure why. Can we get a jumping heavy? There we go. We're not looking so bad. I'm gonna get an opportunity to flask here. Please. We're dancing with the devil right now. We're dancing with the devil. Another flask. Okay, nice. Hopefully, we can keep this up and have 4 flasks ready for the Elden Beast fight. However, I have been baited there. But as long as we don't make any careless mistakes. There we go. That's another jumping heavy. And play it safe. Oh, please. He comes back around with a swing back. There's the swing back. Now we get the jumping heavy. Like I said, playing it safe. We don't make any risky moves. We don't want to do that in this game. Last jumping heavy, and we're into the Elden Beast fight. We can look forward to our Granite Blast. So let's get everything ready and prepared. So we don't let this slip. We don't let this slip. We run up. We drop a Terra Magica because we're behind him. And then we drop one of these. And then we swap to our Comet Azure. Please. Oh my God, he's wasting my time. He's wasting my time. Last attack. Last attack. And now Granite Blast. We're not going to get the infinite Granite Blast, but can we hit the whole thing from point blank? Wow, that sucked. That really sucked. I guess my best opportunity at getting my most powerful Granite Blast was in fact the Fire Giant all along, which really sucks. These bosses have been so annoying with their timings here. But we should be able to get revenge and have a nice easy fight against the Elden Beast because this is one of my stronger bosses. I will say that. Let's use everything against this guy though. So what do we want to use next? Let's use our Comet on him next when he lands. Go on. There we go. Now he's using his move. He's going to pop up and this is where we use Comet. Go! 1.1k. That's nice. That's real nice. Oh, I hardly ever see this move. Now we use our scatter shot. How much damage for that? 1.1k as well. Not bad, not bad. And then we run back from that. And then domain clash, go! A fully charged one. And we hit him for 800. Not so bad. One of our other Cursed Energy Discharges is what we're aiming for right after I finish dodging this move. Go, Cursed Energy Discharge. That should land. Only 200 damage. Okay, remind me never to use that move on this guy ever again. How about our other scatter shot? After he finishes up his little combo here. Should be a third move that's coming up. No, there wasn't a third move. Scatter shot, go. And let's do another one just for the fun of it. Wow, 1.3k for that scatter shot. Maybe I should be using this more often because really that is not looking too bad to me. However, we don't want to get hit by this. Oh, he's got a scatter shot of his own from the looks of it. We've used our last flask, but I don't think we have to worry too much unless I do some silliness like that. I think my best move is to use Samurai Storms because while the move is being activated and ongoing, I can use attacks, which is honestly such a great little application you can do with a technique like that. And it almost feels similar to using the Hollow Nuke on the Gojo build, which is a tactic I really enjoy using. So here it is. Let's try that again. Okay, this is cool. While he's using the combo, we're getting off not all of the move on him. We only got 400 damage from it, but it really wasn't looking all that bad. If we can just get one like right here where we activate it straight on his belly, and he doesn't run away, we can get the maximum damage. However, we didn't get the maximum damage, and it still did 800 on this guy, which is so good. And we've got him into a crit hit for the final cinematic finish. There it is. Ishigori should have just done that to Yuta. Am I right or am I right? Just stagger the guy, knock out his poison, then crit hit him. And it would have all been over. But it's time to show you guys the final build. So we have a Magic Spike Cestus with Bloodhound Step for Ishigori's fighting style, Lusat's Glintstone Staff for our sorceries, Finger Seal for our incantations, which probably can be improved upon, Gravekeeper Cloak for his open leather jacket, Ansbach's Boots for his leather trousers or leather pants, Magic Scorpion Charm, Graven Mass Talisman, Phlox Canvas Talisman, and Godfrey Icon to boost all of our spells and incantations. In the Flask of Wondrous Physic, we have a Magic Shroud in Cracked Tear and Cerulean Hidden Tear to further increase our damage output. For our final spells and max abilities, we have Fleeting Microcosm for the Domain Clash, Frenzy Burst for our faster and more concentrated energy discharge, Comet for our slower but higher output energy discharge, Pest Threads for one variation of our Scattershot energy discharge, Stars of Ruin for our other variation of the Scattershot energy discharge, Comet Azure for our Granite Blast, Zamor Ice Storm for our revolving energy discharge, and Terra Magica to increase our output for our most powerful Granite Blast. Okay, that ended up being so much more complicated than I thought. However, we have beat the game as Ryu Ishigori, and I had a lot of fun doing it. Even though this build may have been a pretty standard mage build, but it was a very fun endgame mage build that I felt lived up to Ishigori's status very much so. Okay, we're up in here. I have Maki, and we spawned with her clothes, but none of her weapons. However, on my club here, we do have a Bloodhound Step, which I guess helps towards her heavenly restriction, so that's something. However, if I'd like to progress it to the rest of my build, then I need to kill Margit. But watch this, we sneak up on the guy, and then when he slashes, Bloodhound Step, we're showing off this heavenly restriction right now. Try again, I dare you. Dodge again, and into a heavy attack. I missed. Dodge, and now into a heavy attack. It didn't kill, but we still have some decent damage on us. But it's time to head to Margit and upgrade. And here we are, I've arrived. It's time to see what Margit's got for Maki. Let's get a two-hand on straight away. We have to come out with just some heavy jumping attacks for this. We've got no gimmicks on this build, apart from just being powerful. Give me your worst, Margit. Give me your worst. Easy dodge with the Bloodhound Step. I'm just hoping for a poise break any moment now. Or a stance break. I'll take it. Come on. You've got to drop at some point, Morgoth. Surely. I mean, look at just how much I've been piling onto you. And there it is. We take the crit hit. We knock him back. Now, we're not looking at insane damage right now, but that's because the heavenly restriction hasn't been fully applied yet. We still have a little bit of cursed energy, and therefore we need to get rid of it, cast it aside before I can attain my full power. However, before that, we do definitely have the movement, which I quite like. Nice. All right, we walk up. One more crit for the road. Can we get another? I'm going to flask up just in case. Oh, that was close. And then we just start Bloodhound stepping around. I did kind of spam it there, which is my bad, but it's just so fun. However, I have ran out of FP now, but that's okay. We flask up, and then we move back in. We make haste. Okay, dodge through that. Easy. Bloodhound Step just makes dodging everything so much easier in this game, and I'm not complaining. And then there's another one into a jumping heavy. We might actually manage to get a stance break here and finish him off with a crit hit, as long as he doesn't jump away too much. However, as I say that, he starts jumping away too much. All right, no daggers, please. No daggers. I should not panic roll here. That's a bad idea. And this is it. You're about to be done, Margit. After you come back round with this other swing, you're going to be gone any second now. And there it is. I knew the first hit wouldn't kill him, but I also knew I could definitely get that second hit in time in order to kill him. So we can now upgrade our build. And we've earned the Partisan and Spirit Glaive, which is Maki's first Naginata that she uses before breaking it against Suguru Geto. And the Spirit Glaive is her second Naginata, which is slightly longer, that has a black blade on the end of it. So I'm trying out the Partisan now. It's looking pretty good. I'm probably not wielding it the same way that she would. We also have Bloodhound Step on our Partisan, which you guys have seen in action. But then on our Spirit Glaive, we've got a lot of damage here. Not only is it longer than our Partisan, but I think this weapon also has Frostbite build up on it. So I'm ready to take these newfound weapons into the Godric fight. Okay, Godric, get ready to die now that I have some actual weapons. And straight away, I'm starting with the Frostbite weapon. I have been sent into the air though. That's on me. And then he should come back around with a second. Go on, heavy attack. How much are we looking at? Honestly, it might be more worth going for light attacks here. Fully based on just trying to get a Frostbite build up on this guy. Wow, I am letting myself get hit too many times by Godric here. Although I am hoping that we might be able to get some sort of a stance break on him so that he stops moving around too much, because I'm taking a lot of hits since I'm not that used to using weapons that have such a long swing time. Oh, we have managed to get him into a crit hit though. Here we go. Please, Frostbite. Any moment now. The thing is, I'm just assuming this thing has Frostbite based off of the particles I'm seeing when I slash him. It actually might not have Frostbite on this weapon, though. I think there's a difference between Death Flame or Ghost Flame and a different kind of ghost flame, I think, that causes frostbite, if that's right. But honestly, I can't remember. Oh, watch out for that. The flames are burning. However, it's looking like I am not managing to get a frostbite on this guy here. So we just got to cook him up. And for this, I'm going to swap to my partisan so then I can have some Bloodhound Step and move a bit more agile. So now we're playing it safe because we have Bloodhound Step on this weapon, which just gives me even better dodges. So there we go. Sweat on him with the Heavenly Restriction, and then one more. And he's dead. Godric has been slain by Maki Zenin. So it's time to get the next upgrade to our build. So from that, we've earned a katana that Maki stole after disarming a student in the Kyoto Exchange event. And we also have a sword that Megumi keeps in his 10 shadows, which has a black blade on it. Now, I'm very excited about this part of the build, which I'll be able to show you guys when I get to the next boss. Okay, so now that I've arrived, I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. If I attack with both katanas, I should be able to get bleed procs very fast. And right there, you saw there was one on his dead corpse. Let's go again. Blood loss build-ups, please. Okay, I'm killing them before I can actually get blood loss build-ups. However, against the tankier enemies, I should be able to get many of these off, which will help a lot towards the boss fights. So it's time to head in and show the Red Wolf of Radagon what we're all for. All right, try me. Give me your worst shot. Because trust me, you're going to get my worst shot. Or best? Which one's the right thing to say there? Is it worst or best? Anyway, let's do a bunch of damage to him. We've got 600 off, and he's definitely close to a blood loss build-up. Especially after he slams down here. He's going to get a massive one coming his way. Come on, please. Smack the tail, smack the tail. Damn, somehow no blood loss build-up. Come on, any moment now. I really want to hit one before I kill him. He's so squishy. He's so squishy that I'm worried we won't be able to see it happen. Even though we're hitting him quite a lot. Please, take him out. Blood loss build up. No, we didn't get one. But we did deal a lot of damage without even landing one, which makes this build even more formidable. And on top of that, we got our next upgrade. And from that, we've gained our Playful Cloud and our Uncapped Heavenly Restriction. You also notice in my top left that I unlocked a bunch of talismans up there as well. And the great thing about the Chain Link Flail being my Playful Cloud is the Ash of War on it. And I know Maki probably never used Playful Cloud in this way. However, I'm going to. So watch it go, watch it go. We're going to take him out. Blood loss build up. We don't let him have a second to let up. However, I did kind of forget about my stamina. So we've lost a flask there, but that's fine. And let's go again while he runs at me. Okay, that's rude. He just interrupted. Okay, man, stop, bro. All right, go, spinning chain. Please kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. All right, we got him. That ended up being harder than I expected. I thought we'd just be able to put him in the meat grinder and that would be it. But we ended up losing a couple of flasks there. However, I'm sure we won't have that much of an issue against Rennala. Okay, I think the easiest thing for this is to use both of my swords for this phase, just because they are faster attacking than what I have. Plus, they're pretty cool to run around doing this. But then when she drops, we get ready with the spinning chain. Go on, blood loss build up her. Can we take her out in one phase? Surely. Come on, come on. A couple more ticks. And I managed to get her in one phase, which I don't think I've ever been able to do this early in the game at this level, you know? But we go again, spinning chain, a couple more. Okay, and we've ran out of FP. However, I might still be able to use this Ash of War because it doesn't really use FP to walk up to her with it. Although, are my eyes deceiving me? I kind of just spanned the chain on her and it didn't do anything. It kind of just acted as if my chain wasn't even there. So I guess we'll move in with the katanas from this point onwards. Use the comet, I dare you. It's never going to hit. And now we strive for a blood loss build up. And we dodge the spinning weapon. Yeah, you thought you were going to be able to get me there. Oh, but she's managed to block my path a little bit then. Go on, try and summon. I dare you. Any moment now she's going to attempt it. And I'm just going to dodge through and do even more attacks. And hopefully get the blood loss build up on her. I even killed her walls without even trying to there. Okay, when's the next summon then? When's the next one? I dare you. Send them in. Send them in. Who is it? You get one summon. That's all you get. Who is it? Oh, the dragon, eh? Not going to be able to save you from this, though, is he? That was easy. Can I hit the dragon? Can I BM him? Yeah, your master's dead. Leave. And he did. All right, nice. So we have the next upgrade to the build already here. That was quite fast. And from that, we got Dragon Bone, which is one of Maki's cursed weapons. And I'll say it definitely lives up to the hype. I mean, look at this behemoth here. How much damage did we get here? 1 heavy attack. Go! 733. We look so cool even wielding this. And then the Ash of War. Slash him! 810. Now, I know that this may count as possibly some sort of cursed energy, but the cursed tools can carry cursed effects with them. And this is my way of propelling the blade using jet engines or propellers or whatever it is that is on the Dragon Bone. Anyway, take that. 400 damage. And then you. Take that. 500 damage. And then you. Another 400. And then more on you. Oh, this is so good. Do I even one-shot this guy? Almost. It's time to get out of here and go to the royal capital. And now that I've arrived here, I kind of do realize that I didn't actually try my Wondrous physic in the fight before against Rennala. And I apologize for that. All I will say is that I will try it against Godfrey. And he is definitely going to experience a bit of a tough time. For sure. I mean, Dragonbone even broke Ogi's sword. Or however you say Maki's father's name. I'm going to walk in, pop the Wondrous physic, and let's get to it. I want him to land and be on a little bit of a long cooldown so I can get the full extent of this weapon on this guy. So let's go. Dragon Wound Slash. 800 right there. And then we need him to do a couple more attacks. You know, finish your combo. Finish your combo. That's what I need you to do. Is it done? Is it done? And another Dragon Wound Slash. And we've knocked him down into a crit hit. Now that is the power of 1, the Ash of War on Dragonbone. And 2, my Wondrous Physic / Heavenly Restriction. And then we go again. Another Dragon Wound Slash. Oh, I missed. I guess it was about time, eh? All right, try your worst. Heavy attack. Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't do a wound up heavy attack. That might not have been a great idea. However, we can flask up and get ready for more carnage against this guy. He's already taking so much just from my light attacks as well. But after he finishes this combo, we do another Dragon Wound Slash, and he dodges half of the blade. I think he dodged the slash, but not the projectile. And then a couple more. And then we finish him off with another. Oh, this is just too powerful. Now I am having a lot of fun here. It's time for another upgrade. So we've now gained the Split Soul Katana. And I lost my first Naginata, but Bloodhound Step has been moved to my Uchi Katana. However, what I'm very excited for is to try out the Split Soul Katana, because this is probably one of the most powerful cursed tools, since it can bypass physical toughness. And I mean, look at that with the overhead stance. We've already got 1,600 damage on this guy, 2,300, 2,600, and 3,000, without even having to flinch. That is the fastest I think I've ever killed that NPC before. We're rolling up on the Morgott fight. And we have the Split Soul Katana here. I'm not sure how well this is going to fare in a fight against Morgott. To my knowledge, this weapon moves quite slowly. And this boss moves quite quickly, which is definitely not a good pairing. However, after he does this, we come in with an overhead stance. I didn't manage to get him. I'm going to really struggle to hit him with this. Overhead stance, go! Okay, 500 damage. I did take a hit in return there. And I'm really not sure how I feel about this weapon. How about another one? Overhead stance again. And we got 900 that time. Okay, that's not so bad. I'm going to Flask of Wondrous Physic up. And then I'm going to get to full health. Just to play it safe and try not to panic dodge. Another overhead stance. And we got 600 damage. I'm going again. I don't even care. I'll take the hits here. I'll take them. Or dodge perfectly. All right, let's flask up. Let's flask it up. Be nice and careful. We're getting good damage here. We just don't want to get overly arrogant here. Okay, okay. Down another flask. That's fine. I don't mind that. And then we go another overhead stance. Wow. Okay, that time he was getting a bit cheeky. But another one into second phase, surely. There we go. We've managed to knock him back. Flask up, flask up. I'm swapping. I'm swapping to the Bloodhound Step Blades. So we've got Megumi's weapon and the katana that I stole in that one sister exchange event, which should be really good for blood loss buildups. There it is. I've taken half of my health in damage though, which is not great, and I'm very low. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Okay, okay. Ooh, I'm panicking. I'm definitely panicking. But we've still got 5 flasks left. And then we Bloodhound Step through that. Come on. Blood loss build up this guy. This should be easy. We should take him out right here without even taking a hit. And that is crazy. 3,400 damage. I am definitely feeling the power of the heavenly restriction right there. But that's more got down. And I'm starting to feel like I'm getting into a momentum. And the fire giant will not fare well against me at all. I can feel it. And there we have it, the final upgrade. All of my weapons that can have their affinities altered have been changed to the heavy affinity now for even better scaling. So it's time to head over to the mountaintops of the giants. I am so ready for this. The amount of damage we're about to come at this guy with. Now that we have these affinities, all I'm saying is the fire giant is going to get melted down, which is probably quite difficult for a boss literally called fire giant. But anyway, let's get ourselves in here. Oh, that's never reaching me, pal. That's never reaching me. Get the Wondrous physic up. And then we just start going to town. This is definitely my chosen fighting style for sure. Because, I mean, just look at the amount of damage that comes out from having 2 katanas. And the amount of blood loss build-up bars that you get on these bosses as well. However, I probably should try and sort out my stamina problem. So I imagine on my upcoming levels, I will most probably end up increasing my stamina a bit. Because we have the damage. Oh, that is a... Please, 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 don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Panic roll, panic roll. Okay, we're safe. Yeah, as I was saying, we have the damage, but we now need the stamina to back it up. Oh, there's no way. Stop running from me, fella. Just let me slash at your feet. Just let me do it. Just let me get my piece. Oh, a nice blood loss build up there. We take those. And I don't know how I haven't dodged his little backhand move there. I must be rusty. I must be. This isn't me. I'm not being myself, and we're into second phase. Okay, we take it. Okay, now we get in there. Still very decent damage, even though he's got all the damage negation from the fact that I am no longer hitting his weak spots anymore. And we could quite possibly get ourselves a blood loss build up here as well, which would be amazing. But something tells me this phase might take a while. Are you really rolling back at me again? You fiend. I want to hit the hands for extra damage. That's his best weak spot in this second phase. And I'm currently going for a little bit of a learning curve on fighting the fire giant's hands, which I'm really still not all that great at. And he has just deployed 2 flame orbs on me. All right, let's set those off and then back up. Oh, that was close to me getting hit by them. We're just going to town. Please just don't. What is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? I can't take that. Oh, oh. I almost had my face melted off there. He was going to do to me what Jogo did to Maki before she enhanced her heavenly restriction. All right, and now slow and steady wins the race for sure here. He better not start spewing fire out of his belly. That's all I'm saying. I'm really struggling to hit his hands. He's just waving them around away from my face. Oh, here we go though. Big damage, big damage. 3,500 and he is killed. See, that's why I got to improve at hitting his hands. Because the amount of damage we came out with there after I stopped going for his kneecap was massive. Maki is steamrolling through these bosses and it's time to head over to the crumbling Faramazula. And we've landed. And I'm very, very excited to test out the damage on the Ancient Beastman. Hello, Mr. Ancient Beastman thing. Get minced up. Your days are numbered, pal. And yours, the guy who I've just aggroed. And then since we have time, why didn't I just try out some of my other weapons here as well without having to worry about being interrupted? So split soul katana, go. And then what about our playful cloud? I feel like I'm just going to kill this guy really fast. Yeah, okay, that was easy. What else have we got? Oh, the big hitter. Dragon Bone with the full Ash of War. Somehow it didn't kill, but we did end up finishing him off. And I forgot we have a Naginata here as well. Go Naginata! Not the most damage. I probably won't be using this one against the bosses. But you know, it was cool to have as a starter weapon. I'm really not all that excited for this boss fight. I never do well against the Godskin duo. But we can hope. We can hope and pray. There's not really any ranged moves I can use. However, now I say that, I do have Dragon Bone. So let's just start straight out with the Ash of War. Big. And then another one while the other guy's not paying attention. I am very glad with the damage we're getting here. So I'm kind of hoping I can just continue to do this and kind of cheese my way to victory here. And another. All right, nice, nice, nice. See, I dare you to come around that corner. You big tubby boy. Is that something I'm allowed to say on YouTube? All right, Ash of War, take him out. Please don't do it again. Please don't. Okay, I can dodge that. And now I can probably kill him here. I am on 1 HP. See, I thought the AI of this fight was meant to kind of take turns attacking rather than just pile it all on while I'm dealing with one fella. I also think I'm going to have to change up my tactic here and start going for the double katana strat here. Please kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. And then I can take on the next guy in a 1v1 as well. That's great. In fact, from how far back he is, I can probably use the Dragon Bone once. Nice. And then we swap back over to the dual katana setup. We have our Bloodhound Step, which I'm kind of just going to spam as if it was panic dodging. That's probably the best chance I have here. Bloodloss build up, please, before he hits me. Okay, but he's kind of saved me from his little simple domain there. I'll take that. And hopefully, I should do well against this spinning move because there is not a second guy to distract me. And we're looking good. It's just a little bit of a long move, this. And any moment now, he stops, and we go for the kill. Please, please, take him out. Oh, he's busy summoning someone. That's great. Which means we now have him into another 1v1 situation. Dragon Bone again. Oh, he dodged. You know what? Let's just do another Dragon Bone then. If you're going to keep dodging. And then to finish him off, one more Dragon Bone. There it is. We finished the boss fight. I'm very glad we managed to pull through there. Because that was, in fact, a tricky one. That was definitely not the best showing from me, I will say. And we are very swiftly heading over to Maliketh. All right, Beast Clergyman, I am rolling up. I'm going to take you out very soon, just after I pass this Draconic Tree Sentinel. So the cool thing about this is I actually have been improving at my first phase Maliketh strats, game tactics, one of them. So hopefully, with this Maki build, it should be very one-sided, I would like to say. We can hope for it to be one-sided. But Bloodhound Step, and then we play it nice and patient. No way he started out with that move. But we go for the hits. Somehow that's missed. We take that. More Bloodhound Steps. I've somehow dodged into it. Okay. A couple of attacks. We have to be very patient with what attacks we can take here. Oh, that almost smacked me on the head. Because he has combo extenders. That's what I need to remember. What have you got? Do your worst. I have Bloodhound Steps, so I can kind of just deal with it. So there's a 2 and a combo extender. And then we get a couple hits. Oh, I'm getting greedy, though. I am getting greedy. And then we dodge that. And then a couple more. Can we get a blood loss? If I kind of get a little bit hasty with him, we might be able to get one. Okay, second phase. That's fine. That's fine. See, it's like I said. I've been improving at my Beast Clergyman game. Oh, that was close. Oh, my God. And then a dodge. And then a couple more. Damn, 1,200 damage. We take those. We take those all day long. Bring your worst. Bring your worst. This isn't my first rodeo against you, Maliketh. Trust me, I'm good at this fight. I've killed many versions of you before. Many past versions of good old Maliketh the Black Blade. Many past versions of yourself have fallen to me. And you're just going to be another drop in the water. In the bucket, as one may say. You have joined the rest of them in their eternal sleep. And I'll be moving on to the next Gideon in my wake. And we're not messing about. I'm beelining it straight there. But there's only one way to find out. Hello, Gideon. Please don't make this annoying for me. Please just die fast like a good little fella. So I'm just going to try and kill you as fast as possible. Please don't be offended. Oh, don't you dare spam out comments at me, young man. Get over here. Get over here. I won't let it. Any moment now, I'll get the bloodlust build-ups on you. Oh, please get back. Get back. There's going to be a phalanx shooting at me any second now. Okay. Okay, we managed to dodge. He's sending comments at me as well. This is about to become very difficult very fast. We need a new tactic. One from range. That's the best way to deal with this guy. Dragon Bone into another Dragon Bone. I'm going to get hit with phalanxes, but it's fine. Dragon Bone, this is our only tactic right now, is to just keep deploying Dragon Bone. However, I don't think I have the FP to be doing it. So that's kind of worrying. And my Dragon Bones aren't reaching him. We try something new. And that tactic is fug it out. So let's just go. Fug it out. That's not a bad start. That's not a bad start. I need to watch out for his, like, repulsion thing. His law of causality. Because that will explode very soon. It's managing to hold on, which isn't so bad for me. Any moment now, it's going to pop. With each hit I do, I get more and more wary of that law of causality. Oh, you've ran out of potions, have you? Well, I haven't. I'm going to pop some FP. And then we move in before he can do anything. There's no way I've missed. Okay, and again. And we dodge the comets. And we dodge the comets. We're in close range. What are you going to do? There's nothing you can cast here. His law of causality is gone. He's got to die any second now. Please. Please. I'll trade the damage. I don't mind. I'll trade the damage as long as it kills him. Oh, he's gone. And that was a very, very difficult fight on a build like this. That's why I was worried about this boss fight. But it's fine. We can put that behind us, put it in the past, and move on to an easier fight. Or at least for me, what feels like an easier fight. Because I am way better at the Godfrey fight than the Gideon one. Okay, Godfrey, do your worst. And I feel like you're going to really need to try here. Because I ain't no stranger to this fight. I am not no stranger. Oh, that was a bad move for you to start with. Easy, readable, telegraphed, one may say, from the Godfrey connoisseur here. This is probably my best fight, is the Godfrey Shade fight, which means the first phase of Godfrey First Elden Lord is pretty decent for me. Easy dodge there. Slamming down the axes. You're going to be into Horaloo any time now. You won't even be able to... Wait, where's he glitched? Where's he glitched? Hello? Oh, I should have just put him into a second phase while I had the chance. But he's going to stomp. And I'm going to be ready for it. And I'm going to flask. I don't know why he had a little moment there. I almost put him through to Horaloo. And I probably could have if I didn't take pity on him. But then we get a couple off here, and we get another dodge, and it's Horaloo. Easy. How many flasks did we lose there? Only one? I think so. And now we go for a Bloodlust build-up. I don't know if the bar stays on Horaloo from the Godfrey fight, like converts over. Okay, nice dodge here, and then we jump, run away from this. I've done this so many times. Jesus, that move is just very readable. Come on, please, Bloodlust. I would like to get one. Now, I am kind of getting greedy here as well. But yeah, I would love to get a Bloodlust build-up before this fight is over. Okay, we know how this one works. And I'm starting to think the dreams of me getting that Bloodlust build-up are gonna be gone. He's kind of extending so many combos that I'm not able to get in the hits where I would like. Okay, we dodged that. Hopefully this is a kill, though. There it is. And I think now we can't hit any Bloodlust build-ups because the next boss fight doesn't have them in either of the phases. So for this one, we're gonna have to change up our tactics for sure. Because the way that I've been fighting has been me leaning towards Bloodlust build-ups. However, there are none to be had here. So we'll see what kind of damage we're looking at. And we see how much damage we get. Only 500. Maybe it is worth dual wielding for that extra damage. Even if we can't get the Bloodlust build-ups. However, I'm only doing 500 there. Maybe it's just better to one-hand that single katana, actually. I thought I'd be looking at more damage here. Or maybe it's better to change the katana that I use, or my weapon there instead. Oh, I also didn't put on my flask, so that would also kind of affect it a little bit. Dodge into a heavy. Only 500. What about a jumping heavy? Another 500. The flask didn't do much there. How about we change out weapon? All right, Playful Cloud. Let's see. How do we fare with Playful Cloud here? 800. That's way better than the katana. Ooh, careful, 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 careful. I think it's time to put the Split Soul Katana to action. So we're going to give him a overhead stance any moment now. Maybe not, actually. He's kind of just not giving me a chance to do so. So it's looking like Playful Cloud is the winner here. And that's what we'll have to stick with for the rest of this boss fight. Okay, heavy attack, and he dodged. Okay, we just need to make sure we don't get grabbed. Big, now a heavy attack, 900. Can we get a stance break? We may not be able to get the Bloodlust build up anymore, but we can get a stance break, surely. Can we kill Radagon with a crit hit? That would be very cool. And it's looking like the answer is no, because we have one final hit, and then he's dead. Go on, try it, try it. I know what your game is. You come back with a swing back, and now you're dead. We're onto the Elden Beast. Let's get flashed up. And because this boss is so big, I'm going to be able to land an overhead stance here, which does more than if I just used Playful Cloud there. And then we come in with a Dragon Bone after he finishes his little combo. Although it's a free hit combo, so I guess we got to be patient. There it is. Now Dragon Bone with the full damage. 1,400. We use another one for sure. It's big damage. And we use a third because he's busy spamming out some Ray of Light move, which didn't even hit me. I'm so using more Dragon Bones here. Come on, give me your worst. All right, that is not your worst. That's very easy to dodge. We jump it. I didn't jump it, but I'm sure we won't get hit by the blast. That was very close. And he comes out to play again. So just come around for your combo. There we go. And then he'll do a second swing and a third any moment now. Into Dragon Bone. That's such big damage. I think I'm just going to use this for the whole fight. I mean, look at that. I'm going to take a bit more damage just to use my attack. Okay, we took a little bit there. Not bad. And he's doing the same free swings over and over. I don't mind that. Into another Dragon Bone. Surely we can get a stance break here. Like, the amount of poise we should be piling onto this guy is insane. He hasn't really been able to get a break from me here. Oh, there it is. That's exactly what I was looking for. The crit hit. We are looking so good. It's just too good. It's too good at this point. We're looking so good, it's too good. Is that something I can say? Into another Dragon Bone. 1.4k is just so nice to look at. To just see how good that damage is for us. Oh, he's doing one of these. Okay, this is going to be a free parter this time. So we're looking for 3 circles. So this is the first one. Into a second one. Into a third one. We were perfect on the dodges. And now he's coming with a swing back. Don't tell me this is the exact same 3 moves again. Oh my god, it is. He is a different variant of these 3 swings. I know it, but for some reason he just won't show it. So let's go again with a Dragon Bone. I don't care about the damage at this point. Look how much we're putting into him. And we have one more. We have one more Ash of War to do before he dies. Okay, I think if I just run back behind him, we're safe here. Good stuff. All right, this is your final combo, so make it worth, Elden Beast. One last move for the road. Okay, well, fair enough. That was good. That was very good. You managed to get some damage there and almost kill me. But almost wasn't enough. You're dead. And we killed him with another nice, healthy portion of 1.4k damage to end the boss fight and win the game. Holy Maki is looking very, very strong there. So how about let's show this build? So here are my stats. I have very high endurance to be able to hold all of these weapons and the armor, plus have the stamina to just fight in general. Very high strength, very high health. For our weapons, we have the heavy chain link flail for our playful Cloud, heavy Uchi katana for that one katana she stole in the Kyoto exchange event, heavy great katana for our split soul katana, spirit glaive for our big naginata with the black blade on the end of it, meteoric ore blade for the black sword that Maki used from Megumi's shadow, dragon hunter's great katana for dragon bone. For Maki's culling games attire, we have Folier's garb altered, bandit manchettes for the bandages that go over her wounds or her burns, preceptor's trousers for her leather trousers. For our talismans, we have Great Jar's arsenal to be able to have a high equip load for all of our armor and weapons, two-handed sword talisman, shard of Alexander, winged sword insignia. As for our flask of Wondrous physic, we have the strength not crystal tier and the stone barb cracked tier. And we have no spells because that wouldn't be very heavenly restriction of us, would it? However, there it is. That is the end of the video. We managed to win the game, run the entire gauntlet as Maki. She is definitely very powerful and lives up to Toji. I will say that. But thank you for watching, guys. See ya.